streaming. I am streaming.
Nice. Okay.
Hello, viewers.
Hi, everybody.
Alright.
Yeah.
Recap.
Alright, well, welcome back to our misadventures in Gaiand here. Last session, the party searched their way through Kidron's Keep, learned a good chunk of lore, took the head of Anbani with them, leaving the rest behind. They got congratulatory messages from the Overlord, but also an understanding that their job is not yet done. They then went out to, they got the charge that they must go out into sea and try to find some information on this invasion fleet they found out about that's coming in to assault High Point for the for another go round. The party has already deflected somewhat of an invasion earlier in the campaign, session 1 to be exact, and in doing so, the party then left from Kidron's Keep with their charge, but they found a familiar face walking along the docks. 3 small goblins with 3 very large backpacks, one wearing rainbow boots. It was the boy Skimbeeble. The party bought a lot of things, spent a lot of gold. Our wizard at the time got a spell book that is now resistant to some non-magical fire, water damage, the sunlight, things like that, so it'll last longer. And our paladin got one of the greatest magic items ever made, Boots of Squeaky Boots, which is elven boots of elven kind if they always made noise and gave you advantage on persuasion instead of stealth. Afterwards, the party, the bard wanted to swap his subclass out to focus more on the lore of the land, to be our very own Vadi-Vidya. And in doing so, the party went to first Rune, the warlock that lives on a different plane that has the magic shop of ever-revolving inventory and the wall full of spell scrolls. He told the bard that there's a way to do that. You have to go to a place called the In-Between. Only the bard and the wizard went. That way the wizard could become a full wizard. And they both paid a price in order to change it. The wizard handed over humanity, which the party found out a little bit about last time, what those are, and the bard had to give up one of his teeth and also the teeth of one of his beloved Silvermane whenever he sees her next. And in doing so, they got to alter things about their character. Say again?
So it'll be interesting to see how I pull that one off.
Yes, or pull that one out, if you will. So then the rest of the party who did not visit the In-Between inquired to Rune of what these eyes they saw inside of Anbani. He mentioned that she has eyes on the inside, and he showed that there was 2 sets of eyes inside of her head and that they can switch. And the party learned a little bit about Tagdia, the devouring, the serpent goddess of greed. And they were a little uncomfy about that, but then they were happy because they bought stuff. And then they left on the boat, and on this boat is once again the Intrepid Dawn. It's our captain, Jart King, the captain of the Marines, Susara Clark, and then the beloved Raccoon Mancer, Arabella. Last we left off, the party was making their way out into that route that they saw on the map, and we ended the session with Garib sensing as his favorite enemy, his greater favorite enemy being dragons. He picked up the dragon just as it hit his 5-mile radius of his senses, and that's where he picked up with the dragon barreling towards the party, closing in fast.
Also,
Nice.
shameless plug. If you want to read the prequel to this game, here's Gaiand. The Tales
loose
from
prequel.
Gaiand. Yes, the loose
Yes,
prequel.
it is. It's about 70 years before. It's about 70 years before when our story takes place.
You guys are the greatest. Thank you.
I still haven't directly attached it to the Twitch channel. If anyone's logged in, they can do it right now.
I'm not logged in.
Are you? Oh, but you're using OBS.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
You
I don't have like the login.
If I were to log in, Sam would need to check his email and shit. It'll take a while, so we'll just do it later.
Yeah.
But I will attach it to the channel, so it's linked.
Someone posted it in chat.
Thank you.
I don't know if that works, but okay. I will get more different views.
And there are not spoilers for this game. It's safe to read.
No, not really. But yes. Oh, so party. Just so you know, on this ship piece that's right here, these arrows are those ballistae. that you guys had. The X is the ship's wheel, and the S and the P are starboard and port side, respectively. That way, if the ship moves, we know the articulation. Yes, and remember those ballistae are able to be fired, and then
Nice.
the little pucks are the masts. But in order to move this thing, we'll have to do this. So I will move the boat.
Okay.
You guys can move your characters on the boat, but you guys can get in the water if you'd like. But anyone wearing metal armor will sink.
Quick clarification question. The
Yes,
item
go
I
for it.
bought last time, the like gem thing, it's a pearl of power, so I don't put spells into it. I can regain spell slots, right?
Correct.
No. So
I thought you said it was a
no,
pearl of
what was
power.
it?
Pearl
What did I
of
say
powers
it was?
regenerate spell slots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was the one where you can
A
put.
ring of spell storing.
Is that what it was?
It can be like a gem of spellstorm or something.
It was essentially you could put a second level spell into it.
Okay, yeah, so that's a ring of spell storing, but in gem form.
Oh, sorry. It's a gem of spell storing.
Okay.
It currently fits
Now-
a second level spell.
That's what I thought,
but
but
anyone, anyone
I-
can cast the spell inside of it. So like, you could get a spell from someone else and cast it yourself.
yeah, I'm just gonna put blur in it.
Sam, do you remember how to relink tokens to people's character sheets? Because mine is effed and I need it to be reset.
Yes. Let me do it real quick.
Also, a heads up, the party is level 7.
Yes.
Yes, that I know.
I
Yes,
have
thank you.
many hit points.
Hey,
They
now.
call
Heads
me
up to
Mr.
anyone who needs it.
Vitriolic Sphere.
They call me Mr. Rowlotheme's Psychic Lance.
Okay.
I shoot spooky stuff out of my forehead and it kills people.
I will persuade the dragon to land.
Good luck with that.
I'm so proficient in persuasion.
I mean, so
You'll
am
see
I,
my
but
sneaky boots,
Okay.
and you
Can
won't be
you
able
move
to resist.
your? Can you move your character now?
Yes, but it's
Nice.
not fixed.
What do you mean?
So
There's no dynamic
main-
lighting on this page. By
No,
the
no,
way.
no. Main issue here is. Let me zoom in. Yeah, for some reason it says here my max health is 50, and on my sheet it's 55. So go into my sheet's details and rebind the HP meter under the green thing, and then you might have to rebind the token again after that.
Okay.
And if not, then I'll just deal with it and we just fix it later. Like if this doesn't work.
Okay. That did not update it. Okay. We might have to fix it later.
Yeah, I'll worry about it later.
I'm
the only
not
thing
sure
that's
what's
wrong is
going
the
on.
HP totals, so I'll just,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just know
cool.
my HP.
Can you at least move it around?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, what if we do? Wait, there it goes. Now you have 55.
Well, that's because I set it to 55. The max health is still 50. On the
Okay,
token.
cool. Good to know. Okay, that's fine. As long as you know what health you are, I trust you. Okay, party. What are we doing? You got a dragon coming fast. So right now, the only ones who notice are Willem, who is up in the crow's nest, and my dad. Yes.
So I'll alert everybody that it's there, and I want to come down from the mast. Where is the bow?
The bow is over here. This
Okay.
little cut piece here. So this is the stern. This is your bow.
All right. What is the highest point on the ship other than where I was?
That's the highest place you could feasibly stand and shoot from.
I know, but other than that, what's the next highest place?
Probably if you drop down on the bar of the mast.
No, I don't want to be there. I want to be on the deck of the ship. So
Stern castle. Stern castle or the bow castle.
Okay, I want to be on the
So-
stern castle.
Okay, so you can move yourself back here.
And
If
which
you'd like.
direction is it coming from?
South. If you scroll down, you'll see the guy. He's blue.
Yeah, but we're headed east, aren't we?
Yes, that is.
So the bow should be flipped around.
You are very much correct.
Okay.
Let me fix that real quick.
Oh my god, the ship's getting scrunched.
We're screwed. We have a ballista, right?
Multiple.
Yes.
It's a ship.
Yes, all of the arrows are ballistae. If you remember, they had the little. They're scorpions that size. I
Alright.
think you guys would have figured out by now that the scorpion has an effective range of about 300
Why
feet.
am I upside down?
It is it requires 2 people. And if there's 2 people, you can fire it once per turn.
Wizard,
Hey Sam, can you make it snap to the grid?
Wizard, when you get wish that I can smite on the ballista strike. That would be amazing.
If you hold either
Works
shift
for
or
me.
control, it'll
Here we go.
snap to the. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Divine
Right.
intervention,
Wait, it's still messed up.
power
Oh,
of God.
is it not?
and
Oh, you may have
The
shrunk
boat-
it a little
the boat's
bit.
not scaled properly. You need to
Yeah.
move it right. You need to widen it by 1 tile.
Oh, but wish is like really risky.
No,
Here, just before you put it on there, let me fix this real quick. I'm gonna.
you can
Widen
set
it by
it.
an additional tile. Widen it by another tile.
No, you can manually set its width. It's like if you know its width, you can just do it.
But you know what I intend on doing though, Marty?
What do you
Because I
intend
can.
on doing?
If we want to do any risky wishes, we just make my simulacrum do it.
No, Simulacrum can only cast up to like 5th level, can't they?
They can cast every single spell I can.
No way.
They can't benefit from long rest, which means I can't cast wish to create the simulacrum. But if we pay for the simulacrum, it can then cast wish, like risk free.
One second, I'm just gonna do
No way.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to get it to snap. What do I have to press to do
that. So
that?
no, so can you like give that token? Like, can you assign the
There,
boat token
right?
to me? Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I don't know what I did, but I did it. Okay, let me spin
But
the
yeah,
guy.
Basically, because you used like the dungeon scribe or whatever, right, to make this.
Yeah, and I snipped this from a map.
Oh, okay,
Just make
but-
your simulacrum. Make your
Yeah,
simulacrum.
you can.
I know. That's the plan.
If you
Cool,
get
so that's
its
the-
size, you can manually set its length and width in tiles in Roll20.
Okay. Well, I think this should be good for now.
Yeah, it's not done, I think.
Okay.
But it,
So,
also,
Dad, you
everyone's
let-
everyone's character is squished a little bit.
yeah, because
somehow.
of me.
So
So,
you gotta remove yourself.
Just delete your token and remake it. It's easy.
Yeah, that's what I did. Ow.
That's busted.
What, simulacrum spam?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's possible, yeah.
That's
okay, everybody's
dumb.
good to go. Oh,
That's
I
so
messed up your character
busted.
thing again.
It lasts forever.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I
Now
can have
you're
a pocket dimension with like
Cool.
80 simulacrums in it and just deploy them at will.
No, this
So-
you can only
Begun,
have
the
one.
Clone Wars has.
As of right now, this dragon is technically not on the map because the dragon.
Yeah.
So with my dad picks it up right at 5 miles. You letting the party know, Dad. It's definitely closing very fast. Like it's gonna be here in like maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
Do we know how
It's
to use
moving quick.
the scorpions? Like, have we
Yes,
been
you
through
guys
that?
would know how to use the scorpions. So as soon as you yell out, Dad, that there's a dragon starboard side,
Yeah.
you see Jart King kind of run up one of the lattice nets, and and you see him peering, and you see this big grin get on his face, and he goes, "All right, man, the scorpions!" And he slides back down. We're gonna kill this stinking lizard, and he runs back up
Yeah.
to the helm, and he starts spitting out orders to the helmsman.
I'll let the boat people man the boat guns.
Yeah, so
I can man my Eldritch Blast.
currently there's 50 Marines with you all.
Mhm.
So there's plenty to man. It takes two people per ballistae. So you see he's yelling out orders. You see Susara is barking out orders. She drops her longbow. She yells for the Marines to make their way to their positions. So some Marines run up onto the like 2 Marines run up to the crow's nest. Dad, you would have trained with these. These are their best marksmen that are running up there. Wilhelm is keeping an eye on everything. The rest of them run up to those little barricades they have up against the side.
Yep.
If you remember when you guys boarded that ship, there's those extra protection on the side since the ship's so short. You see that they're like, throwing on their cloaks to try to help with anything, and they're getting ready to go, getting arrows knocked and ready. Marty, with your vibe check,
Vibe check.
the only ones outside of you guys, because I would make you guys roll for fear, everyone is shook up a little bit. The only one who isn't seem to be scared is Jart, and you're not sure if he can be afraid of things. So that's kind of what you feel. What do you guys do as the dragon approaches the rest of the party?
And you said it's going to be
I-
here in not a lot of time.
Like 30 seconds to a minute.
Oh,
It's moving.
Basically,
fast.
as soon as
So,
it
like,
gets
by the time the
close-
Marines get in position,
Mhm.
the dragon will be within firing range of the ballistae, but you guys have some time to get to where you want to be. That's just what they're doing.
As soon as it gets close, I'm gonna cast blur on myself. Within like 10 seconds of it getting here, I'm gonna cast blur on myself.
Yeah, and then I'm
Go for it.
gonna do the same in terms of time. I'm gonna use Aura of Vitality,
Good spell.
so I can go heal mode off the bat.
Okay, or a vitality.
I'm big brain. Is the dragon like huge? Because I know that grappling, you have to grapple. You can only grapple things that are one size larger than you, and I have the growth potion and the ring of Herculean strength, and I have Misty Step, so I can just teleport over the dragon and grapple it.
Marty,
It's big brain time.
so
Oh my
you are wearing chainmail.
Yeah.
Rip it off.
How long
The dragon floats.
does it?
Yeah.
Do you know about blue dragons?
No.
Do
Marty,
you want to see if you know about blue dragons?
Just
Yeah.
ask Ed. He probably knows about them, right?
I
In
do
the 30
wanna know.
seconds we have before we're
Ed
all.
knows
I
about
know-
blue dragons.
Surely
Ed
I
knows
know
that they
about
can
dragons.
fly, they can burrow, and they can move pretty fast. Like they're
Yeah.
sorry,
They're-
they can fly, they can swim.
They
They can fly,
specialize in
swim, and walk.
movementness.
I dragon check.
Movementness.
They're fast too.
I took
Very
a
fast in
blue
the air.
dragon elective back in Dragon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mitered in chromatic dragons.
Jesus.
Marty, how are you getting over to the dragon?
Listen, if I grapple the dragon, its movement goes to 0 because it's grappled.
And you're gonna.
Do you? Is that what you want to do? Do you want to
No.
slug the potion and get ready to grab? Okay, I was gonna say because you can do that.
I'm
Well, no.
I-
Listen. I can save. I have Dimension Door. One
good.
time only, I can save somebody from a really shitty situation. One time.
So
One time.
say, Ed, you have Aura Vitality. You're gonna cast when it gets close. Gick,
Yeah, like,
you're
as
doing
late
blur.
as
Dad, are you
possible.
sighting in with your bow?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then
I will
Marked.
cast Shield of Faith
okay
on our ranger.
Ragnar.
on the ranger.
Yes.
Okay.
I want
'Cause it
him.
went down so much last
I
fight.
want him
Exactly.
do his thing.
To be fair,
He's
so
got
this
this.
dragon. Okay. So he's got Aura or a shield
Plus 2
or
AC.
the.
He's
Yeah. I wrote that down.
got this.
I'm just gonna put this on him.
Statistically,
Uh,
it is possible that it could make a difference.
Also,
Statist-
Sam,
Yes.
case
And
it's
then
not-
what are you doing, Sandor?
I'm just going to say, what is my AC listed as on your end?
15. Or no. 16.
So that is 16 with Mage Armor.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to cast Mage Armor right now, but I'm not always going to have it. I'm going to specify when I cast, so make it like
Okay.
13.
Okay, let me update my. Okay, give me 1 second to update that. I have a template that everything's linked to, so that way I update it in one place. Because I have a
panicking.
bunch of shit put together that already has your stuff in it. But if I do this, I love Excel.
Listen, paladins and dragon fights are like a no-go.
Why not?
I can't go anywhere. All I have is Misty Step. So if you guys need to get up,
Hey Marty,
Scream
in a
that
few
you're
levels,
dead, and
in
I
a few
can
levels, I can start handing you spells. I can create a little bead and give it to you, and then you can cast the spell.
well, eventually I'll have I'll have find Greater Steed, and I'll be able to fly on my Greater Steed.
On a Pegasus
Dad,
or
how
something.
many. What's the range of your longbow at full range?
What do we
If
say?
you-
600?
It's 600 feet on a longbow.
Big.
Yeah, 600 feet.
Bust. So he has to. We have to protect him. Protect the president.
Actually, yeah, I'm
Mr.
gonna go.
President.
I'm gonna go stand next to Garib, just in case.
I'm gonna cast Leoman's
So-
tiny.
This is what's gonna happen. Everybody will roll initiative. The dragon is fast enough to close into its range and the range. 1 second. And the range of everybody without longbows, because everybody else can go 120 feet, right?
Yeah, but once I think he hits that 600 foot mark, I'm
I
gonna release
understand.
my first shot.
You have three. You'll have 3 rounds of that because you have 600 feet.
Perfect.
But it can clear more than 120 feet in one turn, so it will. We will roll initiative for when you guys do that. If you want to prepare an action for your turn, you may. but this thing essentially will. It's
Yeah, I
going
wanna-
so fast that it's going to clear so quickly. So like there will be one round of ballista shots or scorpion shots, and then one round of wait. What's the first range of a longbow?
600 feet.
No. That's the longest
highest.
range.
It might be
Oh.
150. It might be
The
150.
first is book.
Ichabod
Tell
needs
me.
a gun.
Artificer time.
Artificers do not exist in this game.
Yeah.
150. Okay, none of the archers will
Skim.
have a chance.
Oh, I was right. 150 is so weird. I can't believe I knew that.
Yeah, it's 150 to 600. So okay, so
I'm
Dad,
gonna
let's
cast
go
Hunter's
ahead.
Mark, too.
You are out of range. This thing
I think
is.
Hunter's Mark range is 60 feet.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
that's right. You're right.
I typically let you have a longer range, but 600 feet's a little much.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so.
so
I
I'll
can-
let you
I
cast
can
it.
argue for that.
You could argue, you would lose.
I could.
You can
I could.
have. So go ahead, Dad. Roll me out 6 attacks.
Never
Six?
argue against them.
6. That is 3 rounds
Excuse
of
me.
arrow shots. The
Okay.
top 2 archers on top of the thing, you see them range out as soon as you start,
Yeah.
but you knew that these guys could shoot. They're sharpshooters. The 2
All
of them
right.
up
Let's
top.
see if this works. You ready?
I
So
believe.
you're rolling at a. You're not rolling it. So it's gonna roll advantage, but we're gonna roll. We're only gonna take the first one because you're not at advantage right now.
Okay.
So that will miss. That will miss. That will hit.
And I'm gonna interject real quick, Chris, if you want, and we can do this post game, so it's not a hassle right now. I can make some edits on your sheet so that you can specify when you have advantage, disadvantage. Like there's a bunch of toggles so that it's easier to impose certain conditions on yourself without worrying about like looking at numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we decided, me and him put this together, that we're just gonna have it always roll at advantage, because we'll
Okay.
just take the left one
That's fair.
if there's normal, and if it's not, then we'll take either. So Dad, that's third shot. Give me 3 more. That's 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and then 3 misses. Okay, so it was 10, 11, 11. Nice. So that is.
Don't forget Colossus on the
32.
subsequent.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, so Colossus will proc the
Second two.
second and third. Okay, so Dad, can you roll me 2d8, please?
How do I do that, Sammy?
It's just a
Slash
backslash
roll.
roll. You'll just have to type it, since we haven't figured out how to get that to work for the ranger sheet.
You could just have like
I
a
can
longbow
program
plus.
a macro. I can
It's
program
too-
a macro.
It's 2d8.
Yes, please.
You could always like what I have. I have like.
Another 7, Sammy.
Nice.
like
Sorry, go ahead, Jimmy.
I have like order, and then I have order plus hex, or like
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You just
2
make-
ranges on the
yeah. Actually,
So
I don't have
39
order.
total hit points of damage on the dragon.
Very good.
Is
So
it dead yet?
yeah, it actually
Ooh,
the
it's
first
nice.
arrow.
Yeah.
The first arrow, it drills it right in the eye, and then it crashes into the sea.
Yeah,
And
are
that's
we there
Epic,
yet?
easy
Awesome.
win.
You just art from the Hobbit.
Good.
One hit.
Good one.
Boo!
Alright, so I need to put it.
Too soon.
It's
This
who
is
from the
saddest
Hobbit?
death.
Bard.
Who's that?
Sma-
Dude
so
who kills Smog.
he kills.
Yeah.
He one-shot
Oh.
Smog from 100%
With that
hit point.
stupid setup.
In
Yeah.
like the first 5 minutes of the third movie, Smog
all
is
3
dead.
movies were just so bad.
The
They
book was
were.
much better. The book was
God.
much better.
Much
No,
better. The book was
The
much better.
GameCube game.
Oh,
GameCube
oh.
game was amazing.
The
Dude, the
PS2
Lego
games were
mini
like-
the Lego minifigures, ridiculous.
Bah.
I have some of them. They're great.
Okay.
I
So
also
is
have
Although
8
the
Jango
mini-
Fests.
And I
Quick
have
question.
initiative. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jimmy.
So was blur my prepared action? Like for
Yes, you guys get all your prepared stuff.
no.
Like, that
So,
happened.
but then, never mind. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, before initiative, that stuff happens. I was
Yeah,
just
I
saying,
gotcha.
it's closing too fast for y'all to shoot as well.
That's okay. That's what I was.
Yeah,
Assuming.
with the 120-foot range, it enters and closes that to where it's initiative time.
Yeah.
I did the math for it.
Initiative
Um,
time.
yeah,
Would
so
Ed
initiative
Sheeran or me know
18.
the age of this dragon?
You can. Ed would have a better guess if
Excuse
you
me.
want to try
Yeah.
a check.
I
We
will.
should check.
What's
before we actually
12.16. Pathetic.
What check?
How did you roll a
Perception?
It's
12.16?
So,
to break
there's
ties.
There's this function on Roll20 to do tiebreakers on your initiative.
Ooh,
Plus
Ichabod coming in
0.
clutch.
Gotta
That all you have to
specify
do is
that
click
plus
on
0.
the word that says initiative. It'll roll it for you.
But
23.
since
Roll it twice, please.
This is the one I'm gonna die in. It's over.
the better the initiative, the higher
23,
risk
nice.
for Marty. She just runs in first.
What
Okay,
happens
so,
if our ship sinks and our
Ed.
spawn point
Yeah,
is
can I
at
do
the
a
bottom of
perception
the
check?
ocean?
I would
live.
ask for any intelligence, either a nature check or a history check.
Yeah, history would be.
Can I attempt history?
You can attempt history.
That is my history roll.
That's mine.
So, this dragon looks to be like a young blue dragon.
Easy.
Young blue dragons are exceedingly dangerous still. Young blue dragons
Easy win.
are the... So, in D&D world, young blue dragons are not that intimidating of a CR. For those of you who made the very high history checks, you would understand that comparatively, this is an adult dragon in the D&D book.
Okay.
So
So you're
a
saying
young
that this
dragon
young
is an
dragon is
adult
scaled?
dragon.
It's a teenager dragon.
This is an
You're-
adult dragon. This is
Got
an
a curve
adult
on the
dragon
text.
stat block.
We know that in
That's
lore,
what it's
your young
supposed to
dragons
do.
are stacked.
Yes. So,
Okay, understood.
just so you understand the threat of dragons,
Okay, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That better mean that
So-
when we fight an ancient dragon, we all die.
Sam, do you have
guys-
fizz bands?
Ooh, Fizban's
No,
cool.
but I'm
is
sure I
cool.
could find it.
You should
You want
get
the-
fizz bands. Like the super ancient dragon worm does like 36d10 or whatever fire
Also, the
damage.
Mind
It's
Flayer dragon,
something
like-
stupid.
Oh,
Like the
So
Elder
cool.
Brain, like Draco Lich or whatever, that thing's badass too.
is
We ran
the
into a
design for that
fake
are
one of
awesome.
those and out of the abyss. It was scary
A
as
real
fuck.
one would have killed you. That's
Would-
why I didn't use
yeah.
a real one.
Also, Fizzban, fun fact from the Paladin of Bahamut, Fizzban is Bahamut.
Gamer.
He outs
Spoilers.
himself.
All right. So you see, once the arrows start getting loosed from, so the Marines are going to act on the same turn, which I will narrate. But Garib, as you're taking shots, your first two, as soon as it's released, you know it misses, it skims by the dragon. You see it start to serpentine to make it harder to get hit by. And it goes first as it's coming screaming in. You see it come, and it's gonna land right about. It's not gonna land. It's gonna come fly right about here. It kind of pauses itself in the air with its wings and spreads out, and it brings its wings back and snaps them forward. And a massive gust of wind blasts through the whole ship, trying to blow people off. So I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Everyone.
Everyone.
So is it facing this way?
It's a big dragon. It
So
is
just-
going
Dragon.
down.
Oh, it's going down. I thought
And
it was
it's
going.
also it's more like at an angle to
Okay.
where it captures almost the entire ship. So if you guys were past this mass on the right, you'd be fine. Okay.
You'll be decent.
Anybody below an 18
God.
gets pushed 10 feet away from the dragon.
I no
If that
longer want to
pushes
be
you
where I am.
off the boat. If that pushes you up against a railing, let me know. We need to roll something.
I'm up against a
You
mast.
also take damage, which is going to be...
Wind
Dang it.
damage.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Everyone please make your concentration checks. That is concentrating.
Wait, so everyone takes 15 regardless if they save?
No, sorry. If you save, if you're above an 18,
Uh-huh.
also those of us within... Oh, Marty, the Marines within around you do better.
Yay!
Yeah. So, if
Was
you
Marty about to
save,
fly
you
off?
take half. So 15 divided by 2 is 8. So 8 if you save, 16 if you fail, and let me know you are directly away from the dragon. So let me know if that bumps you up against a railing. I need to know if you tumble over.
How far do we get pushed back?
10 feet, straight back.
But that's if you fail to save.
That's if you fail. If you succeed, you
Oh,
hold
okay.
position.
Sweet.
I
It's
exclaim,
sturdy
no more
boys,
Mr. Nice Sim. And
Brent,
ready
you
for
got
battle.
pushed back 10 feet. Did
I'm in a
you...
mast.
So you'd hit the mast, okay. What about... Oh, and everyone else saved. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, except for Marty. Marty got
We're both different.
an 11.
I rolled pretty poorly, but I'm also up against a mast, so I'm.
How did you
I'm
get a
good.
27?
That was my concentration.
Okay, so Marty, you're the only one that gets pushed up against a railing. You have the mast too
Okay.
at the side, which will lessen this chance. Marty, I need you to roll me a D100.
How is Marty
And
getting
tell me,
pushed
do you
over a
want
rail?
higher or lower?
D100.
How is
I
Marty
want in
getting
the
pushed over a
middle.
rail?
Oh shit! I accidentally added a 7.
You
So
you kind of gotta.
38.
Which
So
what
you
what
said
is
you
the
said higher or lower?
I said middle.
Middle? Okay.
Dude, I can
so,
roll again.
No, you're fine.
what is the
you-
force vector acting on Marty?
You get you kind of get lifted off your feet for a second, and you get hit into the mast and ping ponged into the railing, but your arm gets stuck in the railing, so you don't go
Oh.
flying over, and you're able to like dislodge your arm. Thankfully, you had your shield out, and it got stuck. You do notice that about 25% of the crew gets flung overboard.
25%.
They just get blown off. So that's 25% of the Marines, 25% of the sailors just off the boat in the water.
We gotta anchor.
So
Yikes.
that's
We gotta get these people.
Where's the capstan? We gotta hit it.
All
and
hands to
then
capstan.
You see it goes. It's gonna fly. It's about there.
I'm gonna yell "wimp ass iguana" as it runs away.
Oh.
Next. Sorry, it gets. That's a little too far there. Next up is Garib. What are you doing?
Shoot the fucker.
Do I have a clear view of this guy, or do I need to?
You are looking through 2 masts. You need to go all the way to the you need to go to the northmost part of the ship if you go in a straight line.
On the port side.
Yep, on the port side. You now
All right.
have a straight shot.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him twice.
Go for it. Pew pew.
Pew pew.
The
Nope.
1-2.
That misses.
Wait,
Garrett?
I'm gonna chronal shift that one. Reroll
Okay,
it.
so roll it again, Dad. This is your first attack.
Ooh,
Still
sorry.
misses. Second
All
attack.
good, all good.
21. That hits. So 13, and you'll proc Colossus Slayer. So can you roll me another D8?
Have you looked into
Whoa,
what is it?
whoa, whoa,
Bonus
whoa,
action
whoa, whoa.
steady aim.
What happened?
I don't
That is
think
a
the
rogue
Rangers get that. That's a
Rogue
rogue
thing.
feat.
Take
That's
a
what I was
level in
just
rogue.
Was he too far for me to cast Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
What the hell happened here?
I don't know.
That dragon's fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, it's
Nani?
100 feet away.
Speedy
It says
man.
you're typing. Are you trying to type into the thing?
No, I tried to do the up arrow, and it gave me all this funny
Oh
code.
yeah, that's.
Oh, that's because you rolled through roll 20.
Yeah.
The up arrow will return the most recent command.
and
yeah,
now
clicking
I'm trying
things
to
is
clear-
technically
okay.
a command.
So I have to do it again. I just have to type it in again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just backslash roll. 1d8. That way we get all of the damage to the guy.
You can also. There is a
No.
UI element to click 2d20 or 1d20 or d8. Jesus Christ, I can talk.
You're good. Okay, so you do 14 points of damage. Is lizard phobic. Dad, you know you're hitting it and it's taking damage, but it looks healthy.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
You're
sure.
drilling arrows into this sucker. Ichabod, what are you doing?
Oh, Ichabod's panicking. I think I am within range. Yes, I am within range to at least throw a javelin at
Well,
it.
wait,
Oh,
Ichabod.
hell yeah.
Hold on. Ichabod, do you need a ranged weapon? I can toss you my crossbow.
Yes, please toss that on your turn.
Alright, yeah.
In the meantime, I will throw a javelin at this.
You've had
sucker.
these javelins since the beginning, haven't you?
I have.
Is this your first time throwing one?
No, you start with 5. I have 4.
Okay,
But
amazing.
I admit I cannot remember the first time I used my javelin.
I don't remember either.
But I will roll 22 to hit.
Pretty good. I was gonna say, you're not used to fighting on ship, but 22 will hit. You're not used to throwing shit off of a ship.
Actually, so funny story. Ichabod would have missed if we weren't on a ship, but the ship ducked down. And it worked just well enough that he was able
Yeah.
to hit.
Alright, roll your damage for your
Ichabod is
javelin. Is it a
Ichabod-
D6?
It's a D6.
Okay, give it to me.
Every
Plus your
bit
strength.
counts. Not 32, but 9
Nice.
That's
Nice.
funny.
Fantastic.
Just Ichabod just runs up. Yeet!
Yeah. This actually kills the dragon. Ichabod
Hell.
killed the dragon. No, I'm
This
kidding.
kills the dragon.
Alright, Gick, what are we doing?
Alright, I would like to move. Oops, that's not the move button. To move down here.
Okay.
Can I have line of sight from here, right?
Yes.
And
As
I'm
long
gonna
as you can
cast,
touch the square.
Ralathim's Psychic Lance. It must make an int save.
Is this isn't concentration? This is just a one-shot thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's a Bongo Blast style attack. Also known as instantaneous.
Okay. So remind me what it does again.
He
Int
has
save?
to int save DC 16.
Okay.
I realize he probably has high int, but it's 7d6, so it's going to be good damage regardless.
Okay.
Xander is
It
liver.
succeeds.
It succeeds? Okay.
Do you
Only
know?
against dragons.
Would you want to guess its name, Jimmy?
Its name? I do not.
Yes.
Because I don't...
You don't wanna
Actually,
guess the
wait.
name?
Wait, hold on. This is just out of game. Did our boy Other Dragon mention a blue dragon's name?
Beck? No, but this
Okay.
dragon is smaller than Beck.
Okay. Well, I have no reason to guess a dragon's name.
Yeah,
This
but
child's
Beck was
name is
big and was a
unforgettable.
dragon lord.
Unforgettable.
So you imagine that's like the
Yeah.
peak dragon, but this is not one of those.
And it does 76 damage, so it does half of 19. Wow, I rolled 4
What are
ones.
those
So
ones?
10? What kind
Jesus
of damage?
Christ.
Psychic?
Psychic damage, yeah.
Nice.
And if it
What's
would have,
wrong
if
with
you
you?
failed, it would have been incapacitated until my next turn.
And just
Dang.
falling into the ocean.
Yep.
Sandor, what are you doing?
Oh boy, it's time for a vitriolic sphere.
Oh boy.
What does that do?
It's a sphere that's
It's an
vitriolic.
acid fireball.
Acid ball.
Place within range and glowing 1 foot. Is it really
It's-
DC 12?
It's not DC 12. I didn't set that up right. It's DC 16.
Takes 10d4 acid damage and 44 on the next turn. On a successful save, a creature. Okay, so DC 16. What save is it? Dexterity. Yeah, it succeeds.
So that's.
So you see-
23 No.
You shoot this big glob of goop at it, and you see it kind of tucks its wings and barrel rolls, and only a
Ooh,
little bit
barrel
gets
roll.
on it.
Damn,
So do
it just barrel
10d4
rolled.
and we'll take half.
Barrel roll.
Okay. I am going to. It rolled the damage there. You can see.
Oh, was that the damage already? The 23?
Yes, I'm gonna roll
Okay.
again. This is just a test. Now it calculates the DC right.
Okay,
So
23, so minus 12. Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Can I like free action just like drop my crossbow on the ground, or is Ichabod not close to me?
Oh, we're super far
Ichabod
away.
is 20 feet away.
Okay. Then I will.
can drop it on the
pass over
ground.
next time.
You can walk over and drop it,
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, I'll do that then.
but it is an action to pick it up.
Yeah, that's fine.
An action to pick it up. Okay.
But what else do you got? You're throwing javelins.
It's an
That's
action to
true.
stow weapons. It's an action to pick them up.
I got really lucky that last time,
The
but I
dude's gonna
could
be
get
out of
lucky
range of
again.
javelins next turn.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ed, what are we doing?
But wait a minute, is Ichabod this character on
I'm
the right
assuming
here?
I can't hit him at this
Yes.
range with
Here.
my breath weapon. so-
Yeah, that's me.
No, it is
I'm gonna go
75
here.
feet away from you.
Yeah, okay. Who would benefit the most from temporary hit points?
The
So if
ranger.
I get breath
Yeah,
weapons,
Keep the
I'm
ranger
probably
away.
going
Probably the
down.
ranger.
Also the ranger, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That are you calculating? Are you adding your damage, the extra damage you get to dragons?
Oh.
You know what? What was that?
4.
It's
Oh,
just a
plus
flat
4
four.
damage. No. Can we
We'll
add that
add
in?
that going forward.
Yeah.
We'll do that going forward.
Oh, I should have added it now.
Okay, is
It's all good.
the ranger out of my reach? Is he up high on something?
The ranger's
I'm
right
up
here,
on I'm on the stern castle.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
just over 15 feet away.
Okay, then I'm gonna come up to you, and then I'm gonna use enhance ability on you and give you bear's endurance.
Nice.
That do.
It will give you 2d6 temporary hit points.
Nice. And then so you're concentrating. Oh. So how many folks are concentrating now?
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm
Hey
concentrating.
Jimmy,
I am
speaking of
not.
rolling ones, wow.
2 temporary hit points.
Dad, you have 2 more hit
Dang.
points, or 2 more temporary hit points.
It could make a difference.
That-
could.
Incredible.
Given our
Yeah.
past experiences, that could be a make or break right there.
It could be a huge difference.
There's been many times I've been 1 hit point away of dropping you guys. All right. So do you see the dragon?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
It's
you know what?
going
I have an
to-
advantage on saving throws against dragons too.
Oh,
You
you
do.
guys grouped up though.
But I'm.
Yeah, y'all
isn't-
are
isn't-
like breath weapon city back
Oh
there.
yeah, but for if he's gonna try
Not
and
my
blow us
problem.
off, there's a wall right here, isn't there?
Mhm.
So I'm down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're lower, but everyone else ain't.
See, I'm gamer.
I need to
I'm
move.
big brain.
Everyone's
Guys.
hated.
Listen.
It flies
the dragon,
that way, and I just need to.
Oh.
I didn't have enough space, so
The
it flies
dragon
to get about
exists.
right about there.
What do you
It's
say,
moving
Marty?
Oh
real
shoot!
fast.
What'd you say?
I was gonna
Marty?
say the dragon exists in our imaginations. If we just wish it away hard enough, it'll go
All right,
away.
ladies and gentlemen,
Or-
don't think about the dragon anymore. It can't hurt us.
It's like Santa.
No, it's
Don't
the game
give it
is called
power.
Dungeons
40k
and Dragons.
orcs.
Dungeons
We
and
haven't-
Imaginations.
We haven't had any dungeons yet, so legally
Oh,
dragons
no.
can't exist.
It's true.
I need
That's
to
bad.
move.
We're actually just playing Call of Cthulhu.
That's bad.
Speaking of which, should I run a Call of Cthulhu? Y'all want to join?
I'd be down.
That would be if you guys want to do like a one shot ever coming up.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I've
Still gotta
never
finish
played
one
it.
more shot.
So,
I've never
Marty,
played
all you
Call
need
of
to know
Cthulhu.
is your character probably is going to die, and you need to come
Okay.
emotionally prepared for that. Because if you get into combat, like one hit from anything will kill you.
Oh,
This is where the dragon is.
A gun is
Don't
a
get
D10 damage,
attached.
and you've got like 6 health.
So the dragon's
it
just straight
is-
chilling.
Next to you see it's like lining itself up to come straight in at the boat, and you see it's kind of shrunk down to get lower to the air to the water. Stockton, what are you doing?
Still hit it from where I'm at.
No, it is too low. You would have to make your way up to like the very front to take a shot at it. Unless you like come to the end and hang off and take a shot at a disadvantage, maybe not full disadvantage, but you need to find a way to be able to shoot down because it is now like low to the water where it's like feet are touching the water.
And I can't get to the bow, can I?
No, it's 60 feet away. You'd have to dash, but you can reposition, you can change where you are. If you
Ready in
want to
action.
try to stand on the railing, you can make me a check to see if you don't fall over as the ship is moving.
Keep
Yeah,
in
I'm
mind,
I'm not stupid.
Oh, but it's
Like-
not
no,
stupid,
no,
it'd
listen,
be
listen.
cool.
like Marty just said, good call out on this because I forgot about it too. You can ready an action, and you can say, when I see the dragon, I want to shoot at it. And
That's
that
true.
can be a criteria.
Yes, so when you could say when I have when I have a spot at the dragon, you can shoot. You can very well do that if you'd like.
You wouldn't shoot
You'll get
now,
your full
but the
multi-attack.
next time your condition is met, you would.
Yes. So essentially, even if it goes to the top of the round, before your turn hits again, that is set up. Ready, action. And you may take your full multi-attack because it's stupid that you can't, because there's no reason, there's no stipulation on caster's
It's
spells.
ready to action, not ready to singular thing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that. I'm gonna ready an action so when he does come up and over, I've got the action ready.
Okay.
And
That's
I'm
your
going to
stipulation,
position
and you-
myself in the middle of the stern,
Ooh.
so I
Okay.
can go either way quickly. Or do I need
So,
to
like,
stay in one
back
place?
here, back here.
Yeah. So if I'm at the stern, so I can go here, in between the two places, or do I have to be in position when he pops up?
You need to have moved. You can't move and shoot.
Yeah.
You have to do one.
Wherever
that,
you
so-
stop is where you're at.
So-
Yeah.
but
Wherever
I
you
can do
stop
my-
is where your condition
I
will
can
be.
do my prepared action. I'm gonna position myself here and ready my action. So when the conditions are met, I will fire twice.
Yeah. The condition is I have a shot on the dragon.
Yes.
Okay. You have 2 shots. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Ichabod.
Ichabod. So, if I want to yell a persuasion check at the dragon, is that a action or a free action?
Make me a. This is before you decide to do this. This is for you to see if you understand. Make me a
If Marty understands.
survival check. No. Just make a
Ichabod
survival check.
understands.
I'll explain.
Okay. Luckily, Ichabod is bad at these. That's pretty good.
With the sounds of the ship and the yelling and the commotion and how far the
Mhm.
dragon away and how fast it is, it's not gonna hear you.
If I don't think I could
Do you know
ready
thaumaturgy?
again.
You have a magical way of amplifying your voice. Do you have thaumaturgy?
I wish.
You have a megaphone.
I only have
You have a
Druidcraft.
megaphone.
I need a
Druidcraft a
code.
megaphone.
If you take a
Damn.
minute, I will let you make a sign out of flowers that says, "Please stop attacking us."
But I
Just
need
wanna
a
spell
squeak.
Sky-
Very fair
Skyrite.
of you.
Yeah, Skyrite. I've only ever seen that used once, and it was in Critical
Listen.
Role.
I was just about to
I
say.
think-
Taking it, like,
Listen.
what the hell, why for?
Alright. I'm gonna persuade the dungeon master here. The whole crew has been listening to my goddamn shoes squeak this entire week. They are hearing it in their dreams. It's that bad. I'm
Okay.
sure the dragon could hear squeak, squeak
No.
on the deck, and it'll haunt
dragon
his
can't hear you.
nightmares. Dang it!
Just like me
Alright,
when
well
I dream
thank you.
about Fat
Then
Then what do you
It
do?
was
What do you
worth
do
a
with your
shot.
turn?
Squeaking. Yes.
I am going to throw a javelin.
It is out of your range.
Now, keep in
I
mind,
will
my
ready
crossbow's on the
to
ground.
throw
My
a
crossbow's on the
javelin.
ground, remember?
There's a crossbow at your feet. You may pick it up if you would, but this thing is 155 feet away
Right.
from you,
The
and you have a
problem
map
is
in your way.
That's within crossbow
I still
range.
have three javelins, and my dexterity's +0. So I will ready a javelin, and then when I'm out of javelins, I'll pick up the
Throw the
You're ready to
crossbow.
throw- Can you throw two javelins in a turn?
No,
If you have
unfortunately
multi-attack,
not.
yes.
Wait, really?
No way.
Multi-attack,
It's a
you can
ranged
throw two.
attack.
You can throw
It's
Is it
two.
ranged.
loading?
It's
I
ranged.
guarantee it. How would it be
Those are
loading?
ranged.
It's a stick. It's not loading.
Gotta load the stick into your hand.
You ever loaded a stick?
You can
Javelin?
throw
No,
two
you can
daggers.
throw twice. You can throw
You
two
can throw
daggers.
two
You can shoot a
daggers. You
bow
can throw
twice.
two javelins.
Did you not
Oh
know
my
that? I
God,
thought you were just
no.
trying to save your javelins. I thought it was just a joke javelin.
No, well, I would have if I knew.
Right.
Well, it
Now
wasn't
you're
joke,
ready
it
to
was being
throw
honest.
two javelins.
I'll
No,
ready
you know
to
what,
throw
Marty,
two javelins.
How about next turn I give you my wand of magic missile and you agree to not drop it overboard?
Tempting, but
Kick, what are you doing?
it's also tempting
Me?
to throw. overboard.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ready an Eldritch Blast whenever I see
Ready,
it.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah.
Sandor.
Can I see this bitch?
Yes, you'd have to move to be able to get a better view of it because it is like as close to the ground as
Question.
possible, and this ship
Is
sits
this-
about 20 feet up out of the
Is
water.
the scorpion nearest me manned?
Yes, the
Push him
Marines are
overboard.
shooting at it. They're just having a hell of a time trying to hit it. Like maybe one or two bolts have hit,
Fair enough. All right. In that case,
and they're firing whenever they get the chance.
let me move to the edge here, not on the scorpions, and do
Okay.
some distance calculations.
145 feet.
45. Okay. I don't actually think I have much in that range. Let me look something up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most things are 120.
Yeah.
Vitriolic is 150, so who knows? It's a
Well,
wild
is
west
that
out
level
here.
4? Or is that level 3?
Level 4 spell, but yeah.
I was gonna say if they just decide to keep making better level 3 spells to like shit
the
on
thing
the
is-
original PHP spells.
The math works out so that Vitriolic is 100% worse if they fail to save, but it's 50% more effective than a fireball when they fail. Did I say fail twice? I don't know.
Yeah. No, you said yes, you did, but I know what you meant.
All right.
I'm
I don't
smelling
have
what you're stepping
shit
in.
for this. Crossbow range. I don't have crossbow.
You don't have a
Alright.
crossbow. You put it on the ground.
I dropped the crossbow. Yes. So
Rip it out of Marty's hands.
you know what I do have though? I have a short bow. What's the max range on that?
You also have shapeshifter.
That's what I'm talking about. I have everything. I should add, I have a normal light crossbow that I dropped. I did not drop my magic weapon.
No, I know. I know you
What-
had you had the crossbow before shapeshifter.
In which case, I'm actually a crackhead. I'll just use shapeshifter as a light crossbow.
Okay.
I roll with
What's the range on a
disadvantage.
light crossbow again?
80, 320. I still hit.
8320. Roll at disadvantage. Yes, you hit. Okay. So you will not get sneak attack.
Disregard sneak. I'll take that off.
Yeah.
This is
Did
full
you?
over from
Yeah, because
rogue.
you moved. Okay. Yeah, you hit. It still looks healthy.
Figured as much.
Excuse me.
Ed, what are we doing?
I mean, here's the tough part. I don't really have anything I can really throw at him, and if there's no one that needs immediate healing,
Call his mother ugly.
And you're already concentrating, so you can't really do any other buff spells. You can always take the dodge action or the help action.
You could also bardic inspire people. That's a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Bards
you're
do
right.
that.
I can do that without breaking the concentration. I will do that.
All buffs to the ranger.
Ranger,
Not
do you
bad
want
move,
even more buffs?
I mean, the ranger is the weight puller this fight. So
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get okay. Yeah, you would benefit most from my bardic inspiration. You
Alright.
get a D8 bardic inspiration.
36 ounces of beer down.
Is that additional
Jesus
damage?
Christ, Brent.
I just sent
it can be.
the
I'll be right back. I want to put this in
what
the
do you call
dishes.
it? The text box in the chat. It's just you can apply it to one of your rolls. Though I don't have
Attack
that
roll
little.
or a damage roll?
Yes, either.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever
really?
you can throw it on whatever you decide.
Any
Sweet.
D20 roll.
All right.
So an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It's not damage.
Really?
Unless
It's
that
not-
is a
sorry,
lore
yeah.
bard thing.
There's no additional
it was-
benefit anymore since I'm not creating.
Yeah.
a sheet.
So
Oh,
it
yeah,
is,
that was
it
a
is either
creation
to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Cool.
Okay. That's everybody's turn. You see the dragon, as it kind of comes down, you see it kind of tilt its wings so it slows down some, and it sits about to where the ship comes in within range, and it's about 90 feet away from the ship. Or no, sorry. It gets about to be... It gets about 60 odd feet from the boat. Just about, was it here?
Yep.
And the boat's still traveling forward, right?
Going forward, yeah.
All of our men are behind us. Shit.
Oh.
We left them
So-
behind. We'll come back for them
Mhm.
All of who? Yeah,
if we
the-
don't sink.
Jard is trying to slow it down, but he can't just stop. Oh, I forgot to narrate this. Sorry. As soon as all those people go overboard, you see Arabella quickly cast what looks to be like a very intense spell. All of her raccoons run off her body, jump in the water. As they fall, they expand
Ooh.
into big raccoons,
I
and they hit the
love
water
her.
to swim after, and she
Raccoon
falls
rafts.
unconscious.
Oh,
So
I
she's
love
laying on the deck
her.
unconscious. One of the Marines grabs her and gets her into her quarters during the action. I
She's
meant to
the
narrate
best.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god.
About 19 raccoons jump into the water.
Jesus Christ.
So I got a question for you.
Yes.
Can I tell who's at the helm?
The helmsman, which is not Jart. I forget
Okay.
who I said. I don't think we've talked to the helmsman yet.
Yeah, hard to port. Hard to port.
Lido Fick is the helmsman.
Lido, hard to port.
Yeah.
Do it now.
You hear Jart chuckle and say, "This one has not fought the sea worms yet, has he?" And he tells him to keep going forward, and he's calling for a slowing to the ship.
No, we need to broadside this thing.
This thing moves. All
I
right,
got
so
it.
on it comes
Moving.
to about 60 feet away, and those in the front,
Should
you
be so
see it kind of twist its wings back and slow up, and it kind of puffs its chest out and breathes in. And as it breathes in, you see
Goodbye,
these like
friends.
crackles forming in its chest, and it comes up through its neck, and it releases this very large bolt of
It's
electricity
a crackmancer.
going straight into the boat, and everyone else, you hear this crackling, and then the boat shakes as the lightning hits and goes about 30 feet into the boat at the bottom. It hits right above the sea level, and you feel the boat slow significantly from that, as if like a bunch of water is now rushing into the boat.
Huh.
They
How
should
big
have
is the hole
named
in
the ship the
boat? Can I shoot
Titanic.
from here?
It's sizable, and it doesn't help that the dragon turns its mouth as it hits, and it kind of rakes it some.
It's a really good thing I have the repair wood spell.
What?
Repair ship
Excellent.
spell.
Mending. Mending will
You
surely
see
fix
it
this.
then
College of
It then-
Fixing Boats.
claps its wings together to gain itself some height, moves itself up.
Can I see?
So those, it will cut its way north. So
Uh-huh.
those who will be within range, let's see. Then we move Gik. Yes,
Did
Gik,
you-
you can shoot,
I wanna
because you can hit that top
Kill
corner.
it with my...
Also, should we count for the Ranger's ready to action? Have we done that?
Yes, the Ranger's ready action will proc because it's gonna get up to where it'll be hit. So it'll get here. So then
Wait,
you
I can
guys
take two
shoot.
Eldritch Blast.
I think that
Yes.
means
Forgot.
my ready to action goes off as well.
Marty, what's your range on your on your javelin?
30, 120.
Yes.
So I have disadvantage.
I'm gonna
Yes.
look up the world record javelin toss throw because 120 sounds ridiculous.
I do 17
It's
damage.
pretty ridiculous.
Thank you, Gik.
Bruce Jenner.
World record javelin
Yeah,
toss
but-
is about 300 feet.
I have
Marty's-
the ring of Herculean
Ichabod
So
strength.
sucks.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
I'm also
Ichabod's a
skinny.
terrible javelinist.
It's
Ichabod
okay.
got
Uh,
16.
The 16 misses, the 15 misses.
15. Natural.
Dash,
worth
can
a
you roll
shot.
2 attacks, please, because you're ready to
Scandinavia-
action will proc.
Scandinavia holds half of all medals given in the javelin toss category.
Dang.
That hit.
Vikings are thick.
That
Scandinavians are
hit.
just
They're
built
19.
different.
Please roll me
Yeah.
another D8.
Built
2d8,
different.
We
right?
add 8 to that too.
Yeah, 1D8.
Why only one? Colossus Slayer?
Colossus Slayer procs once per turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
okay.
then I do the but then you add an additional 8 to that
Wait,
Why?
it hits.
because of damage
Dragon.
to dragons +4.
Okay, thank you.
Does he have
Also-
favorite enemy
Eight, then-
dragon or something?
Go ahead and then do roll 1D8 plus
Damn.
8 then. Yeah, rangers get bonuses to damage to their favorite enemies. So every humanoid, my dad should be doing 2 extra damage per hit.
So another
This
15.
dragon ain't a humanoid.
Yeah. So with that, you're starting to see some of the wear and tear is showing up on this dragon. Still
He
looks
looks like he's got 100,000 miles on him.
pretty good though.
Call him used Camry.
You got that total damage of
And it will finish its movement out
Hello, music bot.
to get
Hello,
about.
darkness, my old friend.
Did the music bot just stop for anyone else?
8 plus
It
11
did.
19 plus
I have him
8
turned down a little bit. Hard to tell.
There.
is
Goodbye,
It,
music
it
bot.
wheels itself north up to
Hello,
about
music
there.
bot.
Weird.
Is this Sea
Alright.
Thieves?
Yes.
Stockton, what are you doing? It is back to your turn.
Fitting
Yeah,
music.
I'm gonna continue to hammer this thing.
Okay. You'll have to move because now you
Hey,
have a
Sam.
bunch of stuff in the way.
It's fine. I can move back over here against the railing.
Okay. Yes.
Can we get attacked by a kraken one day?
Yeah. I mean,
No.
I planned on hitting you guys with
No.
2 right after this attack.
Ooh, 'cause
I
that
can
would
handle
be
5
like-
krakens.
There's
28?
actually 5 krakens hidden in the GM layer.
Nice.
No, 28 hits, 18 hits. So go ahead and roll me another D8 plus 8, please, for your damage. Your bonus damage.
Whiskey
It's
tastes like
another
I'm just eating
10.
caramel.
We should run into a friendly Kraken.
Oh,
He just
Fancy.
wants to trade Pokemon Go cards.
10,
they make Pokemon
24
Go
plus
cards.
9 is 33.
They should. It's a fantasy setting.
I've been re-addicted to Pokemon Go.
All right, how is this thing looking?
I fucking love
bloodied.
Pokemon Go. Okay, it's fine.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So good on a college game.
I can't read that. You're holding it up to me, not your camera. Yeah,
11D2.
I saw
Dude,
the
he's
big
literally done the
11D2.
math. Look at him.
the dragon. Alright. Ichabod, what are you doing?
Ichabod can't really do too much. I'm gonna pick up the thing.
You have a crossbow now? Okay.
Yeah, I have a crossbow.
Also, I should have mentioned I should have dropped bolts. Can I have retroactively done that or no?
I just kind of figured.
Okay, yeah.
It has a
I'm
bolt
not gonna
loaded.
be. I'm not
Here's a
gonna be
crossbow
that
with no ammo.
bag.
It's also
Have
loaded. Yeah.
fun.
Gick, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move. Gotta move that gear up.
The crossbow has one of those bolt like
Ah, shit.
harnesses on it. It
Reloaders.
just holds like 8 bolts on it.
I
It's
don't
a
know if I'm gonna be
revolving
able to get
crossbow.
close enough.
Be sick.
Let's see, where was I? I was here.
That was 30 feet, yeah.
Damn. Well,
Unfortunately, though, Marty, you can only shoot it once a turn.
I will
That's true.
do the same thing. Once it gets within range, I will shoot it twice.
Okay.
And I have a +0. Or I have a.
Sandor,
You're
what are you doing?
proficient. You're proficient, so it'd be +3.
I only
What?
have +3.
Distance calculation. 115. This bad boy's in trouble. It's time for maximum Glock mode.
Does he cast shield?
Maximum.
Yes, the dragon casts shield. It's a very big, comically large shield.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
those
the range
will
on
hit.
counter
Ed, what are you
spell?
doing?
Ring.
I'm not in range. of
No one
counter
needs
spell.
healing at the moment, right?
No,
Well,
not yet.
I mean, everyone's
Just
taking a
the
little
ship.
bit of damage, but
The
like,
ship is
Wait,
getting,
wait,
the
wait.
ship has problems.
Is this Sea of Thieves? Are we getting? Is
Yes.
there like 2 holes right now? We have to go
Yeah.
below decks.
are there
and
any
use the holes.
boat-based
Play
activities I can do to help out?
Boat-based
So now that you say that, the
activities.
crew is starting to be very freaked out.
Mhm.
There is a
Who's-
big ass dragon attacking them. there's a large gaping hole in the bow. The ship is moving forward, so it's collecting more water.
Mm-hmm.
I told you to
And-
go hard to port.
Okay. I don't know if this counts as like an action or not, but could I
Yeah.
could I rally them, like to
Try.
like try to coordinate maybe?
What
Or
were
no.
you trying to get them to do?
Work on getting water out of the ship, trying to keep
Okay,
it afloat.
if
Basically, not
if-
being like an unorganized mess.
That's a
make
great
me
idea.
a persuasion check, and if you consume a bardic inspiration die, I'll let you do it at advantage.
Okay. Okay.
I can also.
My
in a
persuasion's
pinch-
pretty good. Could I not use?
You don't have to. It's just if
Okay.
you want advantage, I'll let you eat
Yeah. No,
a
I think
bardic inspiration die.
my persuasion's pretty good. Yeah.
19. Yeah. So you're able to rally. Are you gonna go below deck with them?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm gonna like help them like lead
Yeah.
with that.
So you run down to deck, and as you get down there, you see there's some people that are like trying to pull people back in that are like stuck and like getting sucked out. And there's a team that's working on putting up this like net over the opening as the
Okay.
water's filling up, and they're trying to like find ways of blocking up the ship. And you're able to like get down there, and like you see some people are freaking out, so you run down and you yell to them like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Rally.
whatever you want to say. Maybe some good
Mhm.
bedside manner that if you freak out now, you drown tonight.
Yeah.
Like it rallies them, and they start putting up and plugging what they can and putting stuff in the way to try to slow the water
Yeah,
down.
I'd like to think my
Um,
little traveling band is doing like a little light beat to keep them in time or something like
Yeah.
Say, for every 1 ounce of seawater in this ship is 1 stick of celery you'll eat when we go to port.
No.
A fate worse than
Yes,
death.
Dad.
So even in a ship from this era, they should be able to seal off the bow to prevent the rest of the ship from taking on water.
Right, but it
So they would
went
have to
30
close those
feet through the
hatches.
boat, Dad.
What?
It went 30 feet through the boat. So if you all
So it
recall,
wiped out all those walls.
so
Yeah.
in the Intrepid
Alright,
Dawn,
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just using that as an example because when the Tripoli got hit by a mine, they were able to seal off the doors and keep the damage limited to just the front of the ship.
yes, but
But
this
30
thing
feet
went
on a wooden
this deep.
ship, I've got you. You're right.
And went
The damage
this
is
way.
significant. Yep, got it.
Yeah, it is.
is significantly significant.
To
Yeah,
quote the French,
significantly significant.
It is notable, one might say.
to quote the
I would
French,
say,
yeah.
I would use the word significant.
Yeah. So, as soon as that hit, so the
This
Marines
ship
are
is-
reacting.
This ship is screwed.
The Marines' turn is at the end of combat. So,
Yeah.
Jart is now yelling to drop anchors. He's yelling to plug the hole. He's yelling to get as many things blocked up as he can, and he's telling the helmsman to just cut the wheel as hard as they can, because they're trying to cut it. So he says cut to port because that's where the hole is. If you cut this way, less water comes in, and the boat's going to start to spin.
All right, so he's gonna. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Sorry. Good luck.
That-
I'm drowning! Oh my god!
This is gonna
Oh,
be.
Just
Interesting.
yeah. It's we'll be theater. We're already theatering of the mind a little bit. Okay. So
Theater of
next
drowning.
turn, the dragon is gonna fly to where it's off the map. It's gonna be out of everybody's range except for, or actually, no. What's it gonna do? Is it needs to set itself to be.
At any
Martin's hit that
point,
PHP.
at any point, did it get within 120 feet of me?
It might. Let me. I need to path out where it needs to end up.
Okay.
Do I still have the bardic inspiration for the +8, or is that gone?
You still have it.
It's plus
It's
a
not flat
D8.
plus 8, is it? It's plus a D8.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
plus D8. Yeah. I haven't needed it, but I want to make sure I have it in my back pocket.
No.
No.
So this is where your range is, Gick, and it's gonna fly
Sorry.
straight south.
Lame.
So it'll just miss by 10 feet. It's
Get over
gonna
here,
end up
coward.
turn
Get over here!
out to here or so.
Whoever gave us this dinky ass boat and sent us into ocean
Oh,
dragon land.
that will hit. I will let you take your shots.
Welcome to
'Cause it's gonna end right about
Dragonland.
there.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Kick.
1 hits for 7 damage.
Nice. Okay.
We need to do scorpion shooting drills on this crew.
Sorry. This is they're hitting. They're just not hitting often. Sorry. It needs to be about.
Oh, dare you.
here. Yeah, that's what. Oh no. Sorry, I wasn't trying to sight from you. I was trying to sight from the ship. There we go. It's about where it's trying to end up. Well, no, I want it to end up there. Okay. So you guys are, one thing to note as it's like repositioning, so you guys will get your turn. You see the crew is now, like the crew and the Marines are getting very shaken by this encounter. Like, they are very scared.
Dragon PTSD.
It's coming around. That's where it ends its turn. Party, go for it.
Question.
Yes.
I have the spell Entangle, which makes a whole bunch of vines and a whole bunch of like sticky, like.
Ocean vine.
Could I hypothetically, if I hypothetically used
Seaweed.
Entangle to clog some holes in the ship,
Oh, interesting. That's a good idea.
could I just undo Command Z the holes in the ship?
That's a smart
Are you a
idea.
Mac user? It's Control Z.
How dare you?
You know,
I was
just
thinking.
because you use a Mac,
Macintosh,
Marty,
get outta
no. You
I was
can't.
Okay.
thinking you were gonna do. You were gonna bring seaweed up and grab the dragon.
That would also be cool. Unfortunately, it specifies that the ground is difficult terrain. So if it lands, I can do that. But I
Oh,
can't
got
do it
it.
if it's in the air.
I should have taken Earthbind. I was debating
Marty-
it, and that would have been a great meme here.
I will let you. So where you are, that ladder down, the one you're closest to,
Right.
got busted up. So you'd have to drop down about 10 feet into the bottom of the ship.
Okay.
And if you cast Entangle down there, we will let you do a. What's like? Are you proficient in survival?
I'm proficient in persuasion.
I will let
Paladin
you
be
make
like-
a check using your casting like your casting bonus.
Okay.
See how well you control the vines.
Okay.
But you can cast it from the ship.
I do that.
Okay, so let me see your check. I want to see how
Okay.
much
Well,
control you
it's a
have as you try to
weird-
patch this up.
All right.
Charisma plus
This is
proficiency.
Yes.
charisma plus proficiency.
This is a cool idea. Yeah.
17.
Pretty
You
good.
you drop down and you see the same chaos, and Ed is really helping, and they're starting to patch the boat
Yeah,
up. So you
keeping
cast
them in
it,
time
focus
down
on the
here.
the wound of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, as you cast it, you're able to kind of interwind the vines through the net, and it slows down the water some, and no one's gonna fall through anymore. And like it makes a very good difference.
I'll
You
take
think
it.
you probably bought the ship just now, doing that about 2 to 3 hours before it sinks.
Garib, you feel the shield of faith drop, but I'm gonna hold these vines and keep the ship afloat.
Very good.
I end my turn with my trap card face down.
Did I skip Garib?
Yes,
I'm sorry, Garib, your turn.
it's all right. I'm gonna draw one of the firebomb arrows because I have a +8 to hit in my back pocket.
Nice.
It's not
Shot.
+8. It's
Plus
a
D8.
D8.
Oh,
It
it's a
still gives you
D8.
Yes.
plus chronergy though. It gives you a good chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Oof.
I am going to. I'm gonna time shift. Then.
Yeah.
Undo button.
So roll again, Deb.
Zawardo.
17
So-
will still miss, but you can then use the
that
Bardic
inspire.
Inspiration die.
Yeah.
So roll a
D8.
D8. Roll
I
a
mean,
D8.
It's gonna hit.
Here's hoping.
Hopefully.
An 18 hit.
Oh shit.
Did an 18 hit earlier?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
fairly
an 18
certain it
shouldn't
did.
have hit.
well, you gave it to me last time.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. Yeah, but I made that mistake then. I'm not gonna make the mistake now.
Oh,
that
come
meant-
on, man. You
shoot
gotta stay
again.
consistent.
That.
Well, that's true, but you guys make mistakes.
All right, so that one misses.
Yeah.
How dare you insinuate
Is that
I'm
the, is that the
fallible
only
at all?
one I have?
How many did you buy
As
from
far as in
from
Skim
I've
Skim
never
People?
made a mistake before.
No, no. No. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about the
you only have
firebombs,
one Bardic
I'm talking about the
Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, that's the only one you have.
Oh,
Okay, so I just wasted that. Sorry,
you're good.
Bard.
No, it's understandable. Shit happens.
it happens.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and fire a regular arrow at him then.
Okay.
Also, if you need a spare firebomb arrow, I think I have a couple.
Wow, both missed. That is unlucky. Gick, what are we doing? I accidentally let you go earlier, Ichabod. That's my bad.
Garrett,
I am going
Quick
to
interjection.
int save.
Say again.
Give me an int save. Rattle him
I was gonna
psychic
say-
lance.
in emergencies, for emergencies, I should say, I'll give you my black firebomb arrow after this.
It's
Yeah, I've got
saved.
7 of these things
It
left.
saves? Okay.
Nice.
Very, very close. It almost failed though.
That would have been funny.
Quite close.
Now,
God,
how
3
far away-
ones again.
Hold on. How far away is
8
it?
What's
9
that,
damage.
It looks really cool though, Jimmy. It
Yeah.
really does. You like squint your eyes and you like thrust your head forward and go. It just doesn't hit as hard as you think it should.
Hold on. What did you cast on it, Jimmy?
Rowlathim's Psychic Lance. I'll send you the link.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's a cool as fuck spell. And if I know someone's name, I can cast it without me seeing them.
Ooh, that's cool.
So like, if I would have known it before, I could just be like, Anne Bonnie, 76 damage.
Sandor, what are we doing?
All right. I'm 65 feet away from it. You said that Ichabod and Co had to literally jump down a hole.
Yes. Well, so the ladder down got hit by the lightning. So there's no ladder down anymore.
All right.
So you'd have to fall through the opening.
What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna secure a rope to the nearby railing and throw it down.
Okay. That's like do that as your turn.
Yeah.
That works
Yeah,
for me.
that's
Nice.
like my
Okay.
that's like my makeshift action to get everybody back in.
Okay, so Ed can always go up the stairs in the back because he's down low, but Ichabod can now climb up using his movement to get back
Thank
up
you.
as if it was a ladder. So that
Yep.
will work. Ed, you're still down there. Do you want to try and make another save to see how, or another check to keep helping? Or what would you like to
I
do?
would like to do that.
Okay.
given
Is it the same idea? Keep them focused, keep them doing
another-
well.
Yeah, persuasion, keep playing music or something. Not nearly as good
Yikes.
overall.
I can't
Yeah.
shift that.
Can I give to
It's
Bardic
still-
Inspiration to... Is there anyone, or like... Can I give it to someone who's above deck, or do I have to be in line of sight of them?
You have to see them.
Okay. So
You
no one
give
else
it
is
to-
above deck.
you
give it to
except me,
Ichabod.
right?
Ichabod's down
Most
there.
likely the ship's XO is down leading the saving efforts because the
No.
captain's still fighting the ship.
Jimmy had a good point. You're in range of Ichabod for
Yeah,
sure.
Ichabod, I'm gonna give Ichabod Bardic Inspiration because I can do that regardless. So
1d8.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who can hear you? I would say with
Oh.
the din of everything, only the people down low can hear you.
No,
It's
Okay.
very
But
loud down there.
That's
So
mostly what I
Ichabod
care
can hear
about.
you.
is
Okay.
keep the ship afloat.
So Ichabod can do that. Even though it's a 9, you don't hurt your efforts. Your efforts continue to help patch
Yeah,
the
that
ship
would
up.
that would have to be one of the shittiest speeches ever for that to, for like me to impede on like this.
You're
That'd
like,
be-
come on, keep plugging up the
You guys can
hole.
do
And like your
it.
voice cracks,
Woo.
and they're like, you know what? We don't want to do this.
Yeah.
next
So
time."
you roll a nat
You know what?
one.
I'd rather die.
No, a nat
Yeah,
one
so
is
that
you
would have to be
yelling,
a
hold the
really,
door!
really bad
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah.
Hold the door!
Too soon.
I guess.
That was the saddest episode ever.
F in chat for
Alright.
Hodor.
F
So-
in chat
Loaded
for
that door
Hodor.
until he did.
Still gotta watch that show.
Oh, that
I
episode was
need-
worth it.
To go
Yeah,
use the
Hodor,
restroom.
rip in
quick.
chat Hodor.
So I will be right back.
He's gotta take
Alright.
a gamer piss.
Gamer piss.
Real
Hodor, I was like, oh, Hodor's weird. Like the whole time, the only thing he says is Hodor.
I've been meaning to watch House of Dragons because I've heard it's really good. Or House
It's
of the Dragons.
fucking.
I've heard
It is. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I think that has, so far, except for the first episode,
Yeah.
because the first episode directly
Just
talks
background.
about events that happened in Game of Thrones, and that made it feel bad. Every other episode is great.
Yeah, I've never seen any Game of Thrones, so I'm probably gonna pick up House of the Dragon at some point. I find it way harder to get into television than
Yeah.
like I can easily sit down and watch a movie.
Also-
Did you
Television-
finish Better Call Saul?
No,
Do it.
I haven't watched it in like a month and a half. I will eventually, but
Jesus.
my level of caring is less than.
Another thing, you know how most modern Star Wars, I'd say about 50% of modern Star Wars TV is not great?
50%, you mean?
Andor's. I finished watching Andor
No.
yesterday. It was good.
I haven't seen it.
Andor is a 9 out of 10.
No
Interesting.
way.
9 out of 10.
It is really, really high quality. It's super grounded. There was like it has little to do with the big galaxy. Like if you're tired
Yeah.
of the Skywalker story,
Yes, I am.
then, like
Andor,
I will have
9
to
out of
watch
10.
this.
I mean, there are some small things I had issues with, but it's a really good slow burn, and the production quality is on par with Rogue One.
The
100%.
first scene, I was watching the first scene and I was like, fuck, it's like I'm watching
It's-
Blade Runner.
It's also kind of dark too, like relatively speaking, like.
Well,
Space Nazis.
I mean,
I mean,
the first
there-
scene you meet
Are there
Cassian
even
in
any
Rogue
Imperials
One.
in the first 3 episodes? I don't.
There
I'm not
is-
sure. Like, barely.
There is No, there's not even a stormtrooper in sight in the first
No, I was
episode.
gonna say it's
First 3
this is
episodes.
like it's early rebellion.
Awesome.
However, there are corpos, and the corpos are an extension of the Empire.
That's
so,
fucking cool.
but I don't count that. I don't count that at all.
I'll have to watch this then.
But
It's
yeah,
I'm
good. I
excited.
really enjoy it.
the literal best scene, and this isn't very much of a spoiler. It won't give away any details to the plot. There's one dude who's doing something against the orders of whoever's in charge of him, and what he does when that all resolves itself, he has a 1,000-yard stare, and the actor perfectly portrayed the character feeling like, I just fucked up big time.
Yeah, no, oh man, it was a really good start. The quality impressed me. It immediately feels like leagues better than Obi-Wan or
Oh, yeah.
Boba Fett.
That's
It was way better
well,
than both those.
anything's better than Boba Fett. That
I'd
shit.
say
yeah,
it's
but
better
just
than-
that's
it's better than
outside,
Mando.
even outside of the story, the production is on a whole nother
That's
level.
good.
Like
It's better than Mandalorian. I'm gonna go
That's
out
pretty
on a
good.
limb.
Oh,
and
on
say
That's
it's
not
better than-
hard.
on a
That's not
Mandalorian
hard.
season 2 was not hard to beat. I don't think.
Everyone watched The Mandalorian because of Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda
no.
is adorable,
I've
and
watched The
everyone loves him.
Mandalorian because half the episodes steal the plot line from Knights of the Old Republic, and I'm down for that.
Really?
yeah,
Talking
Mandalorian's
about Andor?
enjoyable in a certain way, but
Yeah.
Andor
Was it
is just
good?
like
Andor's a 9 out of 10.
yeah, Andor's awesome. First
Okay, because
episode's
it's
great.
the same ones that wrote Rogue One, and that was the
Yeah,
best Star
Tony
Wars
Gilroy.
movie ever.
Yes,
Hmm.
exactly.
Tony
Agreed.
Gilroy directs all of it.
Agreed.
It's
You,
excellent.
Andor
people
is
are
about to devolve
interesting.
into the perfect shitstorm for Cassian Andor.
Yeah,
It's-
I think
it's
he's the
really
best.
good.
I think he's one of the best characters they ever wrote.
See, my one issue, the reason it's not a 10 out of 10 for me, is because I know that Andor dies.
He got
That's
blowed
for
up.
sure.
One.
Yeah, but
See,
like,
You
that's
know
the
where
whole-
he
I gotta-
that's the whole
I gotta
point, though,
now-
is that they're just part of the.
I gotta now put in my apparently controversial opinion. I don't like Rogue One.
Spoilers. The guys
How dare
in
you.
Rogue
Shut
One.
the fuck up.
Rogue,
die.
okay, so
Rogue-
the last third of Rogue One is great. The first 2/3 is just boring.
Most of the
Are you
characters
telling me
not
that you don't like
good.
Ip Man going ham on stormtroopers?
Not
Sure.
really.
Most of the characters are not that good, and it's really
Yes.
slow and a little not like all the stuff with the pilots, a little nonsensical.
Yeah,
the tentacle beast, Saw Gerrera.
Once
is a
they
big
get to
distraction.
Island
Saw Gerrera
Planet,
is-
Everything in the
kinda
back
sucks.
half is way better.
yeah, once they get to Island Planet, the movie's good.
Marty, you have your hand raised and your camera turned off.
I'm gonna
What the
go
hell?
get wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, basically,
I was gonna say,
Rogue
Yeah,
One,
I just-
people
of
like it too
all the
much.
Star Wars movies, I thought from start to finish it was the best. I mean, except for
Of,
when I was 10, seeing Star Wars in the theater.
of the new
Yeah.
movies, I would agree.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Rogue One's
yes.
the best out
Like-
of the prequels
like-
and sequels.
Like Jimmy, I would say even though I know you're not a Rogue One fan, I think you'd still like Andor for the slow burn.
oh yeah, I probably will.
like
If I
sci-fi.
had-
It's
listen,
yeah.
I agree that Rogue One, very good. However, I think the movie that stemmed my favorite content was Episode 2. Which
Yeah, probably.
by itself
I
is pretty
agree.
bad.
oh, like in terms of like covering.
Yeah, because the
galaxies
Clone
and
Wars
stuff.
TV show is fucking
Like the Clone Wars
amazing.
TV show is god tier.
Also,
Oh,
Oh, it's
100%.
awesome. The cartoon?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
for
great.
anyone
It's so
watching
good.
on
Yeah,
Twitch,
because-
welcome to Star Wars Hour.
Yes.
Yeah,
Star Wars
because
time.
because Obi-Wan is not some, overwatching hen, and Anakin's not some sniveling little
Yeah.
brat.
No, it makes their development like make 10 times more sense.
And also,
It's-
the fight between Darth Maul and Ahsoka in Season 7 of Clone Wars is one of the best lightsaber fights I've ever seen.
Oh,
Darth
yeah,
Maul
because they
versus
choreographed it with like
Palpatine.
real people, and then
Yeah.
Maul versus Palpatine is one of my favorite Star Wars
Yeah,
content
too, yeah.
of all
Just
time.
just to throw a damper on the conversation, She-Hulk is a complete waste of time.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
it's
yep.
has not been that good.
it's
yeah.
awful.
I've
It's
not
so-
seen a single episode.
You
Same
don't
with
need
like
to watch
Mrs.
it.
Marvel or whatever.
It's not worth it. No, I wouldn't watch season
Like
2 of
Miss
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel either.
I didn't even know Miss Marvel had a Season 2. I've never
No,
heard of this
they're
show
talking
before, like,
about a
month
No,
ago.
Miss
Season
Marvel
2.
doesn't have. They will make one.
Okay.
It was like two good. It was like two mediocre stories pushed together.
I just want Loki season 2.
Loki Season 2 is
That's
going to
gonna
slap. The only reason I really like Loki, regardless of the quality of the show, although it is high quality, is because Loki was my favorite character before Endgame, or Infinity War, I guess. And he was killed in the first 10 minutes of Infinity War permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was dumb because
Loki.
he was.
See, that was my
Great
problem with
character.
Infinity War. Is you
Oh.
have every single Avenger on the face of the planet except Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And that makes no sense. Hawkeye's not going to sit at home plowing a field in Iowa while his buddies are fighting to save the world. It just
Yep,
made no
and then
sense.
his whole family gets snapped and
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh shit, I gotta do something now.
No, I thought the Hawkeye TV show was great. Kate Bishop was fantastic.
It was good.
I still have not
I've
watched
not
that,
seen that one.
because
Hawkeye's
of the.
good in like a Home Alone holidays kind of feel. Like it's nothing
It
crazy,
was just
but it's
good.
very fun.
It was a good move. It was a good show.
Yeah.
I refuse to watch it because of the one fencing scene. That's not accurate.
Dude, it has Tony Dalton in it though.
It
He's
has
so
Tony.
charming.
Okay, it has Tony Dalton in it. I gotta watch it.
It's
The
good.
guy
It's,
that plays Carlton Fisk he's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
If it has Lalo in it, I bet I have to watch it.
Yeah.
Wait, what has Lalo?
Hawkeye.
has
Tony
Tony
Dalton.
Dalton.
Are
Tony
you
Dalton
serious?
plays like he's like it's the complete opposite of Lalo. Like
Lalo
Nice.
is so good.
he's just a super nice dad, and it's so great.
That sounds like it'd be so. It would throw me off hard.
It
Well,
fits
it's-
so well.
it
Which
was
is, it's
like-
really funny too, because I watched that before I watched Better Call Saul, so it's so like it's a
Yeah.
stark difference.
Lalo's such a good character.
He's the
Heads
best.
up, my
Sam,
dinner
we'll
is
come back
ready
to that.
downstairs, so I'm gonna have to go grab it really quick.
Go forth, Marty. Flee.
But I have dinner. It's really
Go
good.
get food.
Thank you guys.
But yeah, Andor,
We're gonna continue
worth
Star
watching.
Wars talk.
I think
Andor
it also
9 out
helps
of
too that Andor's going to be 12 episodes and not 8, so
It's
they can
12?
flesh out
Okay,
a
that's
lot more.
good.
Also,
Yeah,
I think
'cause, like-
season 2 is already greenlit for
Yeah,
Andor.
the first 3 episodes honestly just feels kind of like a long character study movie. It
Nice.
works really well. Yeah,
Well, Marty's
While
getting
Marty's
food.
gone-
I'm gonna get some
While Marty's gone, I'm
water.
gonna run for 2 seconds.
nice.
No, I thought Cassian Andor was one of the better characters in the Star Wars, whatever you want to call it.
Of the new movies, they
No, of any of them. I just that scene where he assassinates the fellow rebel in the alleyway.
yeah.
That's a bad dude right there.
Yeah, they've got more stuff like that in the show, which I like.
Yeah, but I like this sort of darker edge.
Yeah. It's good. I'm really excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm saving it till my wife gets back. She likes these shows too, so I'm gonna save it for when she gets back.
That's my mom, by the way.
And she is a
Pretty cool
saint.
lady.
She is a saint.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
I've been
Dad, Mom
just in
keeps
general,
telling
I
me
can
and
tell from the
Michael-
promotion that it's just a lot better made.
I thought one of the reasons why I liked Rogue One too is I just thought Felicity Jones was just a very, very strong character. I liked her character.
Mm-hmm. She's a good actress.
And Rogue One ended the way it should have ended. There was
Originally, they weren't going to kill off all of them like that, but Disney was like, "Yeah, we'll let you do that. Like, we won't restrict that."
no.
Well,
They had
Rogue
to,
One ended the way it had to end.
It had to. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the ending ties so well into Episode 4. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
it's
this
so
summer
good.
I was basically
Lightsabers.
watching all of them back to back, and Rogue One goes into really well. Plus, I'm not in like the party where I'm like, oh, that 2 seconds of CGI, Leia ruined it for me. Like, I can get over that just for the sake of having the character appear.
Well, there was
No,
no. Well, Carrie Fisher can't do it anymore.
Well, she was
Star
dead.
Destroyers.
Yeah.
No, Carrie Fisher
No.
wasn't dead yet, but
Oh no, I'm
Oh,
talking
you're
about
right.
I'm talking about episode 8. That's my bad.
Yeah, she
So-
just was old as
Oh.
fuck. Not old as fuck, but
7, 8,
old.
and 9 are just a repeat of 3, 4, and 5.
My favorite
I mean,
part
how-
is
What is it? How dare you say
No, listen,
something
listen.
so bold yet so correct? Is that
No,
the
my
same?
favorite part of episode 9 was the return of Palpatine was teased in Fortnite.
100%. Yeah.
Palpatine was first announced in Fortnite.
Basically, in
before
the
it was-
opening crawl of episode 9, it talks about Palpatine's
Somehow.
galactic
it says
broadcast.
somehow
That galactic
Palpatine
broadcast
returned.
you could only hear in Fortnite.
Somehow
Yeah.
Palpatine returned. Uh-huh.
Galactic broadcast.
Sam knows this because he just read through them, but I demolished the new trilogy in my reviews.
Well, episode 8
So
is completely
fun to
removable
read.
from the rest.
No, dude, episode 9 was fun to trash on. Episode 8 has some interesting stuff, and I think episode 7's passable in a lot of areas. It's a fun.
Episode 7's
it's
a
a fun
repeat of
stealth-
4.
Well, no,
yeah,
listen,
it's a
episode-
fun.
But it's a
stealth
good
movie
remake.
action movie.
Episode
New
7 is
Hope.
good enough
It's a
when
New
you
Hope
think that
3.
the characters have a future ahead of them.
Yeah, but how does Han Solo lose the Millennium Falcon?
How does-
Gambling, probably.
Why
Oh
did
my
they
God.
kill Han Solo?
Same way he won it in a card game against Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sorry.
Episode 7 is a decent, self-contained sci-fi action movie that retreads a lot of 4, and 4 is good enough that 7 is fairly good by default.
They have
I
to
mean,
prove
some
that they can make a
interesting
good
ideas.
movie
Yeah,
after the
redeemable.
When I
prequels.
saw episode 7, I was extremely hyped for the escaped stormtrooper, and they did nothing cool with that arc.
Traitor!
He-
That's the
Finn-
best
I think
scene
Finn was
in
one
the
of most
entire new
interesting
trilogy.
premise
Well,
characters of
he was
sequel
the coolest
trilogy.
character,
Then
but
they
he
did
wasn't.
nothing with him.
They did nothing,
Oh.
like literally.
Remember when
The
he
two
was
scenes
funny
that I like
leaking
from-
medical suit in episode 8? Haha, funny comic relief.
Yeah. And then I liked how in episode 7, Kylo stops the bolt. That was the coolest
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that's
And
so
then
badass.
the traitor dog.
Dog.
Kylo's
Traitor.
also one of the better characters, too.
And then
Kylo
so
Ren's arc is good, but I wish that in episode 8, I believe, Rey took his offer to become evil. That would have been so much better for episode 9.
No.
yes,
I think it would have. I think
They
it'd be
built
better
up
than the
to
Inquisitor
that.
story.
No, they would never think of an idea that good.
Oh yeah, true.
The best thing they could do is just have Rey doing like the evil things moment, episode 9. Like, oh, you could be
Yeah.
this, but we're not going to do it.
Rey should have gone to the
Speaking-
dark side before episode 9, and then they should have crushed the Resistance, and in episode.
Well,
9.
that's
It
the
would've
thing.
been great.
The First Order is technically the Resistance.
It should have been Rey killing Luke Skywalker as the final scene of episode 9.
That would be pretty fucking good.
Don't think
that would be
about it.
fantastic. I
Fall
would
of Skywalker.
die in episode 4.
Anything
Yeah, then we wouldn't have to listen to him whine anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the
Also,
difference
wait.
between
No.
Luke Skywalker and Frodo Baggins?
Which
Zero.
episode did Luke Skywalker die in?
8. At the end of 8, he turned into a
No,
ghost.
listen.
projected so hard
Because-
he disappeared.
Because in 8, when he got shot by the AT-AT, and at that point in the movie, everyone thought he was the real Luke. When he got shot by the AT-AT, I would have been like, perfect death for Luke.
I would have
want it
loved
to end
it.
now. And then
Yeah.
he was still there, and I was like, what the fuck? This is shit. He should have just died right there. No. But
So,
back to the
dragons.
dungeons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dragons.
No.
I could talk for hours about the
Wait,
sequel.
one last thought.
Speaking
Marty.
of
Marty, go for it.
Andor, my
Go,
parents
Marty.
are watching it without me right now.
Damn, that's rough.
Well, let's go with Dragon faster so you can join
No,
them.
no, don't you worry. They'll have to watch it again. I hear it's good.
Yes.
Yo,
Alright.
this is, hold on, one more additional side note. This is apologetic. I have a theater room in my basement. One day we should get everybody together on a giant-ass projector screen and watch whatever the fuck we want.
Yes. Great idea.
That would be cool.
You're all invited.
Yellow Brick Road.
Alright. So, at this point, the ship is tilting forward a little bit with all the extra water. Okay? You guys have stopped it some, but you guys were going about half speed. And then you hit water opened, big amount came in, right? Because it's like whales feeding, right? They open their mouths and they go forward so they get more water. With the help of the bard and the paladin, you guys have stemmed the bleeding. The ship will not sink if you guys keep working on it.
But
Okay, you guys can keep it from sinking. But it is weighed down now because part of it's below sea level. The dragon
Time to start
comes
drinking, boys.
fast, lands on the mast section, and crushes some of it down with its weight as it lands. You see Wilhelm and the two sharpshooters bail out and catch themselves on the sails as they fall down.
I say, damn, this dragon's fat.
As it lands, you see it
Fatty.
rears back up on its hind legs and extends its wings as wide as it can and gets itself as tall as possible and lets out this massive, like, roar screech noise.
Reach.
I'm scared.
And it really hurts your ears. And everyone needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't have ears.
That's the one
You
thing I'm
notice
good at.
that now you can see some of the pock marks from the spells that have hit it, some of the arrows that sit.
Straight down the middle.
Dad, you have
But-
advantage because it's a dragon.
What's the saving throw, Sammy? Wisdom?
Ed,
Marty.
you have a +3 because you're close to me.
Okay.
Yes.
make up
Everyone
for two then.
downstairs has
Am I within
everyone
10 feet
near
of
that
Marty,
open.
even though she's 10 feet down?
No,
Another
'cause you have to be
nudge.
straight below her.
God
Fair.
damn, Marty.
Bruh.
Dad, so
Bruh.
17 and a 6. So everyone that has a 17 or above, you succeed. Everyone
friends.
below is frightened of the
Ah,
dragon
Unfortunate.
because of its frightful presence. So you notice most of the Marines fail and most of the crew fails, and they are cowering from this thing. You notice about 12-ish Marines, along with Susara, succeed, and Jart succeeds. So the helmsman cowers and runs away from the thing, and he quickly grabs the wheel. And you see Susara and the Marines that stand are like trying to like train their bows on it, but everyone is trying to get off of the boat, either down into the what's it called, or they're trying to just get some sort of cover from the dragon, even though it's standing over them. After all those rolls resolve, you hear it start to talk. It kind of, from its perch, it looks down, and it kind of looks down at all of you and kind of growls to you and goes, "What are you doing in my South Blue?"
What are you doing,
Dad,
my
as it
swamp?
says that,
I can speak Draconic as well.
Dad, right at the tippy top of your range,
Yeah.
you sense another dragon coming south.
Holy
No.
shit, no.
uh,
Call it off. We need to go.
Oh
So,
my god.
Sorry, not Adon. The blue dragon goes,
I know its name.
"I
now.
am Adon, the rising sapphire prince of the South Blue, and I demand to know why you trespass in my water."
Are we out of initiative right now?
Who are
Yes.
I'll tell them in Draconic our mission.
Essentially, the idea is that this guy, so you kind of gather, right? You have a chance to talk, or he's gonna shred the boat. So it's up
Marty,
to you.
do you speak Draconic?
No, I don't.
Then I speak Draconic. I explain our purpose, and that we don't really wish him harm if we can
It's
live
speaking
and
in
let live.
common.
What's that?
It's speaking common.
I feel like I could endure the dragon more if I spoke Draconic.
Okay, you can try. Are you gonna try to persuade, or are you just telling him?
I'm going to tell him our mission is this, X and Y, whatever, and we are willing to live and let live. We don't have to attack you. You don't have to attack us.
Yeah, you see
We'll be
see
out of
him
here soon enough.
kind of land his front. It kind of as it's talking, it turns its head down to you, and it's like its neck is quite long, as you can tell. It gets down and around, and it looks and goes, "Well, next time, don't make your way into my territory. All of you meat bags will be my slaves. You can either die under the water, or you can follow me to your new home."
I'll pull out a map. Where exactly is your territory on this map? Can you show us?
Where's your new home?
You see it start to breathe really deeply, as if collecting more lightning.
I'm like, no need for that. All right, fine, we're out.
Dad, do you do anything with what I told you?
I'm gonna shoot him.
No, no.
You're gonna shoot him?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. There's two
Are you?
dragons now.
Who are you gonna shoot? The one above you, or the second one you sensed?
The second one I sensed. Can I?
5 miles away.
I don't know. I can't tell what color it is.
Do you want to go make a check?
Well, I don't want to take away from the. Can I do that and not lose sight of the fight here?
The fight is currently stalled.
All
No
right,
one's
I'll go
shooting
ahead-
it.
I'll go ahead and do that. But I have an arrow set to the string, and I've got it pulled taut to my cheek.
Yes. So make me a perception check. Do you get any bonuses for checks to like learn about or know stuff?
I wouldn't, other than dragons are a favorite class. I mean, this is the first time I've tangled with one.
Yeah, but this would means that you somehow studied them some way.
Yeah.
Maybe Haldir gave you some notes out of his book.
Maybe he did. All right. I'm gonna.
Okay,
You want me to do
so-
perception?
Yeah, do perception.
8.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not good.
Okay, so you see this dragon coming from the north, moving as like faster than this one was. This one,
Yeah.
this one that's coming to you now is faster.
Yeah.
With your perception, you can pick it up. Just with your like knowledge, you imagine it will probably get here. If you can, you think it'll get here in maybe a minute.
Okay.
With how fast it's going, it's very low to the ground, or very low to the water. Going very fast. Make me a nature check. You have advantage on this
Hey,
because
Sam.
of your favorite enemy. Yes.
I just realized, due to the fact that I have the Swordbreaker dagger, which I forgot about, my base AC is 14, not 13.
Yes, but that's for like you can't parry a
Excuse me.
firebolt.
Well, that's true, but it can
24.
be safe to assume that that's just how it'd be.
24.
All right, 24. Yeah. So you, with your knowledge, so like, let's say that actually happened. Maybe there's a time you're talking to Haldir and you were able to copy down some of his information on dragons,
Yeah.
and you're thinking, okay, you know, what do I know about the dragons that are in this area? So it's gonna be the same color dragon that Beck was, which is our the bronze dragons are also sea dragons, and the blue dragons. You recall from the studies you've done, bronze dragons typically live closer to the coast, which is to your north, and blue dragons typically live more out in open sea.
Okay.
However, you don't have any visual cues from looking at this dragon what color it is. It's too close to the water that you can't tell what color it is, and it's too far away. But you think it'll get here in about a minute.
Okay.
Could
Yes,
I
Morgan.
ask Dawn? Could I yell? I'm still below deck. I'd like to try and hold the wall as best as I can.
You can climb up if you want.
Can I
You mean, like,
ask the dragon?
physically
Yeah, I want to physically stay down there.
yell up from below.
Yeah. Will you accept platinum tribute?
I was about to say that as well.
And I squeak my boots.
Okay.
Oh,
So
she's
you're
busting
trying to
out the
persuade me.
squeaky boots.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
He hears a small squeakity squeak that just
Could
like
I
the squeak of gold squeaking
Can I
against
aid
itself.
the persuasion by holding out a sack of gold?
It already has advantage, so it won't change.
18 total.
So hearing that, Adon chuckles and say, once you are my slaves, all you carry is mine, so I will gladly accept all that you have to your name.
All right.
I'm gonna say to Adon in comments so everyone understands. I apologize, Adon, but this is an unacceptable. These are unacceptable terms.
Is that so? And you see
This
him go,
is a strike.
and he breathes in.
I say,
Anybody do
well,
anything?
I'm gonna just say, look, you're the one being petty here, not me.
Okay. So, Dad, you said you wanted to do something?
Yeah, I'm just shooting.
You're gonna shoot him? Okay, take your attack.
It's respectable at this point.
Yeah.
Buddy!
15 misses,
Hi, buddy.
29 hits. So 8, and can you roll
Dude,
1d8
Tell your
plus
dog I say
4?
hi.
I'll give him 1 grain of rice. That's from bread.
Singular
One
grain
singular.
of rice.
The dog has heard my name. It has changed forever.
He's good boy. He eats people, but he's good boy.
Excuse me,
That's an
what?
additional 12.
Eater.
Wait, hold on. Does your dog really eat people? How much of a person can he eat in one sitting?
He has not bitten anyone, and I am proud of that.
Does he like meat?
Yes,
You
How
got
much
that
meat?
additional 20?
he's bad boy.
Additional 20? You did 16 points of damage. 8 plus 4 plus 4.
Plus. Oh, yeah, 16. Sorry, my bad.
You're good.
Math-
You hit him.
Math
The
for
first one
Marines.
pings off the
Scale.
scales. The second one drills in, and Adon kind of slowly moves his head back and said, "Bad choice." As his mouth crackles,
Yeah.
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. As a
Yeah.
bolt, a massive piece of lightning comes at you,
Just him?
and it's just he focuses on him, and it's gonna hit the deck and go in through the boat too.
Oh
Silly
no.
dragon having a line breath weapon. Cringe.
Ooh.
28. You will take half.
Cringe, normie, cringe.
I don't like that. I hate
cone
normie,
dragon.
and I
so do
don't
I.
know why.
Yo,
It's cringe to use the word normie.
Yes.
Sheerhand, what's your breath weapon like? You're a silver, right?
It's cold.
Nice.
You can,
Cone,
you can
cone-based
Ice type is
dragonborn
water
is
type.
Chad.
Ice type is water type, so I win.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
This
he's
is
a
a
lightning
lightning
dragon, so.
That's a lot of That's a lot of dice.
It's at least 10d6, I would bet.
Excuse me?
If he's an adult dragon, spec-wise...
He's a teenager dragon.
Well, he's adult stat block, which means that basically, Chris, bye-bye. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
not yet.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, friend.
Well,
He's still counting.
our spawn point will be the bottom of the ocean. So I'm sure I'll see you all again.
It's
And then I'll
time for the
drown.
Little Mermaid edition of D&D to come out anyway,
Yes.
so that's fine.
You take Dad.
He's gone.
gone.
He's not here.
Oh, he saved, so he takes half. Forgot
Oh,
about
he's fine.
Half of a big number is still a big number.
I had to close windows. We're having a hurricane up here.
Oh,
that.
fun.
Uh-oh.
that's
Wait,
nice.
really?
Yeah.
Wait, where do you live?
Oh.
Like state?
Stafford.
Stafford.
I'm in
state.
Stafford.
What's
No, the
state? I
wind's
don't
just-
know.
Don.
I don't know where Stafford is.
No one.
It's east of you by an hour.
Hails like
East. I'm in
Gaston.
Virginia. You're fucking crazy.
I'm in Stafford, Virginia.
You're a nut job.
Brandon, where are you at?
Culpeper, the biggest
our-
small town in Virginia.
We're an hour apart.
Listen, I don't want to hear it. Okay, enjoy your hurricane.
Enjoy your
You take
hurricane.
24 points of lightning damage, and another massive hole gets ripped down through the stern castle, down into the back base of the ship and out. So there's a second hole down at the bottom of the boat.
All right.
So there is now a second point. Those of you down at the bottom, you see a massive bolt of lightning rip through the ceiling and then down and out through. So now there's a hole in the back corner of the boat as well. So
Shoot
you
him
start to
again?
take on water again.
Can I shoot him again?
If he's gonna that he's blowing holes in the boat.
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
I'm
And-
not gonna be a slave.
Jack Sparrow called back.
Okay, so
I'm gonna.
Okay,
well,
you can
I'm
shoot
scared, so I
him.
can't really do anything.
it's gonna keep blowing. I mean, you guys can redo the save.
Oh yeah. Let me. What is
but-
it? Wisdom.
Yes, it is blowing holes in the ship, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm
Do
gonna.
you want to keep going? I'm just
No,
letting
no.
you
I'm
know
gonna. I'm
that
gonna walk over and kind of stand in front of the bow.
you can keep doing it. I'm just letting you know that like you shot him, he blew a hole in the boat.
Got it. Got it.
It's up to you.
No, it's okay.
I just
So-
dropped a bottle cap and I don't know where it went.
That dragon, Dad, is
Yeah.
very close.
Okay.
So, have you alerted the party at all to this, or like tried to?
Yeah, I'll shout out that there's another dragon approaching.
This is getting out of hand.
You
He
shouted.
yells, "There's another dragon
Yeah.
approaching!" And then he attacks the
Adon-
existing one.
Snaps his head over, and you see like a toothy grin on this dragon, and goes, "Good, I was getting hungry." And you see him kind of crouch down to launch himself off. The dragon, however, picks up speed. The one that's coming, you hear like you guys can now hear it as it's flapping its wings. There's like noise of it as this bronze dragon.
Ed
Crest.
Sheeran, get the hell up here. You're dragon and you are dragon. That's it.
Bronze
Dragon.
You see
dragon.
this
Not where it
this
counts.
bronze
Yeah.
dragon makes its way up over the bow, and as it comes over the bow, you see it bring its wings in, brings its arms in, and lowers its head. And if you see its head,
I do see his head.
Does
it's
he look
got
familiar?
this big, scaly plate-looking thing on its forehead, kind of like those
Ooh,
old
I'm gonna headbutt you.
dinosaurs or whatever.
It's like
That was
a
my third
rave.
favorite dinosaur.
That's awesome.
So it comes over, and you see it comes up, and there's like this brief moment of silence as Adon snaps over and looks and crouches. You see, as it comes over, you see Adon try to like get off of the mast
Yeah, you
because
better
this
move it
thing
down, you bitch.
slams into it, and it takes it off the mast
Yeah.
into the water, and there's this like sickening crunch. Like imagine if a
Ow.
car slammed into another car, but it made more of a wet, sticky sound.
Is it safe to assume that dragons don't have crumple zones?
So, as,
Not the new models, or not the
Hey.
old models.
Yeah.
right before he slams in, can I take 2 shots at the blue dragon?
No, this happens very quickly.
Okay,
It
so
slams.
Dude,
as I
travel
go into the
5
water,
miles
can I
in
hit the
6
blue
seconds.
dragon?
1 second, please. It takes it into the water,
Yeah.
And in this big eruption of water, both dragons go underwater. What do you guys do?
Can I hit the blue one?
It's underwater. Your bow is ineffective underwater.
I am going
These are
to
water arrows.
just prepare to attack the blue one
Yo,
whenever I see it again.
The
Thief
ship's like
2
even
has
more-
water arrows and they're not good.
I just
So
want
what?
to watch. This is cool.
The ship's like even more fucked up now.
Oh, that's
right?
true.
Like-
Actually, I'm
Yes,
gonna.
there is another hole in the bottom
Okay,
back
can I
corner
do-
of the
can I
ship
do another
they're trying to
persuasion
plug up
rally?
desperately.
Can I do another persuasion rally?
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm
Can I
gonna-
help?
Ichabod, you can help.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go.
would like
I'm
to
gonna go
help
help
as
as
It
well.
will be. It will be. You can pick who has advantage.
Fix those fucking holes!
Squeak, squeak.
Okay, okay, there we go. That's better.
You have advantage if you want to
We
roll
all
again.
need to play Sea of Thieves sometime.
Yes.
That
Yes,
would
we
be
do.
fun.
James, I'm down to play Sea of Thieves whenever you want.
Excellent.
I am also. Well,
This
maybe not whenever.
weekend sometime, question mark.
So I have a
I-
question for you, Samuel.
Probably
Well,
can't.
one second, James. You can roll with advantage because Marty's helping you.
Oh, well,
She's-
I got a
she- you gave you the
27,
help
so I'm
out.
like pretty happy with that.
It could
so-
pr-
There she
20.
go. You could get one. You could get a 28.
I mean, I guess there's no reason not to.
Nice.
Oh, well,
Okay, yeah.
it's worth a shot.
So
Thank you.
you start trying to get them to close up, but since you're down there and you react so quickly, you're able to get that lattice up over really quickly, so
Oh,
no one
yeah.
gets rushed out because of the water, and it helps that you guys are still at this point, so water's not going to come in as fast, and you're able to stem the bleeding. Yes, Dad.
I've got a question for you. So it was Gick's family that built this boat, right?
Was
I
it?
think so.
Did we
Maybe.
decide that?
I don't know.
I
if
don't
we
think.
did
I
for
don't
this
think because
specific
we don't
boat.
normally make, or we don't make. We mainly make
War
trading
ships.
boats.
You make trading vessels,
Yeah.
very fast trading vessels.
Okay,
You
so-
found a boat that was repurposed into
Yeah.
a pirate ship.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Do they have the ability to use a rudimentary water pump, hand cranked water pump, to get the water out of the ship and back out into the ocean?
Are you down in the bottom where the holes are?
No, I'm just asking a question because according to pump systems, the first pumps were invented in 1475.
They were
Man's got a
invented
textbook
earlier.
out.
All you
They-
had to
well,
do was put a.
technically a screw pump was used by Archimedes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Romans used
This
screw
is
pumps
this
to
is
build
your world
bridges.
too, Chris, right? Did you write pumps into your book?
That's
No,
true.
you
That's
never
true.
mentioned
We need
pumps,
to-
so there's no
this
pumps
is,
here.
This is your
I
fantasy book. You make
This
the
is a
lore up.
These are
I
pump
didn't.
Invent the
Hey.
future.
Pump mechanics.
This is Chump the DM.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master, I have the Ring of Herculean Strength, which means I can carry basically all
Marty
of
is
the water
going to
buckets.
lift all the water
Yeah, I know.
out of the boat.
I've assumed that with what you're doing, that you're that you're
Just
able
Put
to
Yes.
do
it up
more.
like this. Raise
Come
the
on,
Yes.
I,
I can
I
hold
should
it
get
with my
credit
teeth.
for this.
No, you're good. I mean, you're not down there, so you don't know what they're doing.
If I use the growth, I can carry even more buckets.
The gross
Yes, so
shouldn't-
you would quadruple your carry
Just picture
capacity.
Ichabod with like 50 buckets.
50 buckets.
Just-
Ichabod,
throwing
Ichabod?
all
one
water.
shrimp grocery
What's going on
stuff.
with
Yes.
the dragon fight?
grocery
So about
store.
30 seconds go by.
Yo, my
And they
dog's
come
fucking
out-
barking. Someone's here.
They come out of the water in a tangled mess. As they come out, some of the water dripping off you see is turning red. You can't tell who's winning, but it does. Well, you have an idea of who's winning, and it's sadly not the bronze dragon. This bronze dragon looks much younger than the other one,
Mm.
but it is fighting like hell.
But the blue one
Right
was
now.
already injured.
I mean, can we help in any way? Can we
Yeah,
help
how
in
can we
any
help?
I mean, you can keep shooting at it.
yeah, well,
Uh,
my
you hear Jart, like Jart is looking over as it happens, and he goes, "Man, the scorpions! Kill the blue dragon! Help out the bronze!"
my,
Okay, I'm
my
gonna fire.
are we back in
Let us
initiative?
go back to initiative
Okay,
rules.
because my prepared action was to shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yes, and that procs first. So 1 second, that was the prepared
A
action.
nat 1 and a nat 20? That's insane. 1 in
Right.
400.
Alright.
Statistically improbable.
Well,
I love statistically improbable occurrences.
Okay,
both my
so
I love
readied
this.
actions fail. Or my
both
ready
of those
actions.
missed. Yeah,
Now
it's
listen.
it's. You notice it's harder to hit it now that the
Yeah.
bronze dragon's in the way, so you're being a little bit more careful. So the
Mhm.
AC will go up because of that. Okay, so that was your prepared action. So
Can someone haste it? Haste the
Take it
bronze
from me and
dragon?
Jimmy, the only stats class we ever took was stupid.
It was
yeah, okay.
stupid as
So
shit.
now that was your ready to action. Everyone, so the 2 are below
Let me
ship.
figure
Okay,
it
so
out
Stockton, it's your turn.
I already fired, Sammy.
That was
That was
your
bef-
ready to action.
There wasn't. You didn't ask for a ready to action, did you?
Oh, I don't think he did. So then, was that his turn?
No, I'd like you to roll for your turn.
Okay.
No, I did roll for my turn.
But so Gix ready to action needs to go
No,
first.
but
So now you.
no,
can
no,
roll.
no.
So now it's your
Look,
turn.
scroll up. He
Before I-
rolled.
Yeah, but like that's not his. Okay, fine, that's fine. Okay, first one misses, second one hits.
It's a crit.
It did crit. So.
That's a 2d8 Colossus.
And then I got a plus 8 on top of that.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So.
So what's the
Two-
total damage there?
Roll
15
2d8.
plus 8 is 23.
2d8 for Colossus Slayer.
Oh.
Oh,
Roll another
2d8?
d8, please.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
a crit.
The dice doubles.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh,
Love to see it.
this is a baby brass dragon.
Well, we're not fighting the brass. We're trying to kill
Newborn
the blue
infant
brass.
brass.
Adopted. Thank you.
That's another 7.
That brass dragon is my kid.
Oh, it's 2d8. Roll another one.
There's the 4 and the 7, so 30.
No. Oh yeah. Sorry.
You're good.
Don't roll again.
Okay.
No. Don't
No,
roll
you're
again.
good.
Sorry.
Ichabod,
My
what are you
brain
doing?
stopped working.
Wait. Sammy, what was my total damage?
30. Because it was 15 plus 4 is 19 plus 11 is 30.
Ichabod, I want to run to the top of the deck, but I want to take the dodge action, and I want to keep concentration to keep the ship afloat. If that brass dragon goes down, I am prepared to jump into the water and get it back up.
No, listen.
Oh.
Can me and Ichabod form a joint plan to dimension door into the water to save the brass?
You would have to ready that every turn.
Damn.
That is
Well-
that
It's
is
just
an
an idea.
intricate action. Now you can
Yeah.
do it on your turn.
Yeah, brass
But
can hold
Dimension
out
Door
until we do
allows
it.
you to take a willing creature of your size or smaller. So Brent, on your turn, you can run over, grab Ichabod, say you're ready to go. Ichabod can say heck yeah, and you guys can
Alright,
zap over there.
Ichabod, in
Yeah.
an emergency, we can warp right the fuck over.
We're ready. I mean, I have a movement and I have a misty step, so I can get over there pretty quick, and I can just boom lay on hands this brass
Yes.
dragon.
So are you going to come up to the top then?
How far
Top
away is
deck.
it? Can I see it
You
on
have
the
to-
map?
We
That's
ruled
very
that it's
far.
her movement to climb the rope, right?
Yes, it is your full movement to climb
Yeah.
the rope.
So I'm gonna
So
use
it is
full
95
movement.
feet away.
I'm gonna ready the dodge action because I really want to keep concentration on keeping the ship afloat.
Well, you
Um,
can just dodge. You don't have to ready anything, you know?
I'm just dodging.
Yeah, you take the
Yeah,
dodge
yeah,
action.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kick.
And that is the end of my turn.
I would like to. Where is it? Okay, there it
It's
is.
right.
Okay, I'm just gonna blast him twice because I'm out of spells.
Asked him.
Oh.
Hits.
Yes.
That hits.
Nicely.
Oh, I
That's
did,
not
sorry.
20.
I don't know why I
Holy-
clicked 3.
25 plus
Pretty much.
7 is 32. Very good. Yeah. You are
Yeah.
doing the Lord's work. Sandor.
I do be doing the warlock. thing.
I'm checking the range on Chromatic Orb. Because for some reason it's not listed on my thing, even though I drag and dropped it out of the compendium.
You dragon dropped it?
Oh.
Bro.
Oh shit, wait a minute. This is why it's not working that well. Shit. Alright, all I can do is magic missile that bitch using an actual spell slot, so
Gotta do.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Hit him with it.
It's level 1, but it's 9 damage.
Hey,
It does hit.
that's nothing to sneeze at.
Nope.
Ed.
Ed's going to sneeze at.
Damn.
How's the status of the boat down here? Like with that new damage and everything, like how messed up is it down here? Like
So the lattice is up, and now they're trying to plank it up as best as they can.
okay, well if they're working on that, then I need a bunch of, and I can't hit them from in the water, can I?
Could you heal the dragon?
Did I heal the dragon?
What's your range?
Not like healing
That's a
word
good
or
idea.
something.
I think. No, definitely not.
Do you have greater healing word? Is that a different range?
I do
No.
have greater healing word,
just
but
more
I think
people.
the range is the same.
Damn.
Are you wearing metal armor?
Yes.
What are you wearing?
No.
Lures
Leather.
can't wear anything, I don't think. Maybe light?
Bards can wear
Oh
light
no, maybe
armor.
maybe I don't have any armor at all.
You'd have
It's just
studded
not
leather, I
listed
know
in
that.
here. That's wrong.
I know you have studded leather.
Here, since it's your turn, I can look it up if you want.
Bards can wear light armor. If you
Yeah,
are
oh,
one
no,
of the
I
like
have light
fighting
armor
bards,
proficiency. I just whatever light armor I have on is not written down for some reason.
it should be studded leather.
Yeah, it's safe to assume studded at this point.
Okay, damn. I'm really
Increase your AC
outraged
by
right here.
2.
No one on the boat really needs healing.
There's plenty
Chris
of people
does.
who've been hurt during this whole ordeal.
Chris needs
What
healing.
health is Chris here? Where is he at?
He took 24 damage.
How much
Yeah,
health
he's
do you have?
24 from the
I'm
lightning.
at 45, down from
Oh, okay.
77.
He's
Okay,
kinda
well
fine then.
you could use healing still. I'm gonna, since everything's fine down below, I'm gonna come back up on top and heal you.
Everything is fine.
Everything is
Awesome.
good in gravy.
Throwback to the Good Place. If anyone's seen that show.
Good show,
Yeah,
except for
Funny
the last
show.
season. The last season
like
kind
it,
of
yeah.
meh.
Wait. Am I stupid?
They ran out of things to do in the last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it cast?
You just gotta manually roll it.
Oh, sorry.
3. Plus your spellcasting ability.
Yeah, 6. No, sorry. 8 for
The-
healing.
What? 7 or 8?
8 hit points.
Yeah.
8 more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Did
thank
you already
you.
use that bardic inspiration I gave you?
I did, unfortunately.
Would you like
I
another
wasted
one?
it. What?
I'm giving you another one.
Yes.
Yeah, hit him. Hit him.
I have quite a few. And that's it for me. Because until this dragon gets into close range, I can do not much.
They're kind of, they're moving, but they're kind of like going. They're kind of like staying in this like area, like they're like circling around, and it looks like the bronze dragon is trying to keep locked into this blue dragon, so it can't go back to the ship.
Makes sense.
But
Do we
you
know
do
this bronze
notice
dragon?
as the bronze dragon, yes.
We do know it, yes?
No, you don't know it.
Okay.
You've met
It's not Beck.
Beck. Beck is the
Yeah.
king of the is the dragon lord of the bronze dragons.
Okay, okay.
This is a much smaller bronze dragon. This bronze dragon's smaller than this one, so it's
Beck
it's
sent his
probably like
literal newbie to save us, but that's fine.
yeah. This
Level
is
one
like a
boon.
preteen dragon in terms of age.
Tween versus
Yes,
a teen.
a tween dragon. Yes.
A twagon.
You can tell though that Adon is really starting to rip into him. This guy, the bronze dragon is bloodied and can probably last 2 more rounds with this
Okay.
with.
But is he doing damage to the blue boy?
Yes, I calculate. So before I did math on like how often the dragon's gonna take damage from other things,
Helping us out.
and that's been taken into effect. So
Oh, it's a tired kitty.
back up to the top then. So Stockton,
All right, I'm going to fire twice.
Blast him. Ooh,
22 hits.
22.
That's pretty good.
Disregard the second number on the bottom.
Yeah. So shoot again. 26
Nice.
hits. So
And 1 plus 1d8 for Colossus.
and then plus 8 because of your dragon bonus.
There he is.
Slash R, not R slash.
Upside
R
down
slash
cat.
eight. He's
I mean,
upside down.
Reddit
So
3d6 is
an additional 6 on top of that.
Oh.
What you think?
So what's that total?
Let's see. It's 12,
12
plus
plus 11 is 23 plus 6 is 29. Okay.
Adorable.
Ichabod, what are we doing?
You've got the crossbow, Ichabod.
Ichabod. I do have the crossbow. I'll go ahead and use the crossbow.
Okay. You'll be at disadvantage.
Yeah, we'll roll
Better
2
than nothing.
d20. Better than nothing. I am proficient, so 15 total.
12 misses, sadly.
15 total.
Yeah,
But
sorry,
I
15,
think 15.
misses.
Yeah.
Like I said, Ichabod, in a few levels, I'll be able to literally just give you beads that hold spells, and you can start blasting with the best of them.
I'll magic missile them next time.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor
Yeah.
kitty. 1 second.
But I
Cratchit's
also
being a
remain
menace.
concentration to keep the ship afloat,
I do the thing.
which I'll take.
First one
Eldritch
hits, second one misses.
Okay. That's all I do because. Yeah. Ow, shit, cat. Claws.
Have you ever tried turning your cat into a lasagna?
I have not tried
An
that.
ironic take on Garfield?
Sandor.
What?
My turn, you say?
Nani?
No.
Well, this time I think it's time to play hardball, if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna cast a level 3 magic missile.
Ah.
I want to build a caster that only has that for damage.
Well, you've noticed
You
that
mean
other
the
than magic
perfect
missile,
wizard.
I only cast acid spells.
Yes.
15 damage.
Brent
And
side
honestly,
hustle. Is that
I'm
he
gonna-
hucks?
I'm gonna be honest,
Experimental
acid spells
drugs.
are not that great until I take Elemental Adept, at which point acid spells become broken as shit.
Because it ignores damage resistance, right?
Elemental Adept both ignores damage resistance and I reroll ones
Oh, that's pretty good.
on damage.
Ed, what are you doing?
Dying.
Die.
No. I guess I could do not enhance ability again. Would you be interested in haste, Chris? I can just keep
Yes.
loading you up with some buffs.
Haste is insane.
I'm going to give you haste.
Okay.
Because
Actually, that's amazing because he can fire twice.
The ranger
Yeah.
is hasted.
So what does that mean?
I
You
just
take
sent
2
a stat
actions.
block for it in
So I can fire 4 shots?
You get +2 AC, additional action, advantage on dexterity. God, wow, this is a really good spell.
Haste is
Busted.
insane.
Haste
Just
is
don't lose concentration.
That's it for me. I'm keeping an eye on the dragon because the moment he gets within range, there are damage-based things I would like to do to him.
Oh, by the way, Dad, your 2 temporary hit points now go away because Ed is now focusing on something else. Okay. You see
Literally
during
just
I
cost you 2
I already used those hit points.
Yeah.
during the
that's it.
scuffle, you see Adon get a really big bite into Cyril, and Adon starts coming back, and then you see Cyril is able to like muster some oomph, and he comes streaming back in, and they actually slam into the side of the boat.
God damn it, guys.
This turn, they are up against the boat. They're not on the boat, but they're up against it. So if you run to the railing, you could whack them with something.
Or lay on
But you
hands,
see,
mayhaps.
Cyril is like, now that you're so close,
Yeah.
Cyril has sorry, not Cyril. The bronze dragon's name is Cyril.
Okay.
Cyril has chunks out of his body. One of his legs looks like it's broken, and his wing looks like it's almost not going to work anymore.
Well,
And
someone's
Adon
gotta
looks a
know
little
regen,
bit
right?
better, but still very bad. Like they are beating the shit out of each other. Yeah.
here, whoever's got the best persuasion on the next
do.
turn, you might want to say, no one has to die today.
Oh, no. Screw that. This blue dragon's
Oh.
dying.
Well,
This
it's a
blue
lie. It's a
dragon
lie,
is
of
gonna
course.
make a
We killed
great
the blue
coat.
dragon. We killed
That's
the blue
right.
dragon.
I want the scales off that blue
Yeah,
dragon.
we turn him into a decorative rug.
That's
Yes.
right.
Docton, it is your turn.
All right, I got 4 shots.
Yes.
All right, the first shot I'm going to take is on a Dawn with the firebomb arrow.
Okay. You have a -1. That's a
So
13.
I'm gonna add the bardic inspiration to that.
Oh yeah, you still have
Gotta
that.
roll well
Go
on
for
this
it.
one.
So that gets me a 22.
No, you have to roll,
to roll a
a
D8.
It's a D8 plus
Oh, I have to
2.
roll it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
You got a slim chance, but I believe.
Yeah.
It could work.
13.
Assuming a 19 hits. It may not. Ah.
Mm-mm.
Dang.
Nope.
Misses.
I'm done with these arrows. These arrows suck.
Well, the problem is
Kim.
really is we're shooting an enemy with an absurdly
All
high
right, there's a
AC.
25.
That hits. That
Miss.
misses.
And that
That
hits.
hits. 20 points. So roll your
Plus-
Colossus Slayer.
Plus D8. Is that 2 D8s actually, or no?
It's 2
Mm-mm.
d8s.
Colossus Slayer is once per turn.
Okay.
Well, how does he get 4 shots in 1 turn?
Haste.
Hate.
Haste.
Oh, who hasted him?
Bard.
Oh, good job. That's insane.
Yeah, haste spell is correct. You can do
Yeah,
that.
his spell is great. Fucking
This
love
is my
it.
guy. He's cracked the 4th.
So that's an additional 9.
29.
Also, Ichabod, I'm gonna start taking buffs for like melee shit, so get ready to go ham on
ready to
land-based
go.
fights.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, it is Ichabod's turn.
Only we run
Ichabod
land.
So I'm
Yeah.
like basically touching. How far away is the bronze dragon from me?
It is not touching the boat. It is like, so essentially, this is going on. You guys are reacting to Adon trying to keep, or Cyril trying to keep Adon pushed into the boat, but you see Adon has his claws and his mouth towards Cyril, so his back is to you, and Cyril has bit one of his wings and is keeping him in place.
Dang.
So he's like holding the wing in his mouth as he's trying to push him against
think-
the boat.
We are honor bound to defend Cyril.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Can you
Cyril,
lay on
I
hands,
he's
Zeus?
jump-
got. If essentially if Adon gets to go again, Cyril dies. Cyril
If
is
I
on
jump-
his deathbed.
Yeah. If I jump onto the dragon,
Do it. I'll
do
save
it.
you.
You
I
can
will
hit it
save
from
you.
where you are.
Oh, yeah,
you are,
dimension
I
you
can
are
make it?
adjacent to the creature. Yeah, it's up
Oh,
against
yeah.
the boat.
I jump on the dragon.
Marty. It is touching the boat. If you are adjacent to its picture, you can hit it.
Oh, we're fine.
Marty's like, I'm
not
going in.
I'm going in. I'm ready to go. I don't even need to jump off if that's the case. I can just lay on hands Cyril for
You can't
34 hit
touch-
points.
Cyril, you can't hit, but you
Oh,
can hit.
I jump
blue
onto
one.
Cyril.
So you
No,
could
don't
hit.
worry, I got this.
Okay, I was gonna say, cause like you can hit the blue. Okay, you want to do that? You want to
Yeah.
jump from the boat onto
I think
Cyril?
Well, no,
my
listen.
healing is more important than hitting. 'Cause
I can
I'm-
save Marty. It's not a huge issue here.
I can Misty
do
Step.
big melee damage.
Yeah.
Okay, go
the
for it.
dragons
Yeah.
You're
don't
gonna
really
Misty Step
worry.
onto the dragon.
I jump onto the dragon.
I need
Heal
two
him.
acrobatics checks. One is your
Two-
jump as the boat is moving, and the second is to try to land on one of two dragons
Fair.
that are like beating the shit out of each other.
That's fair.
So give me two.
Fair.
These
Two
are gonna be
acrobatics.
difficult.
This is worth it. If
I
if
believe.
it works, it's super badass. If it doesn't work,
Then it's
I
just
drown.
ass.
If it doesn't work, I can.
all right,
just
that's
save
one.
Okay, you
19,
get a
good,
nice good leap off the
Oh,
boat.
but I hit my
Mid-air, you get hit by Cyril's tail as he's trying to keep himself in.
I
And you
cling.
land over here in the water, and you
Worth a
sink
shot.
30 feet.
Oh shit!
You're
Okay.
wearing
Sink 30
heavy
feet.
chainmail armor. You have a sword, and you have a shield that's
Well,
made of
wait.
stone.
How clear is this water? Can I
How
see her?
does sinking work? Because it's
You
not
go-
as fast as falling. So I still have a bonus action, and I could still Misty Step onto the
No,
onto the
listen,
deck.
Marty, I can save you, no problem.
Or Misty Step onto the dragon, and then heal the dragon and ride it into the sunset. How fast is sinking compared to falling?
Well, falling is 500 feet per turn if uninhibited. So,
That's ridiculous.
that's rules as written, 500 feet a
Water
turn.
need not apply.
Although, that physically, in terms of real life, gravity, constant, and such, unrealistic as fuck. But in D&D, it's 500 feet per turn.
Okay, I need you to make me an athletics check. Sorry.
You can
Do that
trust me,
first.
I got a C in freshman physics.
C in freshman physics, athletics. I'm better at 18.
Okay, you sink 20 feet.
Okay.
On your next turn, you will make a con save.
Okay.
Sam, can I see Marty from the deck?
You can see where she went in. If you go down and
Alright.
find her in the water, you can go up. You can bring her back.
Oh,
So
that's
I
no
still have
issue. That's no
movement.
Yes, your check was to try to swim up.
That was to
Your
swim up.
so your check, if you pass the check, you get 15. I read the book. I just read the rules real quick.
Thank you.
If you sink, if you hit the water, and so you're wearing heavy armor.
Mm.
This is why this sucks for you. So if you have heavy water and you're in water, your movement speed
If
is
you have
0.
heavy water and are
Or if you have
Ah.
heavy armor and you're in water, your movement speed is 0. You must make an athletics check. If you succeed, you will move 15 feet. If you fail, you sink 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
So I failed?
Yes,
Okay.
On an 18?
that's what it says.
Well,
Dang.
This might not. It says for 5e. I don't know where this is from.
I think you're
This is
homebrewing. I
not
think you can-
published.
You
Yeah.
can
One
definitely
second.
swim in heavy armor according to 5e raw.
1 second. That's not published. I
If
shouldn't
your,
have done.
if
I
your
should have
strength is
used.
high enough to
It's
wield
okay.
heavy, you can swim in heavy.
This
according
is
to
important. I'm willing
Where
to wait.
did you see that?
Raw. I mean, I can't tell you exactly, but I'm gonna look it up myself. There might be a sage advice as well.
Does this book tell me about swimming? Jeez, come on, wizards.
It's also how you want to run it too. Your DM.
However, I will say the one thing I know about swimming, because I looked this up and used it against a player one time, is if you're unable to hold your breath underwater, regardless of if you have HP or not, as soon as you start drowning from non-breath holding, you start rolling death saves.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think that's because that was in Out of the Abyss, Jimmy. I don't know if you
Yeah.
were there. You
I
were
think
there,
I was.
maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I think it was Dumb Bum got pulled into
Yep.
the water and instantly started death saves because they weren't holding their breath because they were hypnotized.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a nightmare.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
they were called by a literal siren, and the siren forced them to not hold their breath and just made
Sirens
them
will
walk
do
in the
that.
water. Yeah.
I will speak with animals, a dolphin companion.
Maybe there's an underwater dragon that you can get. The seaboard floor is actually made of dragons.
I wish.
It's not a well-known fact.
Oh my gosh, is there anything
So,
else?
no,
Am I gonna...
raw rules as written, there's no penalty for swimming in armor that you're proficient in.
Okay.
So,
Well,
it's
I'm
homebrew
fine to
time.
go in the water then.
It's homebrew time.
It's how Sam wants to run it. It's
Yeah.
up to Sam.
I mean, yeah, he's the DM, final say, but rules as written, there's no penalties.
Yeah. And it's fantasy. You know, we're these
I
mythical
do have the
things.
ring of Herculean strength. I am
That's true.
oddly strong
say
for
that-
a
that-
skinny boy.
I mean, realistically though, I am lifeguard certified, or at least I used to be, and that
That's
is the
true.
ability to
That's
that is
true.
the ability
Game
to
two.
that's the ability to tread water while holding your own body weight in shit. So it's possible for someone to swim like that.
It's hard, but
It's hard, but I mean, lifeguards have to be good at their job, right? And I'm lifeguard certified. I was on the swim team for 9 years, ladies and gentlemen. I'll never drown.
I've stumped the
I
DM.
failed swimming class. I drowned every single time.
hello,
No.
ghost.
Good news, James. With the method of lifeguarding that is generally employed, at least I would drown before you would.
Oh, okay, great. Well, does
So
that mean
then-
that you get like? Does that mean you get
Okay.
like priority into heaven?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's just a
Heaven pass.
it's just a
If
cube.
we
I'll
both
not get
drown,
priority.
you go to purgatory first, and I go to Elysium right away.
Ah, yes.
Speaking of which, Elysium sounds fucking great, and I hope that's what real afterlife is like.
Have you played Hades?
Yes, I've beaten Hades.
Fucking love Hades.
It's
need to
great.
play
It's
it.
My
insane.
fastest run was like 12 minutes. I'll never get better than that.
Nice.
Well,
My
have
fastest
you-
run was using the shield and a heavy
Yeah.
Dionysus build. I love
Yeah.
Dionysus.
Beaten
in that
Slay
game.
the Spire in under 10 minutes.
I've
No.
beaten Slay the Spire in about 20 minutes.
If you
I've
guys
beaten
spent
it in
3
under
hours in
10.
a single Binding of Isaac run,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes. What can I do for
you
you?
have 15 feet of movement.
I do.
I want you. We're gonna play it this way.
Okay.
You have 15 feet of movement.
Right.
Gamer.
You are wearing chainmail.
It's true.
You have the Ring of Herculean Strength.
I do.
Because of that, you will make any checks underwater currently at advantage.
Ooh,
Okay?
nice.
Thank
So
you.
what we're gonna do is you will have to make a check to make sure you don't sink, but I will say you sink 10 feet per turn. So you can essentially use your
Okay.
movement to make sure you don't sink if you do start to sink. But if you spend a full, if you start your turn underwater, you will make a con save. If you fail the con save, you will make a death saving throw, and they will count until you get out of water.
Oh.
Because you are not able to rest. Because I don't know if y'all have ever been stuck in water to where it's really hard to catch your breath. You will die faster.
I mean, I've been in a riptide before, but like I said, I'm a god tier swimmer.
I'm not. Well, I guess
I
that's
got
okay.
out of that
So
shit easy.
Holding your breath in D&D is
if you can get up out of water, your death save your saves will reset. How about that?
Do
Okay.
you know hold breath rules, Sam? Are we disregarding
What's the hold
those?
breath rule? Is that con?
It's 1 plus con in minutes.
Okay, then let's do that. 1 plus con in minutes.
okay. I have a 4 con plus 4 con, so I have
You
5
have
minutes
5 minutes of breath. Okay.
of breath.
Then you will. So let's make an athletics check at advantage.
Okay.
Also,
That means I
4
can
minutes.
hold my breath for 19 minutes.
No, it's
Ooh.
con mod.
Oh,
It's con mod.
gosh.
Okay,
Oh,
so
con
you
mod.
sink 10 feet.
Okay.
At the start of your turn, you use your movement to jump and get out here. So next turn, you'll have 15 feet of movement to get
Okay.
up. So start your timer of 5 minutes.
Well, how
Okay.
far is the visibility in this water, Sam?
I don't know. Do you have a good view of where Ichabod is?
I will be diving into the water next
Do
turn.
I have a bonus action and an action still?
You have, I would say... I'd say you still have your bonus action.
Misty
Also, Sam,
Step.
one more question, because I believe this isn't covered in rules as written. Can someone choose to fail a save?
Yes.
Good to
You can
know.
willingly choose to fail a save.
Good.
I choose to.
Marty's
simply
underwater.
fail at what
My
I'm doing.
bonus
You have
action.
a bonus action. What would you like to do?
Well, I want to heal the dragon. I'm gonna go ahead and Misty Step back onto either the rope or something that I can cling on to so I'm not lost.
How far is
to
Misty
deepest.
Step? 20 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet? So you'd have to go up 10 to get back to the top of the water.
I can.
So you
I
could,
press my
move
movement?
yourself up against the boat, but you could. These guys are up above the water, so you need to get. Oh, I guess you could use Pythagorean theorem. Break in and
Pythagorean
out,
theorem.
baby. Pythagoras, you're my guy. No one's ever gonna forget him while I'm around.
You can't even spell Pythagoras.
Pythago Pythagoras IUS.
I can write it
Pythagor.
with my hand.
No.
Pythagoras. So
I know his
first it is
theorem.
10,
Not the flex or anything.
20. Yes. Okay. So you could get it's 22.36 feet to the corner of like the railing of the ship. Do you want to get on the dragon?
Go for
You would
it.
make a check to see if you fall off at the
Yeah.
start of your
You
turn.
still have bardic inspiration, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and get onto the ship. I'm concerned
Do you,
because I'm still holding concentration on the ship as well.
Concerned
Mhm.
about.
So I will get
can-
on the
you
ship
can-
and I will end the shenaniganery.
Okay.
this
Let me give you
giant
back
man.
to the non-GM layer because I don't think you can. Yeah. There you go. You can put yourself on the first row, either this arrow or in front of the mast. That would give you plenty of
Yeah.
space.
I'll go ahead
Alright,
and
cool.
get on the first row, and I'm gonna yell to the bronze dragon, "I can heal you." And
The
I'll
boat's
raise out
doing
my
some spooky
my
stuff.
hand.
I'm trying to get it back to where it was. Okay, Marty. So you're like back here.
I vibe. Thank
Gick,
you guys for your
what are you doing?
patience.
You're good. I mean,
so I can- I can-
honestly didn't think you were gonna yeet yourself off a perfectly good boat
I was
into the water.
excited.
I can melee the blue dragon, right?
Yeah, it's up against the boat.
This is where the fun begins. Oh damn.
You
9
guys can see my
damage.
dog. He's right here.
I feel like I should be adding something else to that.
He's
Plus 5.
That's
Oh,
your
I'm not
crit.
adding my do I add proficiency bonus
Efficiency
to
does
the
not
damage?
add damage.
Alright. I just
Do
rolled
9
low, I
points
guess.
damage. It's not looking good.
Good.
The blue dragon. It is hanging on.
Ah,
The-
fuck, I always forget.
real quick.
Oh, I don't
The
have spells.
bronze dragon
No, I do. I
has
can use the Searing
aura.
Smite, but it's too late, so. Next time.
Andor, what are you doing?
Andor?
Snap.
Alright, it's gamer time, ladies and gents. I've expended most of my crazy shit, and now it's time for crazy shit part 2.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
Let's see. I'm just gonna... You said this one bronze dragon is big fuck if bad shit happens?
Yeah.
If the blue dragon gets to go again, the bronze dragon will die.
Well, it's assured then that the blue goes before the brass, unless I'm mistaken.
Yes. The blue
I
goes before the brass.
cannot heal.
But
Does
can
Marty
you-
go before blue? No, that's not
No,
true.
Marty's
either.
already got. All that's left before blue is Sandor and Ed. It does not look good though.
What if I...
Blue and
Ed, are you on
bronze
deck?
both
Are you
look
top
really
deck, Ed?
I am. I moved back up here.
Alright. Since I will allow you to consent or not consent to this,
Okay.
but I am going to vortex warp you onto the brass dragon.
Wait, well, he has healing word.
I don't think there's much I could do on the back of a dragon that would help as compared to what I've planned that I could do on dead.
If you already have a plan, then we'll disregard that.
Blue dragon does not look good.
That's a good
Neither
idea.
does
but
the
not
bronze
for my
dragon look
character.
Shoot the dragon, Brent.
Here's what will happen then. I am going to cast another 3rd level magic missile. Because you can't really go wrong with that.
How much damage do you do?
All of it.
16 total.
You kill the blue dragon.
Hey.
Nice. Oh, thank you.
You do lower GAT levels, but you fire a bunch of bolts,
Well,
and it pounds into the black back. So good.
I'm just gonna say, my character itself cannot yet match the power of the wand.
No,
Yeah.
but you do half Glock mode, and you fire a couple bolts, and it hits the back of the dragon, and you see just like the last little bit of fight goes out of the blue dragon, as it just kind of slides down the boat. At first, the boat kind of rocks back because it was trying to resist Cyril, and now Cyril's still pushing as hard as he can, and he pushes the dragon.
We definitely need to help our boy out.
Yeah, so you see that as he's pushing, he feels it stop to resist, so Cyril lets go of the wing, and you see it kind of gets his head up and under Adon's head as it's kind of sagging, and he bites right below the base of his jaw
The kill shot, yep.
as deep as he can get, and you just like he pushes against Adon, against the boat, and you hear this sickening crunch and tear as a bunch of like dark
Oh, yeah.
blood comes spilling down off of him.
Good.
And some of it splashes the warlock and the paladin, and it almost stings a little bit with like a little bit of like electricity to it. And you see the ship actually rocks a little bit as Cyril pushes so hard, and then he kind of he like lets it slide down with him, and it hits the water, and you see him spit out the chunk and just start pushing and flapping his wings as hard as he can to try to push the dragon below the water.
Okay.
You guys do anything? Do you say anything?
We're going to hail the brass dragon, of course.
I'm going to
yes.
cast a 2nd level healing word on the dragon, so he's not like mega dead.
Nice. How much is that?
Wait.
That would be 2d4
Okay, I don't know
plus
what
con.
I did. I don't know what I did to my
You set it to roll spell card instead of spell attack.
Oh, okay, that would be it. Okay, yeah. 8 healing for the dragon.
That helps some. So you see, it takes him a couple
I'm mostly
seconds.
just wanting
as
him
he's...
to not be on the edge of death like he just was.
Yes.
You're good. You see, he's also digging in to the dragon to rip it up, and he's able to get it down to start sinking. And he pushes it, and it starts to get to where it's like right below the cusp of the water. It starts to sink, and you just see it stand and like pull its shoulders and wings back and drop its head back, and as loud as it possibly can in this like croaking almost, and like because how much pain it's in and how much damage it's taken, roars its head out and just blasts the loudest roar it can. And it's not as loud as the blue dragon was,
That's sick.
but there's like there's so much emotion and relief
yeah.
in that noise
Yeah.
that you kind of
Young dragon-
you can understand that this is like it was ready to die like right
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and it has survived. So as the blue dragon sinks, you see the bronze dragon slowly sink with it until it's like all its legs are completely submerged, and then it just starts to like let its wings sit out, so it starts to just float. And you see it's kind of like, you can tell now that it's kind of like very slowly shaking, like probably from like the damage it's taken and the exhaustion
Yeah.
it feels.
That was brutal.
So
What do you guys
can I get to the bronze dragon?
Yeah, it's sitting next to the boat. It's just like, so it's probably tall enough to where its head is about 5 feet below
So I'm
the.
gonna reach out and touch it and do. I'm gonna use all 3 of my. I'm gonna use all 4 of my 1st level spell slots for cure wounds on the bronze dragon.
Go for it.
What's your wisdom? Is it 16?
Mine,
Yeah,
14.
14. So that would be 4d8 plus 8 healing.
Go ahead and roll it. Cause this actually matters. Yeah.
It's /R, right?
Yes.
Yes.
4d8 plus what?
8.
4. Or 8. Sorry.
Excuse me.
That's
This
not
isn't-
right.
48 plus 8.
I did it wrong.
Oh.
It's /R?
Yes.
R. I did 48.
It's space /R space 48 plus 8 1.
Yeah,
one
thanks,
block.
thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's what you guys get for playing with the geriatric.
Hey, it's all good.
All
It's all
good.
good.
I still
Believe
did
me.
it wrong.
We'll still be
What?
playing this fucking game in retirement homes.
That's
We'll be
one
there
of-
eventually.
That's true.
We'll keep our
What
minds.
did I do
sharp.
wrong again?
We're gonna
D&D
be
70.
we're gonna be complaining about the latest
13E.
changes and how much better
Yes.
things were back
Here.
in IV.
Look
Thank
in
you.
chat, but minus the period.
Your messages aren't showing up. Is he rolling only to the GM, Sam? Do you
No.
see the rolls go through?
Well, no, he might just if
No.
he's getting invalid command, then it doesn't work. But
Oh,
just look
really?
in chat. Yeah, you got it.
So
Oh, there you go.
I hit him for 30 hit points of healing.
30.
Yeah, so you're able to just barely touch him as he's like rocking back and forth, and so every time his head's like grazing your glove, you're able to put the healing out, and you see it's actually making a difference. Like you see some of the wounds closing up, you see the blood that's pouring out of some of the places is not as much. I'm just setting my food. I'm like, cool. I'm trying to set my food off to the side. Once I am done eating.
How dare you eat food, you degenerate?
It's pretty good. Okay.
Average food eater.
I subsist off of scotch, and that's it.
Scotch is pretty good.
Just
Food
bourbon.
enjoyer.
Also, McKenna bourbon.
I'll give it a shot, Marty.
The
I drink
McKenna's-
a lot of whiskey.
Yes, the McKennas and my grandfather, the Willet.
Although, if you want
very
some good-ass
close.
wines, we should do a wine tasting sometime. I'm down.
Yeah.
Hey, we went to the Fredericksburg Whiskey and Bourbon Festival.
When is that? I'll go.
Yeah, it was just about a month ago, but
Oh,
they
damn.
had this smoked whiskey that was so good.
That sounds insane.
I'll let you know next time, Brent.
Yeah, message me.
All right. Hey, the other thing too is just for those of you that are relatively local, Brent and Marty, we're doing a beach bash on the 8th of October. You're welcome. We actually have a beach here at the house.
No water, just a beach.
Just the beach.
Wait a second.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's a bad
there was
joke.
this, so there's a water pump really close to our garage, or my parents' garage, but it's like right in the tree line, and they had to clear like a semicircle around it, so nothing would grow into it, so we turned that into a beach.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah. That was one of my favorite things I would tell people was like my parents have a beach at their house, but there's no water. Just to see what people said.
8th of
Okay.
October at 4 o'clock we kick off. You're welcome to join us.
Hey, I'll keep
Thank
it in
you.
mind.
And if you need a place to crash, I've got plenty of space.
They have 30 bedrooms.
More than I could eat.
Interesting.
Each bedroom is filled with a billion copies of
Yeah.
the book.
It's
Yeah.
filled with
No, no.
clown dolls.
Not a billion. That's actually something I'm working on, Brent, is the clown aspect.
Oh,
I
hell
can
yeah.
only sleep in a room with 50 plus clown dolls, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
no, but
And they're all
seriously,
behind the
we
camera in
we
your
have
room.
plenty of space if you need a place to crash. So
Yeah, hey, October 8th, I'll consider it. I'm probably free, honestly. Sam, you should come. You coming?
Probably not. Those first 2 weeks of
Damn.
October could be very, very bad. Okay, so yeah, the dragon's kind of shaking, and like you see it take it's still bloodied, and you see it kind of it takes about like almost 30 seconds to a minute for it to just to kind of like collect itself, and it looks up at you with like these like you know that feeling when all of your adrenaline starts to fade away and you feel really tired.
Yeah.
It looks at you with
All
those
the
kind of
time.
eyes, and just in like a tired voice goes, "Are you all okay?"
we're not okay. We're
I
fine.
say we're better than you, buddy.
Did any of you go overboard?
Yes.
Yes.
Quite a few crew did, but you know, we got raccoons for that.
He goes, "Where are they?"
I don't know in real life,
West.
but I will point in character.
Yeah, you see him go, looks over and goes, and you see him go under the water, and then you see him come back up,
Aw.
and he tries to get up under as many as he can, and you see they like he says something, you know, he's a little farther away, but you just hear, "To me, I'll carry you back," and you see them start swimming over. A lot of them have
I
grabbed
love
onto the
him.
big fuzzy raccoons, And the raccoons are so fuzzy that they float really well.
Oh,
Like each
Like
raccoon grabs a
dandelions?
couple
Nice.
guys, and they like swim over using the raccoons as buoys, and they hop on, and the raccoons shrink back down into little raccoons. And Cyril floats, swims his way back with his wings out, kind of like a plane, and comes up, and then they start throwing ropes down. You notice as the Marines bring themselves up, and the Marines and sailors, their armor's not on them anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Right, they doffed
Yeah.
their armor. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah. Which is odd because they were wearing like armor that you can't doff in an action. It's like a weird mix of like it's
Like the
it's
10
kind of
thing?
medium armor. It's like a chain shirt type armor almost. Actually, what did I say that it was?
Hey, speaking of which, if we're wish listing magic items, I need Elven Chain.
Jack, I'm with the elf. I need elven chain.
Yeah. Elven Chain
I need,
all
you know
around.
what? Hey, what we really need is drow chain.
I need
Yeah, they have
adamantine
chain
Disappears in
plate.
the sun.
So
Oh, that's right. You're
we
right.
doff those a little bit
Except
faster than.
not in Gaiand it doesn't, so don't worry about it.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doffed their armor faster than you thought they could because medium armor can't be doffed in an action.
Right.
But none of them are wearing their armor as they get pulled up. And Cyril continues to kind of sit in the water. Like it looks like he's got beat up bad, and he looks back and goes, "Any more of you in the water? Are you all okay?"
We'll do a head count.
Yeah, beyond.
Do we have any other healing spells that we can cast on him?
Oh yeah, here, 30 lay on hands.
You did good, bud. All right.
I'll just
Pat him on the back.
pat
Yeah.
him
You know
on the
what?
toe.
Come to think of it, the paladin, other than like a 17th level cleric, can deliver the highest volume of heal in the game
Boom.
in one action, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
A lot.
It is single target though, where clerics get multi-target later. But yeah, so Cyril's no longer bloodied, and you kind of see some of the youth return to his movements and to his eyes. His eyes look less clouded. You see that he starts to like one reason he wasn't bringing his wings up is, Marty, you see as you're laying hands, there is a massive bite mark and claw shreds through one of his wings. But you see that kind of close up, and you see him kind of try to articulate it and winces a little bit as he tries to close it up into his body. So now he's kind of like a duck sitting in the water.
If you're sitting in the water because you don't think you're welcome, I assure you, you're welcome on our ship.
As long as you don't break anything.
Come rest. We are friends
looks
of the
up and
king of the
goes-
bronze dragons.
You were friends of who?
The king of the bronze dragons?
What's his name?
Back.
We know it out of game.
Back.
Yeah, you also have
Beck.
that pendant that he
Yeah,
Beck,
gave
you're
you.
all-
yes,
It's just a
I'll
very
show-
I don't remember who has
Show
it.
then.
Yeah.
It's a
think
very
James
poor
has it.
quality bronze
I do. have
amulet with a bee scratched into it with what looks like a talon.
Yeah.
I'll show him the Beck
He goes,
pin, and I'll say,
Check out this
we
Beck merch."
cooked with Beck. He's a great
Yeah.
cook.
We got some
That's
good
it.
Beck merch.
I picked up some items from the last Beck merch drop.
Yeah.
Come, you're welcome
Beck
here,
is a
friend.
band, which is funny.
We all support him
Um,
on Patreon.
Beck's page. I'm part of the Brown Dragon Kingdom Patreon.
The OnlyFans.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Beck! Listen,
Somebody, you gotta make money
Listen.
somehow.
That's
Dude,
good.
Yeah.
It's so hard to hoard treasure these days.
I know, right?
But yeah, so
OnlyFans.
he goes, "Oh, you have met Lord Beck.
Yeah, he's pretty
Well,
cool.
you are. I'm very glad that I found you. Any
A friend of Beck is a friend of ours.
friend of any friend of the Lord must be protected at all costs. He kind of like looks at himself and goes, "That got out of hand quite quickly.
We would have been screwed without you, brother.
You were very unsafe in these waters. What brings you so deep into the South Blue?"
pirates.
Yeah, we'll relate our mission. Or
Wish to
relay,
do it.
not relate.
The pirate threat, that is quite noble. I wish I could do something with your ship, but I sadly am much better at destroying vessels than I am at repairing them.
Unfortunate.
You've done enough,
Yeah,
friend.
you must
Come
recover.
rest.
And he kind of drops down under the water for a second, like drops his head under the water and looks and goes, it looks like you're no longer taking on water to where you will sink. I think if you spend some time, you might be better. I can keep watch for other dragons.
That would be greatly
Don't
appreciated.
That
worry,
would be
we
kind.
have a metal man to keep watch.
Well, I'm not going to
Thank you
deny
for
the
the
services
offer.
of a dragon.
It would be best if you all at
That's
least made your way somewhere. You shouldn't sit here. And he looks up and he goes, "Can the ship move currently?"
Captain.
Maybe at a slow pace.
Yeah, how's
Maybe
the
it's
ship
slow
look?
pace.
Jart goes, well, you know, we have wounded to be treated. Let's get them treated. But if we have enough oarsmen, and he asks on the status of the deck below, and goes, "Sir, you know, a third of our oarsmen benches have been destroyed, but we have the back 2/3." And he says, "Well, let's get them moving." And he looks down and goes, "Dragon." And he looks up and he goes, "Your name?" And he goes, "You may call me Cyril, Captain."
How do you spell that?
Syril.
Shame
And
I'm
he
not a
goes,
cleric. I could true res him in the future if he
Good.
died.
I could push your boat if you'd like. And he goes,
Yes.
he says this to a dragon, "No, son, you rest
Oh
up.
my God.
You did well fighting that blue lizard." And he kind of
Yeah.
laughs to himself. And you see Cyril kind of nod and goes, "Well, I will at least keep pace." And you see him kind of come closer to the boat and like, you see, it looks like he's tired. Like he was flying fast. It seems like he was
Sorry.
flying pretty fast.
As far as I'm concerned, Cyril's duty is done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, he's.
And I'd
he's a
say
real
as much to him in Draconic, because I'm a dragon homie.
He kind of looks up. You see, like
A drone.
he kind of was up against the boat, and his head was kind of starting to rest against the side of the boat. And you say that in Draconic, he goes, and he says back in Draconic, "Someone who speaks the tongue of the dragons."
I can too.
Very
Say
thankful.
truly
I'll
a
say that
noble
in
language.
Draconic.
You may
And he
enjoy
looks up and
conversation with my lizard friend.
A servant of Silvermane. I am honored to meet you. I would love to meet the Lady of Silver one day.
She's wonderful. I could sing you a song about her if you'd like.
I would like that. And yeah, so if you start singing, you got the idea that he'll probably fall asleep though,
Okay.
just
Well,
out of
well,
exhaustion.
If his
maybe
head's
maybe
leaned
I'll
on the
maybe I'll
ship,
play it for you when you're a bit more patched up.
We could
I think-
tie him to a rope on the back of the boat, and just drag him along.
Do you say that out
Drag him
loud?
along.
Yeah, I say, listen, if you float, we can just drag you.
He looks up and kind of, like, you've never seen a sheepish smile on a giant winged lizard, but he kind of like looks down and looks back up and goes, "That would be greatly appreciated."
Yeah, listen, we got plenty of rope. We'll hook him up.
So, Ichabod, without the like fight, you could probably hop on and tie one down on him. So you can hop on
If
and you
he's
kind
alright
of
with
get
it.
him set up on the back of the boat
Yeah.
and tied up, and you guys can start slowly making your way. And he just kind of looks up at you as you finish tying it and goes, "Wake me if another one of those blue dragons come.
maybe
I will drive
I'll play
them
my song
away."
as he.
Rest well, hoping there is not one.
Yeah.
He goes,
Sleep
"Thank
well.
you." And you climb back up, and his head kind of whacks against the stern of the boat as he starts to fall asleep.
Oh.
How's Arabella?
Do you go and check on her?
Yeah.
She's
I'll check on her
unconscious
as
in
well.
her room.
Yo, I'll be
Is
back
she
in
okay if I
less
try
than
to
2
wake her
minutes.
So there's one of the one of the crew is tending to her. And he
Okay.
looks up and goes, I'm guessing with the commotion stopping, is everything okay?"
Yes.
Yes.
There is a dragon, the bronze dragon that showed up.
The
Is-
bronze dragons.
He's with us. So if there's a dragon up on the ship, it's okay.
Don't worry.
He's with us.
Don't
Okay.
worry.
I know. I've yet to see a bronze dragon.
Well, you can
I
go
don't-
see
I-
one right there.
Some people say they're real, but I mean, I've never seen one. Most people, I don't think I've
believe
ever
in
seen
dragons.
one.
If you want to go look at it, he's
Okay.
asleep up there. I can watch Arabella.
Make sure you
We owe her. She saved
let-
many lives today.
She's done it
She-
before. What she does though is this is very dangerous. Where you must not wake her. Let her rest. I wish she would stop doing this. And she walks out and she goes and you hear as soon as the door opens.
Good. Well,
she-
I'll watch Arabella.
That person will come back in about 10 minutes of fawning over the real ass dragon that's behind the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Real ass dragon.
as opposed to a fake ass drag.
Yeah.
While we wait, I'll tell her the story of the cook-off with Beck.
The cook-off.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
tell Arabella or do you tell the
While Arabella's
the
asleep.
attendant? Yeah,
The
Arabella's.
attendant.
Do you want to do any checks to like see what's going on with Arabella?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to make sure she's okay.
Okay, make me medicine checks.
I will
Make me a
you
medicine check, actually. Yeah, do that.
I can do that too.
Okay, whoever wants to.
Medicine-y.
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 He's just standing there. Medicine.
Menacingly.
24.
Medicine-y.
Very good. Ed, did you want to do one too?
Yeah, I have a bunch of items layered up on my screen, so I have to click through to get to my character sheet.
Only things I don't believe in dragons. Is it safe to assume dragons don't have comfort zones? 12.
A lot of
So-
iconic phrases.
James, you come in and you do your medicine check and you go, I think she's sleeping. She did something. She's knocked out.
Did something.
and,
Yeah.
and Marty, you
I'll
gathered.
do her
so
forehead and pulse.
there was this rumor. So magic has been better understood in the past 300 years. But beforehand, being around like
300 years ago.
elves and dwarves, there was this theory that if you could connect to the source of your magic, or the stronger the caster you are, isn't the better connected to the magic you are. It's better that you can control the magic that you are connected to. And sometimes people have enough force of will and power to over channel that, but it has a lot of effect on the person casting it. So you think that she probably overdid it and almost killed herself. Like she probably would have, like she was probably, if she wasn't gotten out of the fight, she probably would have just died.
She overclocked herself.
Super clues. Yeah,
Is there permanent damage? Is she okay?
it's possible. I mean,
Oh,
you
no.
know that it's possible for there to be permanent damage. The most permanent is dying,
Yeah.
but it can
Not for
severely
us.
shorten one's life.
Okay, well,
You do know that restoration spells typically help repair any damage that might have been done, greater or lesser.
I'm
But
back.
unfortunately, I'm not a cleric. I have no restoration spells. But I will
the ranger has
remember
less
that.
restoration.
I could do lesser restoration 3 times if it's required.
That might be good.
Okay, I can go do that then.
Didn't you use
She
spell
probably
slots on?
needs-
Lesser's 2.
Oh yeah, lesser is too. I forgot about that.
She
Yeah,
probably
so-
needs a
With lesser?
greater, but
So do I need to hit her with 3 lesser restoration
No,
spells?
just
one.
one. Just one.
Okay, I'll hit her with 1.
So yeah, so you hit her with 1. Marty, while you're tending to her, so you're like checking and like checking like her
Your
her
pulse and-
heartbeat for
yeah.
fever, things like that. Her heart. What really scared you is her heart's beating slower than it should, even sleeping. And so Garib comes and lays hands on and does lesser restoration, and you feel the heartbeat and the pulse pick up a little bit more
Okay, that's
to where
Ready
it's a
to do
little
it?
bit more comfortable.
Do I need to do it again?
No,
Um,
it should be all right.
Yeah, you gather that with rest she'll be better. If
Okay.
you recall, when you guys saw her on the dock, like initially in Port Stanley, it looked like she was like having trouble just standing. She was so tired, so she probably overclocked herself then too, or overdid it then too.
All right, we'll
So
make
while
a
they're
pact.
while they're attending to Arabella, who's the lookout that was with me up in the top mast?
Willem, he's back up there. He's pissed off though because the blue dragon busted up his crow's nest.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn blue dragon, as he's trying to put it back together. You see he's
Okay.
got like a nasty cut on his shoulder from when he jumped off the thing.
Yeah. So as soon as I get, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a long rest. I need to heal
Can't do a long
myself,
rest.
and I need to get my spells back.
Yeah.
But before
Long
I
rest
do
is
that-
8 hours, so
Well, yeah. I guess I'll wait for that. Hey, I cast out my senses. Do I pick up anything?
You pick up a dragon.
Well, other than the dragon that's next to us. Anything else?
we're dragging
No,
a
not
dragon.
within your 5 mile radius.
Alright.
So as the boat starts making it way back on that course,
Yeah,
so you guys are about, when you got attacked. I gotta move the players. So when you guys got attacked, You were about right above where the F was. So what would you like to Jart? As things are calming down and they have a game plan, they're patching up the ship. They're able to move the ship. Jart calls you all into his captain's quarters.
I'm gonna get rid of the combat music. Sorry.
Well, first off, you all did swimmingly against the dragon. And looks at the paladin and goes, "You're not very good at swimming, though, are you?"
No, I'm not
Yes,
good
well-
at swimming or fighting air flying creatures.
That's okay,
This is
but
quite an
thank you for
experience.
with the quick thinking of you and the dragonborn down below. You very much helped us to not sink, so we won't sink anymore. We just have to get some of the water out. But you're just like wringing a sock, except it's a boat. So, what would we like to do now? We were on this path, and he points to where I pointed with like right above the F. What would you all like to do now? Now that we know that this
Probably
is Blue Dragon territory,
go a
but
little
I
more
know
north.
we wanted to go somewhere.
Did we get a map of the Blue Dragon's territory?
Essentially,
We can
Beck
guess.
told you that the
When I
bronze
asked it for a
dragon.
map, it laughed at us.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So the bronze dragons consider the entire, all of the ocean to be their territory. The blue dragons consider all of the ocean to be their territory. Hence why they kill each other.
No, I got a question.
Hmm.
Do we need to put into port so they can repair the ship?
You are like a week or more away from a port.
We're a
Dang.
week out of Kinley or High Point?
High Point, you're about probably 2 weeks from. Kinley, you're still about 2 weeks because you have to. You guys are so far out in the sea of Margot.
Our best
Yeah,
bet
I
is
got
to
it.
find a tree, an ocean tree.
It's not a bad bet. You know they do exist.
They exist. We have a dragon that could look
I don't
for
think
them.
trees are real though.
They're like birds.
What is it? I don't believe in trees.
So I guess my question to the captain is, we need to, we can't maneuver. We're limited to our maneuverability.
Give my men the rest of the day, and the Donnie, she'll be ready to fight 2 dragons.
All right.
No,
But,
you better knock on wood.
We can take 2 dragons. Our ship's made out of
I'm
wood.
with
We
you.
can knock on it all day.
We can take 6 dragons.
No, no.
and
Yeah.
Jart goes,
No.
that being said, even if we did put into port, we'd still have to stabilize the boat before then. So, the boat will be stabilized regardless. Where did y'all want to go?
Well,
Where would you like to go
honestly,
now?
I thought he suggested that we come around the south side of Isle de Capri up into New Hope.
Is that well? Okay, so is that what you guys want to continue to do? Make your way this way?
I mean, I think
As
if
long
we-
as he thinks the boat can fight and maneuver, then yeah.
yeah,
If,
I mean,
if we can't, then we need to put into port and get fixed.
yeah, as long as we can, move and we're not gonna get fucked as soon as we move.
Yeah, we've
keep
got
keep
to be
the
able
same
to.
plan.
We got to move and shoot. I know we can't communicate very well during these times, but we have to move and shoot.
Aye.
If he thinks we can do that, then we continue the mission. If he doesn't, then we need to suggest to him that we put into port.
We will be given the end of the day, we'll be no longer taking on water. Giving another day, we'll be out of water. We will have no more water in, and then giving a third day, I think we'll be up close enough as if we stopped. I mean, to repair this whole damage, we would have to spend multiple days in port, and we were told to go find this.
Yeah.
Multiple
We
days.
need to go
You're talking months in port to fix this thing. If they don't scrap it all together.
Well, apparently you've never met the Sandmar shipwrights. They are, they're not magical, but I'm pretty sure
No,
they are.
yeah,
One of
but-
them
but-
fixed a keel before.
Yeah, but we're 4 months from a shipwright.
We brought some with us.
Very well.
Yeah, I think we just do his plan of fixing it for a couple
sort of
days
like
and then.
building the airplane while you're flying it?
Yes. No. Like the invasion fleet brought some, so there's some sitting in Port Stanley, but they have like the medic version of a ship with them, of a shipwright.
The
Yeah, I
Wright
got
brothers
it.
has entered the chat.
Yeah, I say we do his plan.
Yeah, he says the ship can manage.
All right, let's go then.
It was just getting the water out is gonna be like. That's what he's like. We got to do that first.
Yeah.
So
I'll help
with-
with that.
Yeah, same.
I
Well,
can
the
make
thing
that
is like
fast.
y'all helping so much prevented the ship from actually like the full bottom level didn't sink.
Yeah.
Like it would have if y'all didn't go down like that.
Yep.
It would have just been the bottom submerged, and you'd have lost your oars, like your
Ed
oar deck.
rallied as hard as he could.
Ah.
But you guys did very good. So don't think you wasted your turns being down there. I expected y'all to be like, we should kill this dragon fast, and then it ended up being like you guys are now like less like your boat's going down. But no, you guys didn't do that. It was very smart. So you guys want to keep
Well,
headed this way?
Yes.
If we're counting finishing blows, I can count having killed a dragon now.
Can count having killed a dragon.
Dragons
Sandor,
0,
the Dragon
Sandor
Slayer.
1.
Quit while you're ahead.
Dragon
Retire.
Slayer. Now that is a title.
All right. So you guys want to keep heading
Yes.
northeast or east-ish? Yeah.
I.
Jart says, now the bronze dragon said that we need to get north some because the farther south you go, the more blue dragons. So I'm gonna set us a northeast heading, but towards still the Isle de Capri. Does that sound all good to you all?
Yes.
Away from the blue dragons is
Yes.
preferable. Yes.
Wonderful.
That is. of
Druid, do you
high
know what
import.
or not Druid, Paladin, do you know what our forecast is going to be and which way the wind's going to be blowing?
I go by Druid too. I'm not offended, and
I
I'll
go by
summon
Druid.
a little
Yeah.
cloudy of the future weather.
Yeah, it's a little overcast. It's going to be a little overcast, but you're going to have a favorable wind blowing.
Fantastic.
I like the
You'll love to see it.
So you go back up, and they're starting to make their way. They're starting to put things back together. You know, people who are hurt and stuff. It doesn't look like they lost anybody.
Nice.
But like there's some people who have some of the oarsmen have some severe burns from the lightning, some severe damage, and so they're trying to patch them up as much as they can.
Yeah, but after I long rest, I can help out with that.
Yes, but you guys can't long rest until the night. It's like
Yeah.
3 to 4 right now. So you
Yeah,
guys
but I
have
can,
time
as soon
rest
as I
today.
get cure wounds again, I can go ahead and heal and
Yeah.
do what I need to help out.
Yeah.
for sure. And yeah, but I think everyone else is out of healing. Yeah.
Yes.
I have
one
a
second.
couple
Pratchett's
more.
being a
I
menace.
have some spells I could pull off, but like I don't know. Are we in a position where we could long rest eventually?
have
No,
one health
you
potion.
you have to finish the rest of the day to long rest. Like you cannot benefit from 2 long rests in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you can use the rest of them if you want now, or you can hold them. It's up to you.
I
Save
did run
mine.
through a decent amount. I'm just gonna hold on to them. If we're not like an urgent need, then I think I'm gonna have to hold on to them.
Yeah. I'm sorry to the people who need healing. I'm also concerned that there are more dragons.
There be dragons. Yes, I'm gonna continue to send dragons at you until I either sink the ship or kill you.
Yes.
It's possible.
In honor
it's
of
very
Pride
possible.
Month, we're sending
It's
you a
possible.
dragon of each color to your location right now.
Chromatic
That'd be
dragon
amazing.
activate.
I'm an ally, but not to you. Alright, so okay, so you guys keep making your way to
To the west,
the
to the
northeast.
west, to the northwest, northwest.
About like an hour or more go by, and you see that Cyril's starting to awake from his nap, and you see he like ducks his head up under the down into the water, so the rope comes off, and he swims up to the side, and he looked better. He rolled hit dice, and he's making it, and you guys are making your way, and he goes, "Why are we going this direction? I figured you all would head due north."
We're searching for pirates, Master Dragon.
Ah, more pirates. Well, you'd want to repair your boats a little bit more, and it's hard to do that right here. Did Lord Beck ever show you the sea trees?
Yes.
Yes, he did, actually. We saw.
Oh.
They were quite fascinating.
Interesting. Well,
Do you know
I
of
know
one?
I know a sea grove tree, a grove of sea trees. It's closer to the island that's to the northeast of here.
That's where we're headed,
Oh,
right?
1 second. I had a name that he was going to call it, and I didn't write it down, but I remember what it's called.
It's called Steve. because that's not as intimidating as Sheldon or Tim.
True.
Some call me Tim.
Sheldon or Tim. Yeah. He goes, oh, we call that island, the island of Whim. Is that the one you're headed to?
Whim. I
Whim.
believe we would like to head there. That sounds wonderful.
Oh. Have you know of this island? Well, I
No.
guess what do you call this island?
I don't even think it's on our maps.
Well,
I'll be
unless
honest.
If it's on our maps, I guess we consult those.
Yeah, here, I pull up the map. Is it this one?
Yeah, Isle de Capri. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you say Isle de Capri to him?
Yeah.
He chuckles and says, the common tongue butchers draconic. But the way you say it, and he kind of chuckles, Capri is whim and draconic. And he looks to Ed and goes, I understand you're not catching it. Those who do not speak our tongue butcher its pronunciations and its translations. But
It's a difficult
I'm feeling
Oh,
better
yeah,
to fly. Let me go see if I can't find those trees for you. And he ducks under the water.
I think he's wrong. I speak Draconic.
You don't speak draconic.
I do too.
Oh yeah, you do speak draconic.
Yeah, I think he's wrong.
You see Cyril come up and under the bow and take off flying, and he's flying at a much better gait now. Like his wings
That's good.
are moving. It's a couple unsteady flaps at first. And he's able to keep flying. Definitely still not fully recovered. Like you see, one of his back legs is still kind of curled up under him. And he's flying kind of northeast with a little bit more of a north tail. So he flies away for now. What do you
Well,
do?
I was hoping to ask him if he knows where the pirates are, but one of us ought to remember when he returns.
Yeah.
Mhm. So you guys keep heading your northeast clip.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it gets to night now, and you guys are able to complete a long rest and heal up and everything. And Marty, are you going to continue to tend Arabella?
I'll take shifts.
Okay.
I'm worried about Arabella. I like
Yeah.
her a lot, so I wanna make sure she's okay.
Mhm. So you can make your throughout the night. Give me a medicine check.
Sure.
Hey,
I want to
Sammy,
make her comfortable.
while Ichabod's doing that, after my long rest, I'm gonna go back up into the crow's nest with my friend.
Yeah, and you see he's cleaned up the wound and he's got some bandages on it, and he's
And-
almost done with the repairs.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and lay hands on him and heal his wounds.
Yeah, so he goes, oh, that makes this hurt a lot less. Here, and he hands you a hammer and some nails and says, reinforce that plaque for me.
And then
And
I'm
he's
gonna
continuing
slap
to-
him upside the head.
I was, excuse me.
I'm not here to repair things. That's your job.
He looks at you, looks where your feet are, and he goes, then get out of my crow's nest. What am I? What are you, a freeloader?
I just laugh at him and headbutt him.
Okay.
What was going on?
Alright. Marty, so
I don't want to wake Arabella up, but I want to make sure she's comfortable.
Garib's
I
heart
want her to
sheep.
sleep.
So you do the check. You can tell that she's looking a little bit better. Some of the colors returning
That's
to her
good.
face. Some of it, like the really gaunt pieces are starting to fill back out. It kind of looked to you, now that you've checked again. It's like a less severe version of what happened to you when you died,
Oh.
to where you hollowed. But it looks like
That's
much
not
less
good.
severe. Like if hollowing was a 10, she was probably at a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do divine sense? She's not. There's no undead here, is there?
You can divine sense.
Yeah, I divine sense.
You only pick up your friends.
Okay. That's good.
We're hanging out.
We're
Okay.
vibing.
She's probably not cursed then. She's just very tired.
Probably.
Mhm. All right, so morning comes, and as like dawn breaks, you see, Dad, you pick up a dragon coming from the northeast of you, so coming southwest. And this dragon is when you look and see, it is up in the sky, glimmering brilliantly.
I
Do you
love
alert the party?
dragons.
So you
They're
said
just
bronze dragon.
What's my what's the guy's name with me? What's his
Willem.
name? Willem.
Willem. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell Willem, hey, we got a dragon inbound, but I'm gonna guess that it's our friend Cyril.
Yeah. So he shakes himself awake and tosses the blanket off, grabs his thing, looks and goes, "Well, it's shiny, that's for sure."
Yeah, that's probably him. I'm gonna smack him
Yeah.
upside the head and tell
Like
him to
bronze.
alert the rest of the crew.
He goes, "Yeah, it looks bronze. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm gonna.
right, Captain!" And he yells down that the bronze dragon's return, and
Yeah.
the shark goes, "Much better!" And he yells to the helmsman, "Adjust course!" And he points to where the dragon is, and the helmsman spins to head towards the dragon. And at this point, they had like shift crews downstairs. They're already starting to get some of the water out from down there. They're still only at 2/3 capacity on the rowing, so the rowing's not as fast, but they at least have somewhat of a favorable wind.
Do they use the rowing even when we're out in deep sea under full sail power?
No, but it's just because they're trying to move fast. They want to get out of they want to move north, and
Yeah, I got that.
they have something here to stimulate them.
Okay, I was just asking. That's up to the captain how he wants to run his ship. I'm just an eater and a shitter.
I mean, a lot of up until like. So this ship technology is probably somewhere in between like the Roman era and like 1100 shipping, and like not until like the era of exploration did they have boats that could traverse seas without the need of oars.
Okay, so
that exploration was in like the 1400s.
are you so?
Nope.
Just out of idle curiosity, what are you thinking that the time setting is in Earth years?
Maybe 1000.
Oh, really?
Maybe less.
Okay.
Because like we're well away from gunpowder. You have poppers. That's about as much as you can get.
No, I got that. I always imagined it was between somewhere. It was somewhere around the 1600s.
Oh yeah, that's too far.
That's
You had firearms then.
yes, but without the firearms.
Oh well, that's why I went earlier.
No, it's fine. I was just curious.
So, they start heading towards the dragon, and once again, Ciro kind of comes down and lands lands a good about 100 feet away from the boat, and starts to like curl his wings in as he comes up to the side, and goes, "Well, good news. You are much closer to the trees than when I left. We should probably get there by nightfall. Though, were you expecting anyone in the trees?"
No, I'm
well-
hoping to find refuge, maybe wood to repair the ship. So it's a safe place.
There was a small, and he points to one of the lifeboats on the side of your boat. There's a small lifeboat-sized boat there with a couple of with about 3, I think, humans in it.
Did
They
you?
looked like they were stuck.
We will help them. We can
Or-
absolutely offer them refuge as well.
Some light assistance.
Did
Probably
you
would
talk
like
to them?
it. No, Beck said if you get the feeling they'll be more afraid of you, then you probably shouldn't land.
That's fair.
Beck said he accidentally gave you all. Beck said that he gave a really big ship a big scare
Yeah. Pratchett.
It wasn't
months ago.
It wasn't us. We're not afraid of dragons.
Oh,
Might have been a
wasn't you.
slight misunderstanding. But his cooking skills quickly relaxed everyone
Yes.
involved.
Lord Beck is an excellent cook.
Are you able to turn into? If Beck was able to transform into a humanoid form, are you able to do that as well?
No, most see and he's saying this as he's like swimming alongside of you. The dragon lords, as I'm sure Beck told you, are children of Bahamut, so they get to keep some of that innate magic. But past that, most dragons can't shapeshift. The dragon lords and the dragon ladies, so Silvermane and Master Beck can do that, but none of the other dragons that I know are able to do that. So sometimes you have to be a little careful who you talk to, because it might be a dragon lord. But as long as I know, I don't think any of the dragon lords or ladies are dead currently, so that would mean there's about 10 of them.
That's a lot of dragon lords.
More than I could eat.
Well,
Have you met all of them?
One per kind. No, I've only met Master Beck.
Well,
Some
he's
dragons don't even
one of
meet their dragon lord or lady, but Master Beck is very, very, very friendly and flies around quite a bit.
Ah.
Gregarious.
What'd you say?
He's gregarious.
Gregarious is a good word for the Lord. Master
I thought
Ed,
he was quite charming.
have you met Silvermane?
Yes.
Oh. Master Beck
She's
said
why
that
I'm out here.
Silver-
She sent me on this journey to begin with.
Did she? Huh. And what is your journey?
I'm trying to write the ultimate ballad sonnet about her.
Ah,
Easier,
very good.
easier said than done. I thought
I'm
maybe I was
sure.
a bit too biased in my writing when I was there, so I thought I'd see the world.
Interesting. Beck said that of all the dragon, all of the dragon ladies he's met, she is the most elegant. Though he said sometimes she can be a little short, which I don't understand because I thought she was very tall, but I don't always understand what he says. But I
She's
also
got a
heard
temper
that the
to her.
does she? Is it true that the silver dragons almost live all in one roost?
That is true.
Ah, what a close knit. Most of us bronze dragons, we either live fairly solitary lives or in very spread out roosts. We try to encompass as much of the blue that we can. I've just lived almost all my life in the South Blue. I'd like to go to the North Blue.
Well,
Heard
you'd
it's
always
much
be
colder.
welcome where we live.
The big blue.
Our lands are welcome.
That is good
At least
to
I
know.
think so. I could ask Silvermane to let you in. I'd know that for sure.
Beck does sometimes take other dragons with him. He says the journey can sometimes be perilous. I hope one day I get to go with him. I would like to get to meet Silvermane. Have you run into any black dragons yet?
I believe only a black dragon born. No black dragons yet.
Haven't we had black dragon scales before?
It was.
We've seen them.
Oh, we did.
You found those up
in
where the
the-
necromancer
in the
lair
cave.
was.
In the
and if
dungeon. We
you
have been in dungeons.
recall from Haldir explained that there was a
Haldir would
great
have had
fight.
black dragon scales.
Yeah, so Haldir explained that there was a great battle up there, and what you told him about the corpse, it seemed like that the corpse who you handed off to the sewer samurai, probably was an Iusian soldier from then, and somehow survived. So had those things that he pillaged from that battlefield, where he had red, white, and black dragon scales and silver dragon scales.
I think he
Who-
did.
Yeah, he had all
Who
four of
did?
those.
Haldir?
The
Haldir.
necromancer that they all fought. Because there was a great battle of 4 dragons. It was a great battle against Ayuz and his forces. But yeah, so yeah, you know that they exist, but you haven't like seen any other than a black dragonborn. So he goes, yes, then you have never made it over to their home. That's probably good.
Yeah.
Black dragons are probably, I think, the scariest of the their chromatic dragons.
I've heard stories of the black dragons.
I've-
Near the Emirates, and I am very concerned. That entire region concerns me.
I would agree. And he kind of shakes his head up and down. Blue dragons! I will fight a blue dragon. I'm afraid of the acid that a black dragon might spray. Lightning burns, but I've heard that the acid continues to burn.
I have no personal experience with acid.
I know this well.
Ichabod does not, but
You
Marty
summon 2
does.
big globs of acid.
Yeah.
Marty used to work in a chem lab.
Mhm.
Cheers.
So, anything you guys want to ask him while he kind of swims next to you?
I want to ask him his whole backstory.
Yeah, so Cyril, he said, well, I'm not terribly old. I guess in the way that most humans count age, I'm probably about 14 years.
Oh my god, he's a baby.
And,
Wait, in dragon years or in human years?
in how you calculate your time.
That is very young.
Well, yes, I mean,
I'm 400.
He's baby.
He's baby.
he just kind of looks at you
I'm a
cockeyed.
human and I'm
You
400.
child.
I forget that humans don't continue to grow as they age.
Pratchett.
Wow.
Menace.
How are you so old and alive? I
It's a
thought humans
long-
live 60 years.
Well, it's a long story involving a basilisk.
That's just because of the weakness of
Um,
their flesh.
He kind of looks and goes. He kind of looks at his scales and goes, "Scales and metal tend to last much longer."
Agreed.
I'm
Yes,
very
have you
impressed.
heard of the great mechanical lord Primus? No, he takes off his
He's
mask. It's
actually a
giant
robot.
warforged. He is a sentient version of the flying machines that
Yes.
Leonardo da Vinci drew.
I love those.
Yeah. So he goes, yeah, well, dragons age fast to this point and then slow from hence on.
I see.
But though in your years, the dragon we fought earlier was probably maybe 20-ish years in your lifetime.
Well, thank you again for fighting him with us.
He kind of like pulls his kind of like puffs his chest out a little and goes,
It was
"It is
very
the duty
impressive.
of the bronze dragons to defend those in the water."
It was very impressive. If you ever wish to explore the human world, and the humanoid world, I should say, you're welcome to join us. Though I suppose you'd probably stick out like a sore thumb as a
Being a
dragon.
huge ass dragon and all.
Yes, it's. We can be stealthful at sea, but once you take the water away, we become a lot easier to spot. But I appreciate the offer. Hopefully we'll get to meet again at some point. I mean, once I take you to the trees, you should be safe from the blue dragons. And
Thank
I'll have
you.
to head back out into the more open waters. I'm sure my brother's curious where I went. I just had a feeling that there was something wrong, so I flew.
Well, it's
Thank you
greatly
again.
appreciated.
He's a ranger. Dragons get classes. Wait till you see
Ragnar.
Wizard Dragon.
Now, are you
Draco
aware
Witch.
there are pirates around these waters? Would you happen to know where their central location is? Do you know if they have a city or a main point of contact?
How would I know what ship is a pirate ship and what's just a not pirate ship?
Sometimes the pirate ships have more people on them.
And they also constantly yell "Yar."
They do yell yar.
They speak
And they
all-
drink
Every
Yo-ho.
third word is yar without fail.
Yes.
Yeah. He goes, well, sometimes there's ships that come down to where you pointed out to the Emirates that are full of people.
That's
Ah,
Yeah,
that's those are also evil people, but
Yes.
not the evil
Any
people we're
boat-
looking for.
Any boat other than us with people on it, burn it.
oh no, no!
What's the bronze dragon's breath weapon again?
It's
They're
lightning.
definitely like acid or poison or something.
No, it's lightning. I'm a dragon
sure?
expert.
Oh, you're right. It's probably
Drexter.
lightning. Yeah.
I've been a
Drexler.
It's either
I was
poison
the
or
scion
lightning.
of the platinum dragon for 3 years.
Jimmy, you've destroyed my sense of humor with just combining
Blame
words.
blame
But, you know,
Mo. It's
wasn't-
not me. It's
Wasn't I a
Mo.
brass dragon in Daniel's campaign, Marty?
They have lightning and repulsion breath.
Wait, did
Onion
you play
breath.
in his game?
They push people
Huh?
back.
You played in his game?
Remember that when I played in person for a short while?
That was David.
David, my bad. Fuck.
That was David. There was a green dragon.
I was a dragon born in that campaign, though. What was that?
Yes, you were copper.
Copper. Okay, that makes sense.
That was acid.
Yeah.
God, your
You
character was
spell.
funny.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh my god,
So,
your character was funny.
anything else you want to ask him, Morty?
No, I want to make polite conversation with him, and maybe I'll make him some stir fry based off of Beckett's recipe.
Yeah.
Dragon
So
size
it
stir
seems like
Yeah.
he's not going to be able to tell the difference between the boats that he sees. You're not sure
No,
if that's
fine, it's
because
fine.
he's really young or he could maybe just be a little dumb.
He's just
Do
blind
Do
as
the blue
fuck.
dragons
both.
work with any people? Do they ally with any humanoids?
He kind of chuckle and goes, "No, the blue dragons hate everything that's not a blue dragon.
That's pretty
That
cool.
dragon would have probably ate half the crew and then drugged the boat the rest of
Oh.
the way to one of its lairs, sunk it, and then ferried your corpses down into its lair."
Thank you for preventing that. Do the bronze dragons want to ally with any humans?
Well,
This could be a potentially very powerful alliance between humans and dragons, or
Mm.
humanoids and dragons.
Master Beck has an understanding with the what are the magic users to the north?
High Point, the Wizards of High Point.
I think so. He calls them sages, though.
Ah,
That's about it.
those are some big boys.
He has an understanding with them, and then he looks up at Garib and goes, "There's some other group that Master Beck has talked about, and they have ears similar to yours, Master Garib, but they're out in the West Blue. He's friends with them, but I don't recall what their names are."
They don't
Yeah,
know the
same
word
ring.
ocean.
So
Well,
I don't know. I think he does have some friends that are human-like.
this is an alliance, I think, with the crackdown on piracy. Keep this in mind. I think an alliance between the southern bronze dragons and the humans who take to the waters might be that might be a powerful alliance in the future.
As friendly as Master Beck is, I don't know if he necessarily trusts those nations.
That is perfectly fair.
Also, the fight against the blue dragons and sometimes the black dragons can be quite encompassing.
Yeah.
Um,
The lives of humans is very short compared to the lives of dragons.
it can be. And he kind of looks back over his shoulder for a second, back towards back towards where you guys came from. And he goes, "The numbers have never been on our side either. There's less bronze dragons than there's blue. So, Oh, I forgot to say. The reason I sunk the blue dragon is they like to sink other people. So I figured, they
Karma.
should sink themselves.
Yeah.
Let them go find the sea floor and all that she holds."
Nice.
The giant isopods, thank you.
It's real isopod hours.
We all
Certified ice.
You
eventually
get an isopod thumbs up.
Yeah.
Marine snow, yeah. We all eventually return back down to the seafloor in her loving embrace. The Earth Mother is kind in her reaches, and we imagine if we are kind to her creatures, she will be kind to us as well.
Yes. I'll show him my shield and my sword, and I'll
He goes,
agree.
Do you know the Earth Mother and the Sky Father?
I do.
Master Beck says most humans, most of the humanoids don't even know who they are much anymore.
I'm older than I look, I promise.
Yes, you are 400 years old.
I'm 400 years old.
Interesting.
I'm the Master Diviner of the
Master Diviner.
Master Diviner.
Ah. What does
Other-
that mean?
Well, I'm still finding that out.
Oh.
But I listen better than the other humans.
Oh, good for you. Listening is a good skill. My brother tells me I'm not very good at that. He told me not to fly away, but
Well,
I still did.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, but then he looks and goes, "Thankfully, I won't have many scars to show when I get back, so he won't be too mad at me. Thank you again for the healing." So the day goes by, no one bothers you. You guys actually have there's like a nice pleasant shower halfway through that really brings the heat back down.
But brings the humidity up.
Yeah, but the
Damn.
winds change a little bit, but not enough to where you can't still use the oars. So he stays with you until you guys make the sea trees. The sea trees are like around. Where's my mouse? There it is.
I know,
Like
where's
around like
your mouse?
here-ish, like kind of in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because as you make your way in, you can kind of figure out, and Cyril tells you this, like the currents are really weird here because of the sea trees.
Yeah.
So like it kind of have like almost a vortex effect. So as you guys get closer to it, you know, the oars come up and they kind of furl the masts up or furl the sails up to let the vortex kind of pull them in some. And they're able to make their way, and they put the punt sticks out as they kind of absorb the blow into the trees. And it's just starting to hit nightfall. And Cyril goes, would you all like to go find that boat I told you about if they're still here?
Yes,
Yes.
that would be
And
wonderful.
he kind of brings himself up out of the water just so he can set his head on the deck and says, if you all climb down, I can bring you to them. I don't think the boat will do
Hell
well getting
yeah.
there.
Bring it.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
So he climbs on and goes, I haven't mastered the technique that Master Beck does, so I'll have to stay above water. Because if you recall, Beck like was able to like almost create some sort of field around him to keep
Yeah.
you all from suffocating when he went into the water. So Cyril kind of swims his way through, and he's like he pushes himself off some of the trees, and he makes his way into the water some, like into the small grove. And you guys end up seeing like as daylight starts to fade into the night, there's like this small rowboat stuck up against the water, and it looks like there's people who have like kind of dug into one of the trees,
Mhm.
Oh.
and they've like been in there. It's hard to tell how long they've been there, but at least a couple weeks, maybe.
Oh, hail
And
them.
they're like, you can see that there's like pits from the sea tree fruits, and then it looks like they've like caught fish at some points as you guys are closing in, and they look up. There's 3 of them.
Mhm.
They have that kind of like
Sunburn.
Mediterranean looking skin tone that like
Ah.
the Emirates folks typically have. And they look at you in horror as they see this dragon floating to them with 5 people armed to the teeth. They go,
Hello, friendly.
you hear one of them say,
Time out.
Armand, there's a problem. And they like grab like the oars, and they're like standing there like this in front of like this little like
We are
cave
not
they've
here to
dug.
hurt you.
Stay out of range. We'll go 15 feet, like perpendicular, like just floating
Yeah.
by.
We're not
And-
here to hurt you, and
Let him run the
you
dragon.
couldn't
So
hurt us
2
with
of them
those if
who
you
are pretty
tried.
young, they look about to be like maybe less. They're probably younger than 18, and an
Oh.
older one who looks to be about maybe in his mid-20s comes out from and he goes, "That is a dragon."
Yes.
He's friendly, I promise. I've been talking with him all day.
And Cyril nods and goes, "You need not be afraid of any dragons with metal-like scales like mine." And he's just like, for a second, they're all dumbfounded after the dragon talked, and they went,
Haha.
and they just for like 30 seconds they're just stunned, like they can't even process it. As you kind of look at them, you notice that they have some like scarring on them, like
Mhm.
for instance their wrists look like there's some scarring as if
Ah.
something was on there for a long time. They have some light more around like their neck. And it both looks like even though you can tell they're younger, it looks like they've lived very hard
Mhm.
lives. And they've had like this boat that looked like it got stuck, and they ended up just tying it to the tree.
Yeah.
And they had some supplies, and it looks like they've moved out. But after like a little bit, the one in the center that looks older kind of shakes his head and goes, "Well, okay. I figured if you would have killed us, you would have done it earlier.
Yes.
We have a dragon.
You have a dragon. What brings you all here? Are you all stuck too?"
No, we saw
Well-
that you were stuck, and we're here to help.
Oh. Well, that would be amazing. Do you all have a ship?
We do.
You do.
Insight check.
Well, first, what master do you serve?
What master do you serve?
Well, I think we are technically mercenaries. Though our
Oh.
dragon friend here serves the Lord of Dragons. We are very anti-piracy, anti-slavery,
Oh,
anti. We're good guys. We're the FBI.
The fucking banging investigators.
You're not here to bring us back?
No.
No.
Well, where is back?
Unless you're bad boys, then we are.
The Isle de Capri. We don't want to go
Oh,
back to
well.
the field.
We're not going back there.
Well,
Are
yes, that is where we're trying to go.
That's where you guys are heading.
Shit.
I mean, yes, we are headed there, but we're not there to take you back specifically.
We're on a recon mission.
Yes. We were trying to go to kill the pirates there.
Well,
If there are pirates there.
if your masters aren't the slavers,
Yes.
and you're not pirates, why would you want to go to the Isle de Capri?
To get rid of the pirates. We've already got rid of one of their big leaders in Port Stanley.
Did you
Here's her
hear
head,
Aunt
and I pull her
Bonnie?
head out.
Ah!
He goes, what? Do you keep people's heads in there?
Only
It's
special
a
people's
long
heads.
story.
I'm not special. None of us are special. And they like quickly shake their heads back and forth.
No.
God, I don't want your heads. Put Anne
She
Bonnie's
has
head
4
back.
eyeballs.
Yeah.
You no.
They kind of look at you quizzically. And they go, okay, well, could we join the ship? It's very hard to catch fish, and the trees are very tall to get to the fruit. Could we come to you all instead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't do anything
technically
spooky.
We should ask the captain.
I
but,
still have the
like,
sending stone for Arabella.
Yeah, she still has her side.
she's
of
still
her
asleep?
too.
Oh
She
yeah.
is still unconscious.
Okay, I'm not gonna wake her up
Don't,
then.
don't worry about it.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, exactly.
We've done enough for these people.
He goes, I guess we could. He looks at the dragon and goes, "Is there more space on you for us to join?" And Cyril kind of chuckles a little bit, and you guys grab onto the scales as he kind of vibrates. And he goes, "Of course!" And he kind of
Creature
slides himself
vibrates.
over and sets his wing down, and they kind of walk across it. They are wearing like really old, beat-up trousers. None of them have shoes on, and like really old, beat-up jerkins. First, like their shirts. And they look back at all the stuff they have, and it's just junk. It is, there's a couple tools of like some farming tools. There's like a hatchet. Well, they like bring like their hatchets and machetes and stuff, but like they leave their oars and their boat. And they go, well, I guess we don't really need those things.
What are your names?
And the oldest goes, I'm Armand. This is my brother Bijan, and this is one of our friends Havad.
How are you gonna say Sijan?
Yeah. Armand, Ajan, Bijan, and Sijan. Jose, Hose B, Hose C. So.
The
do you wanna
bet
tell
is
the
still
story,
out
Dad?
there.
Yeah, so my dad has had a bet for like 15 years with me and Michael that if we introduce ourselves as Jose and Hose B, we would get $5, and that my brother has never gone for it.
Dang.
It's too bad.
Easy money.
Cratchit, get out of there, you shit.
So they kind of climb aboard, and Cyril starts making his way back towards the ship, the Intrepid
Could you
Dawn.
repeat their names, please? How do you
Yes, I will
spell
put
these?
them in the chat, please. I will
Thank
put
you.
them in the Discord chat.
Thank you very much.
So the oldest is.
Go to NPCs chat.
That's a good point. I'm just an eater and a shitter.
Good descriptions.
Is this how they introduce themselves? Arman, older brother of Bijan. Bijan, younger brother of Arman. Javad, youngest
Havad.
friend. Havad?
Havad.
Havad, youngest friend of above.
Yeah, so they kind of sit there kind of quietly and like trying to take in what's going on, because first off, you do notice that they don't sit next to the half elves. They sit next to they sit next to Ichabod.
Normal person.
They seem a little they seem like out or like almost afraid of everybody else.
Oh,
But oddly similarly afraid of the half elves as to the metal dude and the dragonborn.
I vouch for all of these people and the three of you. I promise no one is going to hurt you on this ship.
This ship.
Stay
Dragon.
close to me.
On
On
this
ship
ship.
Cyril.
Yes.
Yes.
Armand goes,
The SS
we were-
Cyril.
We were told that the elves are the cause for a lot of our plights in this world.
That's completely not true.
They just kind of like kind of cast side eyes at the half elves and seem just kind of
That's
uncomfortable.
racist. No, I tell them that, not you.
Armand says, "Well, I mean, if my mother told me that they're the reason of our plight."
Well, don't you worry. They have a lot of knowledge. They live a very long time and a lot of knowledge that you can learn from.
Here in my garage.
What'd you say?
Here in my garage with my Lamborghini
garage.
and my knowledge.
Yeah. So, as you guys float back, is there any other things that you want to ask him?
I'm good.
How did you land in this tree forest of the ocean? How did you end up here?
Well, we were able to steal one of the boats. Like we were able to steal a boat, and then we started trying to swim away or row away, but we got a little bit farther away. Then there was a storm, and we got blown out to where we couldn't see the coasts anymore.
Do you have parents that we can return you to?
And they like both freeze, and like you see their hands kind of drop down towards their weapons. Like, we don't want to go back.
We won't take you back then.
Okay, but and then Armand kind of collects himself and goes, but we looks at the other two and said, but we could help them. Maybe they could help them. And they kind of talk amongst each other, like, you know, like it'd be so dangerous if we went back. Like, we've already escaped once. It's so hard to escape twice. And one of them says, goes, I don't think, I mean, but like, we were, shoot. I need to make sure I say the right name, because this is important. Goes, but Ben said that it's the best to just get off the island. Like, you don't come back.
Well, you get to stay on the boat then.
Oh, okay.
Because we're heading there.
Armand, you see Armand just kind of thinking. I kind of try to figure out what he wants to do. But the other two look like very shooken up that like you said return them. It seems like that like really kind of caught them a little bit.
I'll give them space. I don't want them to feel pressure or uncomfortable, so we'll take them back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain the situation to the captain and try to give them like a room.
He goes, so you explain to Jart where you found him and what's going on, and he goes,
Yeah.
Hi, you probably found 3 escaped slaves from the Isle de Capri. I mean,
Yes.
it's an Emirates holding.
Yeah.
Makes sense why they don't want to go back. Huh. And they escaped? They got stuck in the sea trees.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They might have valuable information, but I think a day of quiet will probably be greatly appreciated. They've already seen a dragon today. That's already
That is true.
enough excitement.
He goes, Ichabod, of
What
your
can I help
party,
you
you're
with?
the only human. As I'm sure you figured out, the Emirates don't like the elves. From what I know, they've told all of their slaves that the elves are the reason that they're slaves. It's a flimsy piece of evidence, but it's been repeated for... Tries to think about how old the Emirates is. It says, for about as old as I know, the Emirates have been around. So...
Are the
I might
Emirates
open up to
younger
you.
or older than I am? I'm
Older,
old.
way older.
Way older? Okay.
Emirates is considered to be the first human... The Al Wadi, the
Wow.
capital, is considered to be the first human civilization.
They've always blamed the
in
elves.
Gaiand. The elves, the Evergreen and Emirates are uncomfortably close in age. The Evergreen and Al Wadi are uncomfortably close in age. There's conflicting stories on the histories, though. Some have them dated to this very close together. A lot of the Elven texts, though, say that the Emirates is like 300 or 400 years younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Captain. Please go
Okay.
on.
You know, so you would probably be the best to ask and talk to them. You seem to have a calming effect on people you're around. Maybe you can find out some information on them or from them.
I am more than happy to act as their guardian, at least temporarily while they're on this ship.
Wonderful. And so you guys are talking up at the helm, and as you're talking, so you're facing him and he's facing back towards where he's facing you, but you're facing the aft of the ship and he's facing the bow. And like mid sentence, he goes, "God damn it!" and he walks past you, and you see Arabella's trying to make her way up the stairs.
Oh, Arabella, no!
Shakily, and she goes, "Captain
No.
Jart, how can I help?" And he looks at her just like you know when your dog is like your dog poops in your house.
It's like
And,
when your
like-
kid is running with a knife.
Yeah.
What do you have?
No!
What do you
A
have?
knife!
A knife.
No.
So he goes, "Go back to your quarters," and she goes, I'm feeling better." You see, none of her raccoon tattoos are back. The raccoons have just been kind of hanging out on the boat.
Are some of them still giant?
No, they're all back to being
Dang.
small. It doesn't look like they can do that forever. Like it looks
I'll
like it's
give 'em a
like a time
button.
limit. You'll give him a button.
Of course.
Marty, the raccoons love Ichabod.
I've been saving
You are
up
the
on buttons.
backup raccoon mancer.
I have like an extra copper every single time I go out. I'll buy a button from a seamstress.
You just have a pocket.
These are
full
going to
of
be the
buttons.
richest
put them in a
raccoons
jar.
in the world.
Yes, anything round is their currency.
Anything shiny, especially if it's like a bedazzled button, sold.
Yes. We don't have ships that can span the seas, but we do have bedazzling.
Oh, thank God.
This is the timeline where we prioritize sequins instead of interwater or intercoastal
Hey
trade.
man,
Let's
it's
go.
living a magical fantasy world.
Yeah, this world is mine to bend to my desires.
Prestidigitation. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what he kind of thinks is like any information you can get from them would be helpful because he's like, we don't know much of the Emirates lands other than brief interactions with trading vessels or you know any reports that we've been able to scrounge up.
I can see what the kids know. Let me try to get Arabella back to her bed real quick.
And you
I'm
come up to her
concerned.
and she's like, I'm fine, and she tries to push you away, and it's pathetically weak.
Oh.
Her skin looks much better. It's kind of restoring that glow that she kind of has, but she still feels very weak as you try you can turn her around,
Right.
like you know when you're like the
Like have
cheesy
a
scenes
grandma.
from movies where you're like it's like the 90-year-old grandma and she wants to go play cards,
Yeah.
but it's time for a nap.
Sure,
You're gonna
whatever you
turn
say,
her down and
Grandma.
walk
Yes,
back down.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Over this way.
And as you lay Arabella down, and she goes, "Is everybody okay?"
Yes. There is a dragon with us now. I'm not sure if you noticed him.
Well, that's very good.
We've been using
Cratchit.
magics all day to heal you.
That's good. Are my
Um,
kids okay?
Everything is fine. Arabella, you saved so many lives. You've
Oh,
done your job so well. And
that's what
I
the
think it's time
raccoons
to
are for.
rest.
Procyon gives you his children to protect others, not to harm others. And you see there's a raccoon sitting in her bed, and it kind of climbs on her chest and lays down.
I'll give him 2 buttons.
It looks at the buttons, and then you can see it contemplate: do I follow this person that gave me the buttons, or do I stay with
Haha.
Arabella? For a second,
No, just
you get to
stay.
see inside the mind of a raccoon. Okay, what do you do next? what does
I'll
anybody else
return to
do
the
on the party?
party. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm good. Just continuing on our path. Or no, we were gonna stop in here to try and
Repair.
repair a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit. Yeah.
They were able to semi run the bow aground on the roots to get it at least up, and they're gonna in the morning set up mini scaffoldings to go out and try to repair the boat from both sides,
Right.
and from up and under to make sure they got everything and try to patch it up, and then they're gonna try to do the same thing but with the bow to get it up there. So you'll probably be here for about 2 days, and we can time travel if you want.
I'm good with time traveling.
We
Any
feast.
conversations you want to have with the 2 escaped serfs,
Yeah.
you may, Marty.
We want to feast on the second day. I'll give them 1 day of relaxing and
Mhm.
being on the ship on their own room.
Yeah.
The second day, I'll ask them, where are you from? I need to know the map. We're going to go
Yeah.
get reconnaissance so that we can crack down on piracy.
Yeah. And I'm guessing during this time, Garib, you're in the crow's nest. Edge, you're singing some lively working tunes to keep everybody going.
As always.
Sandor, Gick, anything you guys want to do to
I mean, I'll help with whatever I can with fixing the boat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much
and
same. I don't know
the whole
how
time-
applicable I am here.
I'll be talking about Primus and how amazing he is.
This crew you've talked to for a long time.
Well, one of
You have
them
about
I had
5
interested. Yeah.
yeah, that guy is one of he like legit wants to be a follower of Primus
Uh-huh.
now.
Hell yeah.
And there's like 4 more that are starting to come around to the idea. So you're gonna have like your own little
Yeah.
coven inside of Sandmar.
Amazing.
There's no like legit deity of Sandmar. Some of them will talk about like the sea goddess.
Hmm.
But other than that, yeah.
Cool.
While I'm hanging out with these kids, I want to introduce them to Dragon Person and Metal Person.
I used to be a human.
There's a lot of very interesting characters to introduce these kids.
Once I was aware of the weakness
From the
of my-
moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me.
disgusted me.
I
Yeah, so
craved the strength
they-
and certainty.
They are very interested in Ed, so they were like, we were told well, they call them lizards, that stood like you, but are you not a lizard?
In a sense, I am. Maybe you
Oh,
could consider me a half step between a lizard and a dragon.
Oh, so
in
like a
terms
half
of
lizard.
hierarchy.
Half lizard.
Say that again, Sam.
He said, oh, like a half lizard.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the
Well-
youngest, Havad. He's like, oh, well, like, but I don't get it. So lizards aren't very big though.
Maybe a double lizard.
Like a warm-blooded
A man lizard.
A man lizard. A lizard, if you will.
man-dragon.
A dragonborn, if you will.
Oh, okay, a dragonborn. Yeah, but I didn't know that there was different colors of dragonborns.
Much like how there are different colors of full-sized dragons, there are
Oh.
lots of subspecies.
So, would there be bronze dragonborns then, since there's the bronze dragon outside?
Out of game, I'm not 100% sure if those exist, but I'm assuming yes.
There's dragonborns of every
Yeah, that's what I thought,
color.
okay. Yes.
The metallic dragonborns tend to have a positive view of metallic dragons.
Mhm. Yes. Each kind of dragonborn has their own little traits, differences.
Interesting.
All of them approach things differently. What dragonborn type are like kind of aggro? Would that be? I don't know. What that would be.
Of like the metallic dragons. So
Sure,
the silver
or-
dragons, or that like you are very reclusive.
Mhm.
Of what you would know, probably the bronze dragons are the most aggressive, territorial.
Yeah.
The copper dragons are pretty strict.
Mhm.
The
So I can tell them
yeah.
that much then and be like, our my kind very reclusive. We love the cold. We thrive in it where others do not, which makes it a good place to be away from others.
Interesting. That's very cool. I don't very much like the cold, but it doesn't really get cold in Capri.
Understandable. I'm cold-blooded, so I do not care.
Ah. Interesting.
Doesn't
And
bother
then-
me at all.
And then this ship's Armon is fascinated by the fact that you were once a person, Jimmy. He goes, how did you? Why aren't you?
Well, I
You
go
said
through the whole
more.
spiel, yeah, of how I was really sick and then got thrown into this metal body and how it's awesome.
So do you hurt still?
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad.
Hmm.
That would have been that would be nice.
Yes, but I do not
Like-
decay.
Do you feel if I I'll tap your hand?
Yes. I still
That's very
feel.
odd. I
But I
didn't
do not
actually
age,
know.
Interesting.
and I am immune to illness.
Oh, that must be helpful.
Considering it saved my life, yes.
How could, and Armand kind of paused for a second, how could I become like you?
That's a very interesting question. I'm not sure if it's possible. You'd
Oh.
have to visit my good friend Dr. Faust in High Point.
I don't know where High Point is.
We can go there. Marty.
Ichabod is doing this in the background.
Yeah. He's like, I have something in my arm and I can't get it out.
Cratchit, stop it. Sorry.
You're good.
He's in the one place he's not supposed to be.
Do you have any like questions
The
for him?
non-crouch
No.
zone.
I'm good.
I'll introduce them to some half elves if they're interested in half
They
elves.
don't. It looks like they.
But they're-
they look like afraid of the
They're
half-elves.
only half elf.
Half elf. True.
They
They should be half as.
They're
scared.
half human. What about half humans?
They go, well,
I can disguise self as full elf.
that's
They-
even
they-
worse.
like-
Full elf.
they're like they're genuinely afraid of the half
Aw.
elves.
I don't
Like
want to
it's not like they're like mad at them. They're like afraid of them. Like as
What
if
are you
like
doing, you
they
sneezy
have the
kitty?
power to like put them
Yeah.
back in chains.
They
even
just
though
don't
they're not sure.
understand.
They don't. They don't know.
Ow.
Do you have anything you want to ask him?
Do they have any
Good.
insight on where the pirates are located? If I show them a map, are they able to guesstimate?
Well,
Also, it is 10 minutes till 10.
Oh,
yes.
thank you.
We're making our way to a
Yeah.
good ending.
Also, it's 9/22/22, baby.
It is.
Dang.
Cratchit, you are a menace to society.
Evil.
Good boy.
1 minute to society.
His
He-
tail goes thwippy thwap.
Yes, it hits me in the face.
And
But
you showed them a map of the Isle de Capri, and they give you some information on it.
coffee
So-
fields. Hell yeah.
They describe that the island is essentially like 3 chunks, and this is mostly Armand talking. And he goes, so up north you have New Haven, which is that the port city. You have along this coast the sugarcane fields. That's where I worked, along with my brother and friends. The coffee fields are more in the central of the island, and there's very sharp crag-like mountains that are to the north that help kind of block that side from the rain, but it helps keep all the rain in here, so it's quite lush. But most of the escaped serfs, we've formed somewhat of a shelter away from everyone here. Most of the time, the slavers inform and don't try to come find us again. We tend to be safe here. We used to be up here, but then we found this other small port that had what we thought were pirates, and we didn't think it was safe to be there anymore, so we made our way back south to this base. This is our most recent one.
This is you and your brother and friend, or are there others that we can go help as well?
There's a lot of serfs on this island. So I know there's about, I think, it seems like they struggle with numbers.
Yeah.
They go, there's a lot of serfs, but there's still a lot of escape serfs there, but not nearly as many as there are still in service. But there is some to help. I mean, having a ship to take them off the island would be fantastic, but then I don't know what we do about the rest. Like, my mom works in New Haven, my dad's in the coffee fields, and then so they're like, so we escaped because we didn't think they were gonna get to either.
Well, the information that you've given us already is invaluable, so
Yes,
take it
is.
easy. I'll let you know if there's anywhere, if wherever we're going next, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. And they kind of like sit back down. One of the raccoons has been like trying to befriend them, and you see there's like a pile of stuff next to Bijan of like stuff. It looks like the raccoon, like raccoons, like this raccoon keeps bringing them. So like the raccoon will bring him like a spoon, and Bijan will look at it and like be kind of confused. Then he comes back with like a hunk of bread, and Bijan eats that, and the raccoon's like, bread works, and runs
Yeah.
away, and then comes back and starts bringing like other stuff
Hilarious.
to him.
I'll
As he's
bring.
trying
I'll
to, like,
give
turn him
Bijan a button. Hand
He
this
goes,
to him.
Oh, okay. And he hands it to him, and the raccoon looks at him with his big eyes and like puts it in his mouth and runs away.
I love
Yeah,
the
they
raccoons.
eat all the buttons.
They what? They eat the buttons?
Where else are they
collect
gonna put them? They don't got pockets.
I don't know, man. Maybe they have a giant raccoon stash somewhere on the boat.
Maybe
They
they
have
do. Maybe
coats.
it looks like they eats them. I don't know. Yeah, that all of the raccoons have trench coats, a lit cigarette, and with a New York accent.
Hey
So many
kid, you want to buy some buttons?
You want to buy
buttons.
some death sticks?
Yeah. So I'm guessing you relay that all the way back to Jart.
Oh yeah, it goes all the way to the top. Immediately to the captain.
So he looks at the map that they drew on to make this, and he goes, "Well, at least now we have a better map of this. I didn't know how difficult the crags were. That would almost block our view approaching the pirate base, but I don't know if this ship has enough power to take on the port."
Well, I
That
mean,
That's why we gotta go in sneaky like.
I'm concerned if they have serfs involved, they just make the serfs, air quotes, fight for them. This has the potential to get nasty very quickly.
He goes, so that you guys are meeting in Arabella's room, and she's like sitting up at this
Oh,
point, so
yeah.
she's getting better. And she
One
goes,
shooter.
"Well, from my readings, when I knew we were gonna go deal with once our relationship with the Emirates soured a couple years ago, I know they have chained armies, but I'd imagine those are more for fighting wars, less for keeping the peace. It'd be very hard for a serf to keep a serf in chains. For instance, when we found that slaver vessel, there was no slave guards. It was all Emirates guards.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, maybe you could ask them tomorrow after arrest what they think might be happening there, and if the pirates are working with them at all.
I can ask.
That would make this complicated if pirates are helping slaves to escape.
It would.
Hmm.
Although, if you're interested in questioning them, I can bring one of them here. They trust
I'll let
humans and they like the raccoons well enough.
Arabella kind of like chuckles, and she scratches the head of the one that's sitting in her lap. And she goes, "Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but it seems like you've built quite a rapport with them. Maybe you can figure out any more information on them, or from them. But this map is very helpful. Anything else they might know about the pirates, or even what's happening anywhere else in the Isle de Capri would be very helpful for us. Maybe and Jart kind of points at the surf base and goes, it might not be a bad idea to land there.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know if I'm there, but agreed.
Imagine. Taken?
I don't know if I'm there, but agreed.
You are. Yeah, the whole party's
Okay.
there.
All right.
Bring it on, party.
You got. Whenever you guys are meeting with like Jart, I assume everybody's
Okay,
there.
cool.
Unless it's stated otherwise. He goes, might not be a bad place to put ashore there. I mean, we could at least land some and spend some time taking care of the ship, but I don't know what the pathing of other vessels are around New Haven.
We'll
Or
ask
around
the kids if they
Capri.
know. Or if there's a port that specifically accepts non-pirate related ships. If there's something, we'll see if we can find a more friendly port.
Right. Okay. That
We'll
sounds like a
see.
good plan.
We'll see.
You're doing very well. And he looks to Ed and goes, Ed, I've heard getting quite popular on the boat during the work days. You're helping him go faster. I noticed the stern got finished quite a little bit quicker than I thought it might.
A steady rhythm is more inspiring than most would assume.
Haha, is that so?
A good tempo keeps people eager to work, I've found. So
Hmm,
a little bit of motivation's all it takes.
for
Nice.
sure.
It
And
lets me practice.
Master Gick,
That's me.
be careful. The
Watch
more
out.
the more sailors that sing the praises of Calypso, the safer you are at sea. I'm not so sure your Primus god does much for those of us who are
Hmm.
on the tiers of Calypso most of our lives.
Primus protects all, no matter where they are.
Interesting. But just from the superstition of a sailor to the devout of another. My maiden Calypso has been rather kind to me. I just don't want to disrespect her while I'm in her domain.
As Primus to I.
Yes. And Arabella just kind of chuckles, and Jart looks at her like, "What?" And she goes, I just find it funny when people are obsessive over their deities. I mean, we're all Prokyon's children anyways," and she chuckles to herself, and the raccoon kind of looks up at her, and she scratches her chin and says, "You are too," and it kind of does the little leg thing.
That's funny. God.
Procyon, the raccoon god, progenitor of all mankind. That was one of my favorite lines to deliver. And you guys are like, what? Like, yeah.
Progenitor.
You don't
Nani?
think that raccoons made
Nani
you?
the fuck?
They do have opposable thumbs.
They do have opposable thumbs. And they're cute. And they can
They're
roll
very
around.
They're a little smart too. They can be dumb.
They do also
they can
carry
be
rabies.
They do.
Forgot I muted my mic. I said humans can carry rabies.
Yes.
If you have pockets full of raccoons, it's more
Rabies
likely.
is pretty terrifying.
Rabies
Maybe
is.
Arabella has rabies.
Then
Listen,
she'd be
I-
dead.
I, master of public health, I study rabies. No good.
Yes.
No.
Isn't there not
Although
a cure?
There's no cure. If you get symptoms, there's no cure. You're 100% dead.
Yeah.
Unless they like induce a coma and like.
Yeah, I heard about that.
super-
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like you're basically dead. They are studying vaccines. They rub them on the bat, and then bats like to cuddle and they huddle and they're like super close to other bats. So they rub the vaccine like all on the other bats in the whole village. It's very cute. I hope
That's also why
that
bats
science
die really easy.
they do.
Because they're
I hope
cuddles,
it
there's snacks
works.
everywhere. Well, we're right at 10, so I guess next time we can pick up the 6th where we get a little bit more information and try to make land in Isle de Capri.
Cool.
How does
Oh
that sound?
dang!
That
Sounds good to me.
Intimidating.
Time to kill all the pirates in one foul swoop.
Yeah.
One round of combat.
Oh, sorry. Jart doesn't offer to land in Surf Base. I specifically said that Susara says that.
Okay.
Susara says she thinks that'd be the best place to put the shore. It seems
Either
like
way
a
works for
secluded
me.
place.
Okay.
That's her opinion, but
Yeah.
you guys can join.
The least
You guys can
hostile place to port.
choose.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that will be that.
Cool.
Thank
Dang.
you guys all for playing.
Yeah.
I will see you hopefully the 6th. I will let you know if anything changes to where my world's on fire.
That would
Aw.
be bad.
Let us know.
Yeah, well at least it'll be my world, not y'all's world. That would suck.
Well,
Oh, no,
you don't know
mine's
that.
gonna be on fire because there's a high
Listen.
school league tournament on the. Oh, I know. That's the week before. Never mind. My world
Oh,
will
yeah.
not be on
High
fire.
school anymore?
The
Yeah, but I run the high school league.
That's true.
the Virginia Tech Open.
Oh, that's what's on
Very
the 8th.
important announcement.
Alright, I'm gonna stop
no,
streaming.
no.